Hello and welcome back to a brand new episode of the Pick a Side podcast. My name is Joel Moran and I'm here with Rip Brown, Angel Velez, and Joe Dels. And this is now episode 454. First episode back in the studio in about a week. I like your referee shirt, Riv.
What
was
the
not
hell?
expecting that.
No, it's getting a little hot in here with this big jacket on. Yeah, you know me.
Where's your whistle, bro?
It's kind of ironic that you're in for the Eagles and you have Chiefs shirt on.
Got him.
Oh,
God.
You had
terrible
to
for
know a
those-
Chiefs
yeah.
joke was coming.
Yeah, man, that shit official. They got my little.
Did you
pun
see that
intended.
there's a person at Media Row?
Yes.
I don't know if you guys saw the video, but he asked Mahomes and Kelsey a referee question.
What'd they say?
Obviously, they just Mahomes actually answered it.
I'm dead.
Kelsey was just like, next question. But the question was like, Patrick Mahomes, how many gift cards have you sent out to referees?
and
it's just
he asked
like, man.
Kelsey's like, do you love Taylor Swift more or a phantom roughing the passer penalty? Like,
That's a great question.
I feel like he was there last year. I feel like I remember someone else doing some dumb shit.
Now, people really get access to these events, and they
Like, who does
ask
he work
these
for?
players the dumbest questions. That's why, shout out to the young media that's there. They ask good questions,
Yeah,
good
shout out to
football
Theo.
questions.
He was asking
Yeah.
Zach Ballin about his favorite run fit and shit like that. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, and they actually take time to answer it because football is a complex game. So you ask them questions that actually make them think. You're gonna get thoughtful answers, not some BS. Like
Meanwhile,
this.
you got the dumbass like me. The little kid asked Jalen Hurts, "Hey, Jalen, are you going to get your lick back this year?" I hope so.
There
That
was somebody
lit.
that asked. I think his name is Icy Vert on Twitter. He asked Jalen Hurts basically how could he get more handsome.
Oh, that was actually Icy Vert?
He
Yeah.
said that's a DNA thing. Cooked them.
Jalen
of
Hurts
course.
just laughed. No,
Honestly, man, with all these NBA trades, I damn near forgot Super Bowl week is here.
those questions I'm fine with because they're warm-hearted, they're light-hearted. But
Yeah,
like
they're
questions about
fun.
the referees are just like, oh, come on, this clown. Like, are we serious?
I'm glad to be back in the stew, man. All that computer StreamYard shit, that shit trash.
Let me say, it is trash.
No
man.
gummies today.
I gotta get more. I'll be toasted on that shit. Man.
I'm still caught up on this referee conversation for the sole fact that you had Goodell, you had the owner of the Chiefs talking about it too. Like, they asked them questions about it. I'm not surprised that the players are getting asked it by non-professionals too. But obviously,
It's a
I
dumb
can-
question.
It's just stupid.
And it's not like the Goodell question is different because they're asking them basically how can you improve the officiating? You know,
You never wish that you could ask a player the most obscure, dumb question. Like, you wouldn't.
Not about the referees.
There's not a moment in your life as a fan where you think that this player benefited more and it made you overly upset. And if you had the one chance to ask him about it,
No,
like,
because I know the answer
especially
Kelsey
if you
gives
are
me is
a
probably what I'm
light-
gonna
a
get.
lighthearted question, yes, like, oh, Hurts, how can I get as handsome as you, bro? Like, yes, that's like valid. It's funny, right? But no, like, you're going and you're asking them a dumb question because even if you think the Chiefs get calls in their favor, there's so much involved in football and covering football. We know that it doesn't just come down to those moments.
Plus,
Like,
they're
there's
not
so
gonna answer
much
it.
that happens.
They can't answer it, so they're not gonna give you a honest, dead ass question.
Like, oh, Mahomes, are you sending a gift basket to the referee?
Yeah,
That's not
dude.
You know, how
hilarious.
many dinners have you guys had?
That's not
It's
fu- bro.
stupid.
It's stupid.
No,
but
not-
if I'm not, I'm gonna laugh. I promise.
Not in the tone that they asked it. The tone was
It was
very
disrespecting
obnoxious.
your goat. You ain't like that shit, right?
It was just
Big
very
bro,
like
you couldn't
it was very
fathom that, right?
obnoxious.
Nah,
Not
because
to
we
Patrick.
haven't
to
had a ton of
Patrick.
access to players. Like, we've had Slay on, we've had here and there players on, but it's not like we have access to these guys. So if this one of the first times I get to talk to Patrick Mahomes or Jalen Hurts, I'm gonna sit down and
Bro,
actually
you have
think about
one
it.
question that you can ask.
need
this
Yeah, there's
question
a
that's gonna
1,000
stick.
people
Come on.
there.
If you're as passionate about sports as we are, today's sponsor, Southern New Hampshire University, offers a top-tier sports management degree that can help you learn more about this industry. SNHU is affordable and flexible, offering 100% online courses so you can earn your degree on your schedule.
Whether you're looking to work in professional sports, college athletics, marketing, or even sports analytics, so many careers in sports happen off the field. From managing teams to running game day operations, SNHUs can help you attain the knowledge to succeed in today's sports landscape.
If you're interested in learning more about SNHU, visit snhu.edu/pickaside to learn more about their sports management degree and to take the first step toward your future in sports.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, how big is it?
Well, to be fair, not that this is what we go for, but that guy was obviously looking for attention.
He got it. And that's
And
a
he got
fact.
it.
You're right, Drew. I mean, that's what he was going for. He
He was looking
It.
for attention, and now it's on every media platform. Now it's on our platform. We're talking about it. I thought it was
Fuck.
stupid and funny.
Cut it out.
You losing?
No, I'm saying cut out the.
Oh,
all
no.
that talk
OD.
from that guy,
That's
man.
what I
Fuck him.
mean. It's just like, it is what it is.
No, but I want those players to be, that's a great question. You know,
Zach Bourne did
where are you
that.
from?
Yeah.
Like, what do you represent? You know what I mean? Like, that's what I don't want to.
What would you ask
Tatum?
Tatum?
You see,
What
I'd
would you
have
ask
to sit
Luka?
down and think about it.
What would you ask LeBron? Like, I would ask.
I would be
Steph,
flabbergasted if I saw
Like,
Tatum.
I'd sit there looking at him like, yo, bro, like, honestly,
I love you.
it's like looking at God. But I actually, like, I genuinely be like, my question probably be like, yo, Steph, like, how do you balance just, being great and then walking around in the street all the time? Like, just walking around the regular store, like,
That's insane glazing.
he's a top 10
I'm
player
gonna
ever.
be honest, bro. The whole glazing shit when it comes
he's
to
got-
favorite
on Twitter.
athletes.
Twitter, bro. Like,
Yeah, like, you have some fucking nerve calling out glazing.
That's
what you
fine.
did at the Nets game.
Oh my
You're
god.
like the nerve of you, bro.
No, listen, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying how you said it. Like if you're standing in Steph's face and you're saying, "Yo, how are you like you live like me, bro? Like
Nah,
we
nah,
do the
just
same
like-
What do you
things
ask
every
him
day."
Mahomes then? What do you ask
Like, how do you
Mahomes?
walk to the supermarket, like, being Steph?
How do you carry that giant cock in your pants?
Nuts.
How do you drive to this facility? Like, do you like? I don't know, bro. Do you fucking? I don't know. Like this, it's normal. He does
It's
it
not,
normally.
because you gotta think, we're normal. We walk in there. Who gives a fuck if we walk into the supermarket? But if Steph walk in, it's probably like 40 to 50.
So the
That's
question is
Steph.
how he
Steph
deals
rising
with.
on the supermarket in a decade, bro.
So
Probably
how
not.
he deals with the attention that he gets.
I don't try to switch my question up. I ask it the way I
That's
ask
how
it,
you're
man.
asking it.
You was at the Nets game, bearded up, and I can't ask my big bro, yo.
No, I mean, you're using an opportunity to do the ultimate glaze fest. I respect that. That's fine.
For sure.
Yeah.
For a person
You
that's
could glaze him way harder.
yeah, you could.
I could have
Way.
done
could
way
so much
much
more.
I
But
coulda
to
ran
answer
up
your
there.
question, a question that I would ask Mahomes or Luka, I would genuinely have to think about it because if I know this is the only question I'm gonna ask, I would have to think about it. I'm not asking like, yo, bro, how do you pour milk in your cereal in the morning?
You do cereal milk push.
First one, well, at a media press conference like that is different. But like, if I actually got to talk to LeBron, I'd be like, "What does greatness mean to you? What is greatness?"
What if you said me?
I would fucking dap him.
You probably would say me.
Some shit like that,
Yeah,
right?
like me. Some shit like me.
So
Nah,
what
but
I've been
no,
doing for
I'd
the
be
last
like,
20
yo,
years.
like Bron, some heart to heart, like, yo, let's have this talk. Let's sit down, chop it up, bottle of wine. What's
It'll
greatness
be
to
like
you?
Bronny.
That's why the media road questions for the athletes,
Fuck greatness.
You say, yo, Bronny, mom over there.
the funny, lighthearted questions
That was
are
lit.
fine. But I think like when you cross the line of disrespecting the player, I think that's an issue. Because you're in their space. That's what it is, and they're disrespecting them by asking a question like
I think
that.
y'all would stutter.
Maybe.
I would have it written down. I wouldn't stutter.
I think I still might stutter. Like,
You practiced in the mirror the night before.
imagine like you seeing your idol, like you're just like, ah.
We talked to some pretty cool dudes.
We ain't
I
talk
didn't
to our
freeze
idols,
up.
though. Like,
That's
I feel like
true.
it's different. Like talking to like guys like Darius Slay, and then talking to like LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Because he's like, you've idolized him your whole life.
Yeah.
Like it's different. It would be different. I'm like, I'm sitting here talking to like Jalen Brunson as opposed to talking to Steph, because it's like Steph is my favorite
Brunson would
player.
still
ever.
be crazy.
Yeah,
I
like-
would be starstruck, no doubt. Frozen, no.
Like I was frozen when I seen Trayvon DeVault, so I know I'm be frozen
No,
as fuck
fact.
if I see Steph. Like,
I'm with you.
I ain't gonna
Jordan
know what
Poole.
to do.
What would you ask him?
Jordan Poole?
Yeah, how he ties his shoes.
I wouldn't ask him nothing about the punch. That's number one. I would
man.
probably just ask him.
How did it feel to get punched?
Yeah, that'd be
Did it hurt?
I'd just ask him, Poole, probably just like,
How'd it feel
how
to
did you
fall
deal
off?
with the backlash of going to, Washington? Like, how did you feel of the fact of getting traded for, and I know he sees the media, so like getting traded for essentially nothing. And then now, like, how do you feel about being in Washington and stuff? And now you're playing well. It's shit like that. Because I feel like his whole year and some change was so crazy, just mentally and emotionally, having to think he would be in Golden State for some time to just getting shipped off for Chris Paul in Washington. Like, you go from playoffs every year to now you're in Washington, you're dog shit every year. I don't even think they have 10 wins right now. Yeah, like
They've been winning recently.
I heard
You
like
see,
a
they're
4-game win streak.
5-2 against teams that start with an H or some shit. It's like the Heat, the Hornets, Something like
funny.
that. They're like 3-33 against everyone else.
Yeah, it's weird.
Got to change the first letter of every team's name then, so they can be good
Fucking
again.
win it all, man.
I like that shirt on you.
Thanks, bro. Got the NJS. You know what I'm saying? You get to see a couple baddies.
What would it take for you to throw a game?
A baddie. In a heartbeat. A baddie tells me throw it and she'll give me her number. I'm throwing the game. In a fucking heartbeat. Like, my cousin's on the court throwing the game. Like, this
At what level do you have to get to as a referee before you like have some like, okay, a baddie's not doing it? Like a varsity game? Okay.
But freshman, throwing it. Especially when it's easy to throw it. Oh. Yeah. Shout them. Don't ask me
higher
questions.
the stakes.
Yeah, like, no, for sure. JV,
You got to think about it.
Yeah, varsity, nah. College, nah.
And this is just for a number. This is not like a guaranteed date.
Nah,
just a number.
If she's on the sideline, she's a baddie. And I walk through. Like, hey, ref. First, the neck going to turn like, oh, hey, what up? And then she's like, hey, my son plays on this. I tell you, I give you my number. We could go on a little date. Oh, throw the game? Easily.
You're teching the star player twice.
No, I wouldn't
to get him
tech.
out.
Tech is too
Obvious.
for a tech. You have to really like something has to really happen.
Yeah.
But I can easily finesse a foul. These kids be
tackles.
hacks. Like I can finesse a foul,
Especially her
finesse a
son
travel.
be like, cut few feet. Like, I'm guarantee he's getting 10
If her
points.
son
tonight.
is trash, I'm not gonna do it.
So
If
what
he's
you're saying
okay,
is that there's calls that happen all the time that you don't call, but there are some that you do.
Yeah, 'cause
based on the flow of the game.
you have it's a fine line in like so how we do it is we meet up whoever it is partner or whatnot and we dictate how we want to play the game, like how we want to ref the game. We want to be physical, we want to let them play. Also, it's depending on the size of the team. Like if one team has like 3-4 bigs, another team has like 6 kids and they're small, we're letting that team be a lot more physical than the opposite team. So it's really dependent. But there's so many fouls on a court from actually watching it. I understand why, refs hold their whistle. Like you just get a different
Can't
perspective.
call everything.
You can't, because then the game is slow, it's boring. So you just get a different perspective standing where I am. So I'll be sitting there and I'll see in the paint, and plus it's all about angles. Like if I'm under the baseline or if I'm on the side, I can't see a dude getting hit from behind him at the free throw line. Like that would be my partner. And now you only get 2 refs, you used to have it 3. So it's really about angles and positioning. But you in the paint, there's 4 guys down there. I can call foul every single time, but you gotta have a fine line.
Yeah.
I saw this clip of referees talking, and he said a player can go 4 for 17, but I missed one call. They're talking about me. They're not talking about the player. That killed me.
Yeah, that's it. Like it's tough. Like I had a game last Saturday, and I was talking to the guy. He said I missed the call because it was Elmwood Park versus Carlstadt. Carlstadt got the ball. They were down 3. It's like 8 seconds left. Got a steal. Dude was killing at like 30. He came down and he made the layup, but it was alleged blocking. But from my angle, I was on the left side of the rim. I thought he moved out the way. But from people seeing coming down baseline, looking at it straight on, he got the foul. And I didn't call it. Game was over. And I was like, and people were talking to me like, yo, you
Should
didn't
have been
see
M1.
Yeah. And I
Got
was
it.
like, okay, from my angle, it looked like he moved. So I didn't see him hit it, but I missed the call. So,
Do you
all
have
about
stats that track how many calls, the percentage of calls you get right?
Nah, not at high school. Not at high school.
Yeah.
What do you think how do you think you're doing right now?
I think I'm doing good based off the compliments that I've been getting and how people walk up to me and just talk to me throughout the game. When I ref, I'm very just, my ego's in the mud. Like I tell the ref I'm with, like, yo, bro, if I fuck up, let me know. Teach me the game, because I'm still very new at it. So I'd say like 1 to 10, I'm like a 7, like 6.5.
Do you be running up and down too?
Oh, I'm running.
All right,
like,
lit.
People see me, I'm
getting a
I'm
workout
in the mode. Like I ain't trying to miss shit because they have huddle. So you can see every game. So like you don't know who's watching you. So my boss could be watching me. My boss could be, checking us out. So I'm running. I had some old dude the other day. Nah, nigga, run. Fuck, like you bugging out. Let me run then. You stay, I run. I got the young, fresh legs. So I'll be doing all that.
So how did this start? Did you start refereeing lower level and then you moved up?
No, they throw you in the fire. Like after,
That's crazy.
Yeah, like,
Were you nervous the first game?
Oh, what's that, bro? So you get 3 trainings, you get some online shit, and then they throw you in freshman JV. So my first game was a freshman JV game, PCTI versus Passaic Valley. And that game, I had jitters because I had an older guy who didn't really call shit. But, you get that vibe where...
90s basketball.
Yeah, so it's like, but sometimes you'll have fans and sometimes you'll have, like, people who know you're new. So they'll be like, oh, one dude on the sideline was like, yo, fix your bass, nigga. And he was talking to me because I said something too low. And I'm just like, damn, like, I did say it too loud. I was like, I got to speak up. So, that first game, bro, I wasn't calling the shit. I fucked up. I didn't know what the positioning was. But like after the first game, like after the first 4 games, I'd say
You're allowed.
No, when he said fix your base, bro,
That's
I laughed.
crazy.
I was just like, damn,
That's
he's damn right.
that is
Like,
nuts.
I said it way too low. And I was like, fuck, bro. But yeah, now I'm good now. Like now I'm not.
Do you get emphatic with your calls?
Yeah.
You know, someone's going. Poof, poof, poof.
Nah, I definitely like the travels. I get emphatic. Like if a nigga travel, I just be on some. I start getting crazy. Like I do this or I do this. I jump. Like I start wilding because you gotta have fun with it. Like you don't want to be up there bored. So I just be trolling.
I don't
sometimes.
want your
Let me see your
comment.
blocking foul.
Yeah, I be violent, but at the end of the day, like I take my job serious, but also sometimes like I be talking to the kids, I be trying to help them out, so I be like, yo,
Explain to them, yeah.
explain to like I'll be like, yo, ask me a question, coach, you talk to me. I try not to have that disrespectful or like that mean ass.
Good.
You can't talk to
Have
me.
you had to tee anyone up yet?
No, not yet. No, nobody is really. I had this one ref. I gave him a warning. I'm like, yo, ref, you keep yelling at me, you keep coming over. And he was
Coach,
like,
you're saying.
oh yeah, coach. And he was like, my fault. And then we talked that again. I'm like, yeah, I understand you think I'm fucking up, but just talk to me. You don't got to yell at me. I'm like, you don't gotta,
Real, that's
you don't
it.
gotta, like,
That's how you
talk
get
to
their
me.
respect.
I
OD.
told him, I'm like, I'm new. I want to get better at this. He was like, I understand. We good.
But
So-
we got a game to play.
They
I'll
won.
be like, yo,
No,
it's
they
not my fault. You're new. Lock in.
No, they were up. They were up by like 20. So I'm just like, yo, dude, like, calm down.
Do you find
right?
yourself being like more catering to other referees when you're watching the NBA now? Like, do you look for certain shit that you weren't before?
Because the NBA is so different. Like their rules are so completely different than high school and college. They allow so much for the entertainment purposes.
You're not studying Scott Foster.
No, you shouldn't, because they just let shit in the NBA fly.
If you see this while someone's dribbling, are you calling a carry?
this,
Are you calling that?
if he puts it right back down, no.
Okay.
But if he,
Holds it. Hezzy, yeah.
nah, brother, we can't have that.
I hope your comment from earlier isn't incriminating.
Yo, I thought the same shit. I'm like, man, imagine. But I don't think so. He's obviously joking.
Yeah, I'm trolling. It just
Because in my head, I'm like, yo, if this was Tony Brothers, he's never reffing again.
he should.
He's done. I think you just ruined your NBA reffing chances.
Nah, you could like if you could tell I ref it pretty fair. Like my games are usually very
He
fair.
followed it up with freshman, sure, but JV, varsity, college, pro. He set himself straight.
Can't do it. But yeah, nah.
Hey,
it's-
but that was one baddie. What if the stakes are raised?
What if it's
These
3
referees in the
What if it's
NBA are
6?
dealing with millions of dollars that they can make.
And it's courtside.
Yeah,
the
it
baddies be courtside.
No, games be lit though. But yeah, you can't. NBA, college, high school, completely
You go to
different.
jail for that, you know.
Are
That's
there
a
any
whole
good
different type of thing.
referees in any sport? Like, everyone just shits on everybody.
I've had some good ones. I've
Bro,
had some
I
good
shouldn't
guys.
the
say-
baseball ump
Angel Hernandez?
No.
Oh, the dude that just got yeah.
fired for some betting shit. He was perfect. He missed no balls and strikes last year and got fired for some betting.
It wasn't even him. It was like his friend was betting like on his account or some shit. But he did not bet whatsoever.
And he was an
Got fired.
amazing umpire.
I
And
mean,
he
we gotta
fired
put
him.
2 and 2 together. If his friend's betting on his account,
No,
I
of
don't know
course.
exactly what it is. Don't take that for what it is. But whatever, the report said that this umpire did not bet any games. Like, there was no influence in it.
okay.
But his friend somehow
used his account.
I don't know what it was.
He
Whatever
definitely
it
was
was.
like, yo, I got you tonight.
But the thing is, the umpire was perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was a great umpire.
He didn't.
Because
he
So
Yeah,
it
didn't-
didn't look.
especially
It was
baseball.
like, how can he
and
basically fix things?
He
you know?
wasn't fixing it.
He was calling it by the book.
yeah,
Yeah,
but he
it's
on
a
some
lot
shit
harder
like,
to
yo,
fix shit.
tonight I'm gonna have. It's gonna be a night.
Yo.
No, bet it.
Judge is gonna
But-
drop that pop up.
Yeah.
But MLB, there's a Twitter page that they track the umpires. They track balls
That's
and
what I'm
strikes.
saying.
So you could see right after the game, 98% correct or like 83% correct. So you could see who's really
I wish we
fucking up.
had that, honestly. But like in basketball, it's so hit or miss.
Yeah.
Like you could get hit here and you could be. It's a
They have
foul.
like the
or you
last
could be
2 minute
like-
report, but
Yeah.
that's
The
really all
thing,
you get.
bro, football, the 2018 NFC Championship, arguably the biggest missed call in NFL history.
Yeah.
No PI, but like that's 2018. That should be a flag. We should have modern technology for us to know it's a flag. But human error is what makes sports what it is. I'm not too mad about it.
Yeah, on every side. You know, the players too are, like you mentioned about Tony Brothers, that comment he made. I mean, players struggle, and if there's a call at the end of the game that doesn't favor them, that's the reason why they lose.
And you saw LeBron and Dennis Schroeder having a panic attack against the Celtics.
That shit was
That should
hilarious.
mean something to them.
Yeah, I also think it's easier to do it then because in high school we can't bet on freshmen. Like I ain't about to pick freshman money line.
Yeah.
Like I can't do that. In the NBA, it's like
Yeah, it's like no application for that.
no,
at
like
all.
nothing. Like in the NBA, I could sit here and be like, "Yo, take the Raptors tonight. Trust me. Take the Raptors.
Take 5.5.
tonight. Take Scotty 8 free throws. Like take it
if
tonight."
it's within 8,
Like you
Nah,
can sit
bro.
there and lie, bro.
That's just thinking about that, and then thinking about Jonte Porter going in halftime, taking his phone, texting his guys like, "Yo, bro, I'm not about to go in, and if I do, I'm chucking. Like, just take all my unders. We're good." How insane do you have to be?
It's an idiot.
You got to be straight up dumb as hell to allow yourself to
That's a basketball
blow
family too.
exactly to blow your opportunity that people would kill for. Like, this common sense that people lack is mind blowing.
Yeah, there's so much at stake. There's so much money involved in these entertainment
Lord.
leagues. And with the NBA, you know, what he did is just inexcusable.
No, he's a dumbass. I
It's
say that
not-
with the most respect possible. He's dumb.
It's worse than this, but this is pretty bad. It's like negotiating with one team only on the most possible assets you can get for your star player who's generational and 25 years old.
So tough.
You didn't open it up to the public. There's just one team I want to talk to. Just one.
Who's dumber,
have
Jonte
'em.
Porter or Jonte Porter?
Do you think a
Nico
situation like that
Harrison?
will ever
I'm
happen?
gonna be honest.
It's Nico. I swear to God, it's Nico. Because like maybe Jonte, jokes aside, maybe John had like a gambling issue. You know what I mean? Or like, you know, maybe he was like in some debt to some people. Nico just straight up was like, I'm just gonna be an idiot.
You know what's the funny part about Nico? He's had a good 2 years.
Yeah.
Last year,
Great
he
2
was
years.
the best GM in basketball.
Deadline, he was good. He had a good off season. You know, the team has been hampered with injuries this year, but for the most part, when they're healthy, they're a good team. And he just said, you know what? I'm gonna put an icing on the cake. I need AD.
Like, if Sam Presti doesn't count, like, if we just take him out of the
He
equation.
doesn't make too many trades.
He does. Nico Harrison, for all intents and purposes, last year was flawless. Drafting Derek Lively, trading for PJ, trading for Gafford. The team went to the moon. I'll
Did he
give him
bring in
credit
Derrick
for
Jones Jr.?
Derrick Jones Jr. Well said. Trading
Quinn
for
Grimes
Kyrie.
trade this offseason?
We
QG
just
trade
traded
was
him.
no.
But guess what?
Caleb Martin deal.
It's all
which
in the
is
Doesn't
trash.
matter.
It's
It
all in
doesn't
the
matter.
trash.
Everything starts from here.
Yep.
And
All in the trash.
I'm not even gonna be here. Me
Nico
and kid in 3
Harrison
years.
made such
I'm
a
gonna spit
bad
this out.
move
Calm down.
because it was so bad that he has people questioning the integrity of the league. It's so shocking. People cannot believe it. People still can't believe that it's real. People think it's one big giant nightmare that are non-Lakers fans. And you are questioning the integrity of the league because the more information you get on it, he wanted to keep it under wraps. He only negotiated with one team, just the Lakers. If he would have opened this up, who knows the type of offers that they would have gotten for Luka Doncic.
And I already said this on our live stream, so if you want to go hear that again, this is going to be an abridged version. Go check those out. If you wanted a win now move, which we all are in agreement, you don't trade Luka. That's your win now. Luka's your win now and your win later. If you wanted a win now move, the only player that made sense to trade for is Anthony Davis. The only player that's in that type of realm with his skill set is Joel Embiid, and Joel Embiid is the biggest question mark superstar right now in the league.
Nothing he said was believable. Like, if you watch the presser, like if you legitimately sit down, and I'm not saying I'm this psychologist. I'm not saying I can read body language, but from the vibe I was getting, Jason Kidd was not a part of this plan at all.
Nope.
He didn't agree with it. He probably got the notification same time we got the notification. Because the way Nico was in there, he even said something like, "Oh, you know, I made the decision. I make the decisions." But yeah, Jason Kidd, he
co-signs
he
it,
co-signs it. But
He's
I'm the guy.
supportive of
Yeah,
it.
but I'm the guy that makes the decision. Then he was speaking highly of AD. He said they want a defensive identity. Cool, all that's cool. Luka's been on top 5 defenses with the Mavericks, but whatever. You
When
want
they
the
made the
defense.
conference
Yeah,
finals,
you want
yes.
the defensive identity. Fine. Then he started talking about how I might not be here in 3 years. You know, I'm sitting here and, you know, I want to make these moves. I feel like we're really good at what we have. It just seems like you're infatuated with Anthony Davis, and they kept talking about that relationship, that foundation that Anthony Davis and Nico have. I can't wrap my head around the win now move being the next step in Anthony Davis. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, you have Luka. Stick with Luka. I don't think it's about conditioning. Luka has never made it apparent that he wanted to leave or he wasn't going to re-sign. He's never even been disgruntled with the organization outside of when he gets upset when they trade his friends, which were on the team from
And
last
he never
year.
is outspoken
And
about
he
it.
never
either.
never.
No.
He's been in Luka is of that European tag where Europeans tend to stay for a longer time with the team. You know, they tend to stretch that out for a long period of time. They're very loyal. They're very home, like whatever. If you treat them like home, they will treat that place like home. And you didn't even have any communication with Luka. That's the disrespect part. That's your franchise player. That's your most talented player in NBA. And your franchise. Shout out to Dirk.
And you had
Dirk.
Dirk.
You had Dirk. And the Dirk gave you the cosign to give him the key. Like, yo, he's better than me. Give him the keys. He's the guy. And you didn't even have a conversation with bro. That's the fucked up part about it.
Yeah. That's why I'm taking it at face value. I don't think it's some conspiracy, even though there are some pretty intriguing ones that make sense.
The only conspiracy that I can
Nico
think
just
of
hates Luka.
The
outside
ownership group.
I don't want to buy into that because now we're talking about integrity. Now we're actually talking about the integrity.
Trade's so bad.
The only one.
you cost them
Yeah, this trade is
117
really bad
million.
where you question
Yeah,
everything.
You
agreed.
cost him
about it.
100 mil too. That hurts.
Do you remember that video of Luka after the WCF
The beer taken away from him.
taking the beer out of his hand? The only thing that, if anyone's trying to make any type of logical sense, and now this is me creating some bullshit, is that maybe Luka's an alcoholic. Like, maybe Luka's an alcoholic.
And bro, if Luka's an alcoholic,
gives a
I
fuck?
don't care.
I saw
swear to
someone
God.
say if you have to go and put a McDonald's 24 hours in the building for him just because that's what he wants, he likes to eat, you go and you fucking do that because give him
He's that guy, bro.
$39.9.
He's that guy.
No, but that's the only
He's
thing
an
that can make
alcoholic
me
giving you
think.
40
I
then.
think-
Because everything he's deaded. He said, I would have taken the Supermax. Conditioning is bullshit. Does he look 270 to you? Does he look like he's overweight to you?
No, he's fine, and that's the thing is like the conditioning thing. He played 100 games last year,
I can
and
see the
he played
270.
them hurt.
You think? He doesn't look
He
270.
came in at 240, and he looked skinny when he came in. You know what I'm saying?
I think
He's
he's like
like
6'7",
6'7".
That's what I'm saying. Like remember, when he came in as a rookie, he looked skinny, but he was 240.
Let me ask you,
6'7".
does he look out of shape?
No,
is my
he just
better
looks.
question.
He just looks
Oh, and
260.
that's the thing, and this is the biggest problem I have with the Mavericks. I think the conspiracy theory is that there holds some truth to it. I mean, you don't just negotiate with one team. Like,
Yeah,
yes,
that's
they
weird.
wanted to keep it private, but Nico Harrison could have privately met with other general managers and told them the same thing he told Pelinka. This is just between us.
Trades are about trust, man.
Yeah, but you don't think that Nico Harrison has anybody?
That's my GM.
Anybody that he can talk to?
Nico's
he
so
definitely
bad.
has
Nah,
friends
I'm
around
with
the
you.
league.
I'm trolling.
So-
I'm trolling.
Nico's so
I'm trolling.
bad, Rob ain't even believe him at first.
But I feel like this, and he
You
actually
serious?
talked him down to lower value in the trade. And I think
And that's why I want people to respect Rob. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
it wasn't
he's
easy.
definitely a
After
pillow
you
talker.
fast it up, it's like, oh,
Rob
bro, we
started to fucking get his little
He
bag.
knew he got
He's
him.
crazy,
After you said,
bro.
yo, Luka, he like, oh wait, I could get Luka. Look,
And then the
He's so
ownership
tough.
group that bought the Mavericks, because if Mark Cuban was the majority
wasn't
owner,
happening.
this wasn't going to
Never,
happen.
ever.
The new ownership group, they wanted to build casinos in the arenas of the arena, but the city said no, they can't. So because they didn't want to pay Luka the Supermax, there's been a conspiracy that they want to tank the franchise's value, so they move it to Vegas because Vegas would obviously co-sign casinos being in an NBA arena because that's what they do.
This
So
is the point we're at, though, man.
I was thinking about just this trade and where it ranks in like the history of the NBA. This is the most shocking one, but I think it's the only trade that has shifted an athlete from being, I guess, sort of in the middle of good and bad to being the protagonist in the story. Because usually, LeBron went to the Heat, he was a villain. KD went to the Warriors, he was a villain. Everybody's rooting for Luka because I felt bad
would
for...
you shut up?
I'm not rooting for
No,
Luka.
I mean, you said you felt bad for him. You're starting to feel bad for him now.
Yeah, kind of trolling.
I felt bad that he lost
But
some money.
it is different. Rooting
That
and feeling
is
bad is
crazy.
different. Rooting
Cost
and
him
feeling
over
bad for
100.
somebody
He
is
just looked
different.
so damn sad at that press conference.
He did because he is. And this is where Mavericks fans, they're obviously going through it. I mean, that's like Derrick Rose winning an MVP and then the Bulls trading him the year after.
Oh, brother,
it is,
the city would have rioted.
I can come up with a million different analogies, but it is the biggest heartbreak for a fan that is supportive of a team. But really, the biggest
moment,
heartbreak
bro.
was Luka. I think everybody collectively feels bad for Luka because he just bought a $14 million home. He did everything he could possibly do. He made the NBA Finals, and he played through a plethora of injuries to where you saw pictures of him in the NBA Finals with ice wrapped around his
still
knee
outplayed Tatum.
and wrapped around his
Outplayed
stomach
Tatum, probably
area.
would've won.
Like, Luka was going through it, and he gave everything. Like, this is like, I remember how everybody felt when the Celtics traded Isaiah Thomas, the heartbreak people felt for him.
Yeah.
This is even larger than that.
Isaiah
also,
Thomas's
you got
sister
Kyrie.
died.
Yeah. But also,
And Luka made the NBA Finals and was there for a longer period of time.
You can't equate it. I
No, brother.
You can't equate
No, but
it.
we're talking about the emotional connection that you have to the player.
the IT shit is just different because in a vacuum, I think Kyrie's the better player.
And it was a good trade. Like you made the trade
But
made sense.
that's why this
trade
didn't make
doesn't
sense.
make
No,
sense.
no,
Luka is
Agreed.
he was hurting at that. I've always dreamed to be. No, you haven't.
He was hurting, man.
was up
He
there
wanted to
live.
be on the Mavericks
Long
for his entire
forever.
career,
Yeah.
and he wanted to be loyal. He said that's what meant the most to him. And it's one thing to dislike him and trade him, but Nico Harrison in every point trying to justify it. The conditioning thing, he just played 100 games. You're not going to sell me on that. And he's mostly been healthy throughout his career. The Supermax contract, yeah, like maybe the new CBA makes it tougher to pay players, but those are players like Zach LaVine and Bradley Beal and De'Aaron Fox that you think about. Luka is a blank check player. You don't think twice about
You
it.
don't pay Luka this Supermax. Name me one player that deserves it.
Anthony Davis.
If you're not giving Luka Doncic the Supermax, who in the NBA deserves it?
But that's why ownership matters, because you look at the Commanders' turnaround right now in the NFL. He willing to spend money, willing to make the right people in charge of the franchise. With the Mavericks, it's clear they're putting business over the product that's on the
They
court.
don't care about basketball.
It's not like Luka deserves the contract, but these billionaires, even with the money they have, they're like, hey, that's a lot of money to me, and I could profit more by not being competitive. Why would I give Luka this big contract?
But even still, if you make the playoffs, you go to the finals, you're getting all of that revenue for home games. You know,
Yes.
it's not like you're losing money. You're probably gaining money if you're good. Of course, like tax bills and things like that come into effect, so that changes some things. But again, we said it. Drew just mentioned it. I said it earlier. Like, dude, it's Luka. Because some of the things that Nico said objectively, I think are true. Like, I think the last 3 years he's been banged up. For whatever you want to say, he has been hurt the last 3 years. That's objectively true. The defense hasn't been good. That's objectively true. It doesn't fucking matter. Like, every player has negative traits about them, whether offense, defense, off the court, whatever it is. Every player's going to have some sort of negative attachment to him. I mean, Nikola Jokic still gets shit on for being a bad defender. The fact that he won the championship, it kind of gets thrown away. But even last season, people were talking about his defense. So no matter how great you are, no one's going to be perfect unless you're fucking prime LeBron James. So to just point out his negative aspects, like the defense, like the injuries these last couple of years, it's a slap in the face. Like, as much as you guys know, I'm not a fan of Luka, but there is nothing I can do to sit here and rationalize it. There's nothing I can do to sit here and be like, you know what, man, Nico Harrison is fucking right. Like, he is cooking right now, because you got Anthony Davis in a 2031 or 2029 first round pick. It's insane.
He only got one pick. That's the craziest part.
I want to speak sincerely. I know, obviously, I'm the Lakers fan. Dallas Mavericks fans don't want to hear from me. I'm not trying to take no victory lap. I'm happy about Luka being on my team. That's obvious.
Anybody would.
Laker fans are going to
It's
be
Luka.
happy. Exactly. That being said, one of the best parts of Luka being on the Mavericks was, obviously, the Mavericks have a bit of history. Understanding Dirk Nowitzki is one of the most historic European basketball players. But Luka Doncic was bringing a team that wasn't in a huge market and making them one of the most beloved franchises, making them one of the most beloved teams. Giannis being in Milwaukee was one of the best blessings for them because, again, that's a small market with one of the most global superstars in the world. I can understand, as a fan of the game, where you can hate the Lakers right now more than anything, or you're a hater of the Boston Celtics, you're a hater of the New York Knicks, because they're teams that have owners that are willing to pay top dollar for these players. They don't care about going over the luxury tax, however many aprons. They're willing and happy to spend this money for the team because they have it. They know they have the market for it. They know that the fans are going to go and support them regardless, wherever they are. You robbed an entire city, an entire state of an all-time great player, and you made the fans feel as if they didn't matter. And I'm speaking sincerely as a guy who is the fan of the team he's going to play for. I feel for more, and I said this to you guys before, and I'm reiterating it, I feel for Dallas Mavericks content creators. If I was a Mavs creator, they're probably having some solid numbers now because of Luka Doncic and Anthony Davis, and obviously this is the most groundbreaking news since Kawhi at 3 a.m. or KD. It's bigger than all of that, to be honest with you. But years down the line, when they're not talking about Luka Doncic anymore, they're going to take a hit. And unless they find some amazing generational, another one in the draft, which it's not likely, it doesn't happen very often. How many SGAs, how many Lukas, how many Wembys grow on trees? They simply don't.
Pick better hit, man.
Not on everything. That is a fact. I feel for those content creators. I genuinely do, because there's a large portion of fans that watched Mavericks content for Luka, that became Mavericks fans for Luka. Luka's gone. I have a lot of people in my phone that already told me, Drew, we're Lake Show now. You lost hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of fans with this one move.
Well, we saw
That's
the
who I feel
refunds
for.
too. They already said we're going out. We're
Which
giving
is
refunds
insane.
to people.
It's
That's
because
insane.
of
It's admitted
because
defeat.
of
It's like we fucked up.
Yes,
That's what it sounds like.
It's what they did and how they did it. That's why I feel very bad for Luka, because loyalty means so much to him, and the way he was disrespected on his way out, Nico Harrison giving his reasoning for why he traded Luka, none of them justifiable. We can go through the list of them. You can't ask more of what he gave to that team and that organization. Like this is it's heartbreaking on both sides. Like it really does suck. And I don't think people hate the Lakers. I think there's a natural jealousy of the Lakers because they tend to get any star they want. And I'm talking about the cream of the crop. This wasn't no Zach LaVine trade.
It wasn't.
This is Luka fucking Doncic. This is Luka Doncic.
Luka Magic.
They have secured their future for a decade because they have a player they can build around. And I already built a championship team. In 4 years, Jaren Jackson could come to the Lakers. That's all I'm saying. Jaren Jackson
Jaren
Jr.
Jackson's gonna
and
be my
Luka.
co-star in
I
4
mean, my
years.
goodness. No, but I have a great team. Herb Jones, Jaren Jackson Jr., Luka
Jackson is a
Doncic.
Grizzly for life.
Herb
brother.
moves me.
And
Hey,
we
no
thought
player
Luka,
safe.
We thought Luka was a Maverick for life, and he's on the Lakers.
He's cooking.
That's because the GM don't like him.
there's
I just can't believe we got him in a trade. Like, it wasn't
Yeah.
free agency. That's something that you see big names leave
I
in
always felt
free
like
agency.
Luka, if he was to go though, would be in a trade.
Because you can't lose the value, even though you didn't get shit for it.
There's
I
a
mean,
natural
gotta-
jealousy because Lakers things always just go there, right? They play NBA franchise on easy mode, cruise control. But no, I think the real thing here, the real story here is there's a real hatred for the Mavericks and Nico Harrison specifically for what he did. And I think the general managers that run other organizations now have a deep hatred for Nico Harrison too, because nobody was able to get their hands in the candy jar to have a chance at picking out the best one. Nobody had a chance. It was just the Lakers. And that's where you go into the NBA ratings have been a talking point all year long. And Luka, did you see the numbers? Everybody was eating off of Luka content to the Lakers. You saw the graphic they posted on Twitter, how many hundreds of million views that got. The Lakers got the biggest, arguably, international superstar on the biggest brand in the NBA. Regardless of how it happened, if you're Adam Silver right now, you're like, whoo, wow.
Thank God.
That is a league-saving type of move.
And people thought that Adam Silver would veto a trade like that. Adam Silver probably saw that get sent through and he said, oh my God, my job is saved.
He can't. David Stern vetoed the Hornets trade because the NBA owned the Hornets at the time. The reason why a commissioner can't just step in here is because he doesn't own any of the teams. He is the commissioner. And hey, sometimes people in your league make dumb shit.
That's a bad precedent, too.
It is what it is, but you can't stop it. They stopped it for the Chris Paul to the Lakers because the NBA owned the Hornets. And they were like, no, we can't do this.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys this, because shout out to the guy that runs the All Things Mav account. He was talking and obviously very passionate, very, very upset, and understandably so. He said, the Mavs could win 3 straight championships, and I still wouldn't care.
That's not true. If they win one, it's justified. I swear.
That's where I kind of get
I don't know
lost.
about one.
3's crazy.
If the Mavericks win the championship,
If they win
let's say
this
they win
year-
this year, people are going to shift from
You know
maybe
what?
Nico was right about it. That's what's going to.
There will be at least
That's
2
what it's-
people in the world
It's
that
gonna be a
say
split.
that.
It
It's gonna be
depends
a
on what
split.
Luka does after that.
Oh, 100%.
Because if he wins like 3-4, you're gonna sit in there and be like, that one doesn't really matter.
I mean, yeah, but it takes
think
a
about
lot to win
how many
one.
franchises have 0. They have 0. The Mavericks only have 1.
If they won in this, they won in 2010s and the 2020s.
The only thing that I can hear and understand is that it would have meant more with our homegrown kid.
Yes.
Obviously.
Yes.
And that's fair. When Dirk got over the hump and won in 2011 with the most improbable win over the Big Three Heat, obviously that meant so much to the Mavs, but so much to the NBA.
I feel like you got to win a trade. You have to have more success than the opposite side.
I feel as if Anthony Davis and the Mavericks win a singular championship with their franchise, with their history, a singular championship, that is a win.
But usually, I know what you're saying. I agree with you. I agree with your reasoning because, yes, you do have to have more success than the other side for you to win a trade. But it's hard to win a championship. And it's not guaranteed that Luka will win. Like saying 3, 4, I mean, LeBron has 4. He's the greatest player of all time.
No, for sure.
The best of the best only win 1. Sometimes.
No, for sure. But we've seen in our era, we've seen more teams now that are like Denver just won their first. Milwaukee just won their first. Toronto just won their first. It's more common now for these new teams to win than
more parity.
It's more parity.
Yeah,
so,
Giannis just won 1, but is he going to win another? I don't know. It's up in the air, like literally.
Dirk lost in 2006, and there was real thought of would he win another, and then he went back in 2011.
I feel like if you're the Mavs, though, if you win a championship this year, it's like you probably would have won with Luka. You know, like if you win with AD, is there all of a sudden a different? Oh, they're so much better matched up against X team. Like I don't feel much more comfortable.
Low-key.
AD gives a lot of. I mean, the way you scheme up defense versus Luka, it'll never be the same.
AD was the reason the Lakers were a bad matchup for OKC.
See, and Riv, but you asked
Dallas owns OKC.
Exactly.
Dallas
and now
with Luka, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
But
so
now
what
that
other
matchup-
team?
They beat
that
him
match-
without Luka this year,
No,
too.
but I'm
though.
saying, but in the playoffs, I think that matchup, Luka and Kyrie, but now you have AD. I think it shifts to where you don't have that offensive potent guy, to where the matchup changes.
You don't have a 1.
Yeah,
I still think AD is going to kill OKC.
I think this is a conversation that I definitely want to have, but I want to ask you, Dels, do you think Luka's going to win a championship with the Lakers?
I think you already guaranteed it's the Lakers. Like,
Right now, no. I mean, this is a team that's incomplete. This is a team that LeBron James is, although he said he wants to extend, he wants to stay there. Got to see it first because he's going to have a bunch of options, I think, in this offseason, whether what happens at the end of this season. Rob Pelinka's made some good moves, right? Like, of course, getting Anthony Davis was a phenomenal move. Getting Luka Doncic was a great move. Picking up a guy like Austin Reeves.
Undrafted.
But, like, I think what Rob really has to do now is, okay, trading for AD, everyone probably would have made that deal. Trading for Luka, everyone would have fucking made that deal. Now I want to see what Rob Pelinka could do around the edges to complete this team. You go out there and get a Nick Claxton. You go out there and get a Robert Williams. If you're able to get someone at the big that really rounds out this team, now we can start talking. But I'm not set in stone on Rob Pelinka being like a top 5 GM in basketball right now because he made the most obvious move in NBA history.
the Lakers are guaranteed to win.
Level him. I think so.
What's the percentage of credit you give Rob Pelinka for this deal?
For this deal, after reports have come out that
pillow talking?
Exactly.
30%.
I'm at like a coin flip.
I was gonna say 5%, bro.
I'm at like a coin flip.
Oh, that's
he
crazy.
talked him down from 2 firsts to 1.
Yeah, that's
and
Nico
we kept
Harrison
Dalton.
being. I feel more strongly about Nico Harrison being the worst GM in
Agreed.
basketball than Rob being top 5.
Nico's the guy that kind of built this idea up. That's why I like.
Before we
it don't
move
even
on
make sense.
from Rob Pelinka, I want to give him his credit. Yes, 2 no-brainer deals. You make those moves every time. There was a time where people said, did the Lakers lose the Pelicans deal? Are they going to be the worst team in basketball? Are they going to give them the first? There was a time. Let's not have revisionist history.
When was that?
That was 2022. 2020.
After you won a ring?
That's the year LeBron got hurt, right?
But he won a ring.
But there was people saying that the Lakers are bad. Oh, the Pelicans are this great young team. Let's see what happens. But I agree. 2 no-brainer deals regardless. Austin Reeves undrafted.
Sure.
Alex Caruso undrafted.
Is that Rob? Or is that?
You got to give him credit for that.
I feel like
I'm not going to not give him credit.
that's a player development.
I'm still not
scouting.
done though. I'm still not done. Max Christie,
Rui Hachimura.
and I was the
That's
one.
fair.
Exactly.
That one's
Rui
fair.
was a home
Max
run
Christie,
deal.
I can't fully give you that.
No.
He's okay.
Max Christie is a firm role player. That's all I'm saying. For where he was drafted.
What's for Max Christie? They don't get this deal.
I think the perfect analogy that ties into
I even finished.
basketball.
Don't connect. Like
That's
Still
a
have to
great
wait and
pick.
see.
I think that's going to be a great pick.
It's a good pick.
And look, and Jalen
But he
Hood
could be ass
Schifino,
next
in
year.
hindsight, He was a part of this deal too.
I don't see
That was just money, bro. That
I
wasn't
know,
anything
but we
more.
were still able to take that first and actually not have it be wasteful. That pick was actually good in hindsight again.
an on-court
I'm not
analogy.
giving you Jalen Hood-Schifino as a good pick,
Jalen
brother.
Hood-Schifino was
No, that
moved in
was
this
a bad
trade for
pick.
That was
Luka.
a dog shit pick.
He was included in this deal. I'm counting as a dub. I'm counting that 117
Yeah,
as Luka Doncic.
Palinka's
You're
okay.
insane.
I would say he's okay.
I think this is the equivalent of.
Palinka, he's all right.
People
Rob
are saying that he's
Pelinka-
one of the worst GMs in basketball. That's the shit that be
Hey,
losing
listen,
me.
there wasn't a lot of moves made, but
You know, but it's crazy
they made the
because,
Luka one.
because it's interesting depending on how we're talking about the conversation. Russell Westbrook, because we all have said, "Oh, LeBron made his bet on that one. He wanted
GM.
him.
But
He
Palinka
wanted
still
him."
has to do it.
But you're
it's LeBron.
catering to LeBron.
I can't get too mad.
But sometimes you can say, no, this is stupid.
And he did do that multiple times.
Well,
The
listen,
only
I
thing
think
is, if this trade doesn't
Since
happen,
20
we don't look at Palinka like shit.
This is where I'm
Post-
at with Pelinka.
I'm sorry, Joel. Post Russell Westbrook,
Mm-hmm.
Palinka made calculated trades.
They were good.
Yeah, solid.
You
Vando,
can argue once
Vando's
not
solid.
under the influence of LeBron James.
that's exactly what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Vando's solid.
After he realized, LeBron,
He doesn't know what he's doing.
He
He's
screwed
Michael
the
Jordan
pooch
out
here.
there. Yeah. He's Michael Jordan the GM.
You can't forget what he did in Cleveland.
Okay.
Generational. After that Russell Westbrook disaster,
Yep.
Palinka decided to be a lot more hands-on with trades. He made the move for D'Lo and Vando to give them that chance. We made the WCF. The year after, we stayed very tight. We didn't make any moves. We trusted the development. We went and wrote it out. We failed. We lost in round one. This year, same thing. Still didn't get a big. We waited. He waited. And now we have this. This fell into his lap. I'm not going to say it didn't, but
You got to hit your
and
free
being
throws.
patient.
This isn't a free throw,
Well
brother.
said.
It's a layup.
It's a layup.
This is a layup
This
on
is
a
a
2
wide
foot
open.
Hey, you
This is
can't,
a
you can't forget he talked him down
no.
from 2 first.
That makes
to
it.
one.
That's what makes it worse for Nico.
I don't care. With respect, Mavs fans, I know you feel me on this. Who cares about
Do you
Nico
think Palinka's
Harrison?
top 5?
Here's what I
I've
will
been
say
vocal about how
Pelinka.
much I love Palinka.
I mean, Pelinka, I think right now, what he did before does not matter. This is where it matters now. LeBron James wasn't told about this trade, which means that the Lakers are clearly moving in the direction of we're doing what we want to do, not what LeBron is telling us to
makes
do.
sense. He's
And they're
40.
trying to build around Luka
40.
Doncic. So
valid.
this is what matters, how Rob Pelinka builds around Luka Doncic. And I mean, I did a Lakers My League
It's hard
like
to fail.
weeks ago.
Look at that 2022 Mavs roster.
Yeah.
It's hard to fail.
Yeah, Luka, you're building a roster on easy mode with him as your franchise player. I did a 2K My League weeks ago when Luka was not a part of the Lakers. It was hard to rebuild after LeBron had retired. I just did one with Luka. I was able to do it. I still think it's going to be a little bit difficult, just like based off the simulation I did in the game. It's going to be kind of difficult because the asset pool that the Lakers have in terms of draft picks isn't that much. We're talking about them having one tradable draft pick for this trade deadline. And if they use that, they have nothing else left to improve the roster outside of free agency. If LeBron does indeed sign an extension with the Lakers, what does that number look like? If it's another max contract and you have Luka on a max and LeBron on a max, it now makes it still hard to sign free agents. And at this age, is LeBron a year from now going to be able to be the second best player on a championship team?
We keep asking that question, and he keeps hooping.
Yeah, but I'm not sure about that.
When I see visible decline, the defense is not good, and we've been vocal about that. When his offense falls off, I'll shake your hand and I'll say, Lakers, you do what you need to do. But until that day comes, which it hasn't, offensively, he still gets to his spots. He gets downhill. The three ball's only gotten better with age. He's still one of the best playmakers in basketball. Until that day is here, you have to acknowledge that he's still a max player.
How many moves away do you think the Lakers are
2.
from competing for a championship and take it a step further, being able to win it?
We're 2 moves away.
I think probably at least 2.
No, I think 2 moves and we're good. We get another perimeter defender, and we get either.
Can you name me players so it's easier? Like, there's the 2
Okay.
players you'd slot in.
All right. They ideally both would be bigs.
Even if it's the best available option, I don't care.
Okay, Myles Turner and Nick Claxton.
Impossible.
It is, but
Realistically, Rob will.
You told me best case scenario for me. I'm giving you that.
So 2 bigs. You're gonna get 2 bigs.
We get 2 bigs. We get 1 defensive. Well, 2 technically, but
so no other wing. It'll just be.
I really like where we're at right now to a certain extent. Where is DFS? It's Vando. It's Dalton Connect. It's Rui Hachimura. That's pretty solid.
Like, let's say they get Cam Johnson
And LeBron.
Nick
Like
Claxton.
I count LeBron.
They get Cam Johnson, Nick Claxton, but I don't think
Like,
they have
let's
the
just say
assets
best.
to really
Let's
make
just say
If
best
we
case
get
scenario.
Cam
The
and-
Lakers get. They just got Luka. They can get everybody.
No,
He's
you're
right.
acting like him.
Whoa, I'm allowed.
Just think of the like.
I'm just
that's,
thinking
Hold
of a
on, it's
hypothetical
possible.
scenario.
We have contracts to trade.
That's $50 million.
No.
Yeah,
Cam and
Cam is at 23. Nick is at 25. That's
It's close to 50.
Yeah.
It'd probably
Y'all
be.
didn't know that?
It'd be Gabe Vincent,
I
Jared
didn't know
Vanderbilt.
that Clax was on that
Don't
contract.
say y'all. I'm telling you. Yes, I did.
oh my fault. Yeah.
No, I didn't know Clax was on that deal
Yeah,
already.
and then you see what the Nets, because you're not gonna fleece the Nets. You see what they're asking
You're right.
for.
You're right. I
That's
agree.
at least for them 4 first round
they
picks.
want 2 first. A
But
minimum
I'm just
for Cam.
asking you: are they those 2 players away?
I mean, yeah, in a world where salary cap is off,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, trade
they
override
get
is
a high
imminent,
level
yeah.
3-and-D guy. They get a high level,
Sure.
vertical spacer and rim protector. Yeah, we could talk. It's just with the assets they have, you're gonna have to give up Austin Reeves. You're gonna have to give up basically a lot of your depth to make that happen.
I really don't want to give up Reeves. I'm being greedy. I'm being selfish. I know.
No, but
I don't want to give up Reeves.
To
I
make
really
a
don't.
substantial move to this roster, Reeves is probably like
It's
that
also
piece
because
you
he's
have
like
to
the
move.
best asset on the roster that
Yeah.
can be traded.
If it costs Rui, also is pretty great. I think Reeves is definitely 1. Rui's number 2. If it costs Rui, that's the big piece on the Lakers right now that I'm willing to part ways with.
I
He's
say
the most
you-
expendable.
You,
Yeah.
you call Memphis, see if you can grab one of their bigs. They have 4 of them. Get a backup like Jay Huff, Brandon Clark, just to bring off the bench.
Also, Jakob Poeltl apparently seems to be realistic too.
I don't think he's comparable with Luka's skill set. I think you need a vertical big.
Yeah, and the way
Claxton
Pelinka
would be
was
perfect.
Pelinka
Rob
described
Williams
on the
fine.
perimeter too.
Pelinka described the ideal big, and it didn't really give Poeltl. It gave Rob Will
I
and
think
Claxton.
the reason why I think Poeltl would. Luka can make anybody good. Let's just be
Not
honest.
Porzingis.
Yeah, I watched highlights the
have a
other
swing
day
at
of him
10.
and Willie Cauley-Stein. Like
Tatum
Willie
Luka
Cauley-Stein
does.
has more verticals.
no, oh, for
thing
sure.
than,
But
Jakob.
Jakob Poeltl has a great.
Luka,
Yeah, but he
Luka
kinda
can
stays to
make
the floor.
Offensively, he can make anything work. My worry is defensively because that big is going to have to make up for Luka's perimeter defense, LeBron's perimeter defense, and possibly Reeves' perimeter defense too. Like the only defender you're gonna have that can hold his own is probably DFS out there. If that's like the small lineup you go out there with, and Poeltl, he's not gonna be able to keep up like
Then
that.
if you have Clax and Vando in the lineup, that's 2 guys who can't shoot.
I
What if
think
we have Luka
Claxton would be
anchoring down
perfect.
low? Insane of me to say, Luka.
What?
Anchoring
What if he
what?
just stays down low?
He's gonna get switched into
guarding?
action.
I don't know. JJ Redick, try it out.
Zone.
Kind of guard. Honestly,
So
I'm not
just
even
front
I
exaggerating.
think Claxton is the perfect big though for the Dallas
Yeah.
because
They
he can
get Claxton,
protect the rim.
they
He
get
can
Claxton
switch on
on
the perimeter
moves.
too,
I just don't know if you guys will be able to get him.
and he's
think
an
so.
awesome playmaker.
So
for
how
his
many?
position.
I'll answer you guys. How many chips does this Luka team win?
I think they're guaranteed one. I think you just look
LeBron
at
won one.
Yeah, so say
has
you
won.
look at the
Not
Lakers
over, but-
history. All their great
2021,
players
we got
from
hurt. That would probably
Magic
keep it too.
to James Worthy to Kareem to LeBron to AD to Kobe to they win one at minimum.
Yeah.
I think Luka's guaranteed one. So
spitting.
that's why I think the whole
Motherfucker's cooking.
the whole if Mavericks win this year, like the Mavericks, it's like a low. The Lakers are guaranteed
You're
to get a
sick?
ring.
You heard
Because
that
of
and
the
you're like,
problem.
I
probably
just
is,
don't.
bitch.
I don't think you could guarantee
You know-
a championship for
No, I
anybody.
think you can look at the history of the
Doncic.
Lakers. They've won it every decade.
He hasn't won anything. Why would you guarantee
Because he
something
was
he
on
hasn't
the bum
done?
ass Mavericks and
They weren't
he went
bums,
to a
they
final.
just-
I'm exaggerating.
I
Where
think they'll
where
win
the
one.
Lakers are now, or where the Mavericks were 2 years ago from a roster standpoint before the Kyrie Irving trade, where I was like, man, Luka could maybe ask for a trade if things don't
Like,
get
of
right
course
here.
you had Braun, but what was a more complete team? This version of the Lakers or last year Mavs? It was last year's Mavs. More complete
for
team.
The Mavericks right now are a better team than the Lakers.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think 3
right
years.
now,
I think
today.
like 2 years down the road,
But
three.
now we're talking about
I
is
don't know.
LeBron there, who's his
Health-
co-star.
they're
They'll
not a
get somebody
healthy
else.
team.
It's the Lakers. They'll get somebody else.
Who's unhealthy right now?
Derek Lively.
Even
in a
without
boot.
even
It's gonna be
without
out like a few
But
months.
AD's there.
even without Derek Lively, I think the Mavericks roster is better than the Lakers
deeper.
roster right now, without a doubt.
It's deeper.
Without a doubt.
I don't think because we're gonna do if we're still gonna do the top 5 teams in the West. My logic is I think the Lakers' upside is higher because you have Luka, you have LeBron. You need a dude to be able to. You need a
I
dude.
want
You
to
need
see
a number
the team
one.
complete before.
But I'm with
know.
you, Rip. I'm under the assumption they have to make a move, even if it's small around the edges. Palinka said that in his press
yeah, they don't
conference.
have a big
You
man.
have to get a big man. I'm assuming you get a starting caliber center. Is it Nick Claxton? No. I think you just get somebody that's starting level. He's not going to be some, all pro, but whatever. The upside's there for them. The Mavericks have the higher floor. they're also, like the 8th seed. To be fair, though, they're only a couple games behind the Lakers, so it's not a huge difference.
What roster is in a better position to build around their star for the next 2-3 years? The Timberwolves or the Mavericks?
The Mavericks.
No, my bad. The Timberwolves or the Lakers, sorry.
They're
in a
the
better
same.
position.
Is there more talent on the
Lakers.
Wolves than the Lakers right now?
It all depends on how we look at the Timberwolves players. 3/4 of us don't think Jaden's that good. So because of
He's
that,
an elite defender though.
yeah, but so is Vando in DFS.
DFS or Jaden McDaniels. I think it's
say
clearly.
love.
I think it's clear.
I'm still going with the Lakers
Defensively, yes.
for the sole fact that this offense for the Timberwolves is like playing chess at the most expert level.
It
Understanding
could look different if Luka was there though. That's what I'm saying.
in the Timberwolves.
If he was the
Of
offensive
course,
initiator,
because
yeah.
now they actually have somebody that can
Like
handle the
Gobert
ball.
will probably
and
average like 18
playmake.
and 10.
If they had someone that could play make like Luka, I agree.
Well, yeah, he's
just
an elite.
playmake. Of
He's
course.
one of the
Playmake.
best. No, Anthony Edwards could play make. Don't.
but I don't.
are
So
you
wait,
talking
are you
about?
saying if we put Anthony Edwards on the Lakers and Luka on Timberwolves?
No, I'm just saying like the Wolves.
Because
offense-
in your scenario right here, you
I'm
just said
saying that
Luka
the-
and Anthony
saying-
Edwards. I'm assuming.
I'm saying the Wolves' offense is worse now because they don't have a transcendent player
That's what I'm
on
saying.
offense like
That
Luka.
is what I'm saying.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
If you take the star players out of it, if you were
top
to
20
put
a year.
I wouldn't only say that it's the transcendent offensive player.
They just need a good playmaker on the roster.
like
They're
what
fine.
I'm saying is looking at the Timberwolves and the Lakers roster without Luka or Ant being on it, just looking at them, and if you're a star, which one would you pick that's in a better position to build around
So we
you?
were near a top 10 offense with Anthony Davis and LeBron James. With Luka Doncic, I'm willing to guarantee we're a top 5 offense. That's easy. Understanding Reeves has been the best version of himself this season. Rui Hachimura has been one of the better role players. And now with Luka Doncic, he's only going to get better. LeBron James is LeBron James. You never have to worry about that. You have spacing now with DFS. Dalton Connect, he's starting to figure it out again. He went through a little bit of a streak, but he's been figuring out. Losing Christie stings because obviously that's a great role player that would fit perfect next to Luka. But regardless, that's where we get to now the front court. And now I hear where you guys are coming from. There's no one. Jackson Hayes is a role player. He is average. He's getting
Average
to the
role
point
you
where
really don't want to give him
no
minutes.
yes
Average
role
called him. I think
average
that's
role
kinda
player.
nice.
Average role.
He's played good.
He has played well this season. He's played very well.
Luka make him better.
And with Luka, he'll play well. The issue is
Does he get playoff minutes?
he can't be one. Jackson Hayes is a backup.
What's he getting, like 16 minutes a game right now?
With now we're gonna figure out.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Well, now he's at
like the
30.
list of Timberwolves good players: Rudy Gobert, Naz Reid, Jaden. I think is a good player, regardless of which I want to
I
say.
agree. I
Nikhil
just said
Nikhil
Jackson,
Alexander
I just said
Walker.
Jackson Hayes was average, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna give Jaden.
Rob Dillingham, I think is a good player, but he's a
been-
rookie.
He's been playing better though.
Yeah.
in like
You can add him.
15 to 20
If
minutes.
he added Dalton, you can add Rob.
And who else is really on their
a
team
fact.
like that? I think that's like the Mike Conley. I really don't
Oh,
count him
like-
no more.
They're
Did
a
you say
playing
Nikhil
team.
Alexander Walker?
Yes.
Minnesota's a playing team. So like if you take Luka and Ant-Man
gonna say-
off, Timberwolves they can't score.
And the issue is it's LeBron and Luka.
Because I have, you
gonna
know,
be lit.
it's hard to even imagine any star leaving the Lakers. So that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But if I were to put a percentage on it,
Oh, Luka
and
leaving.
then in the next 2 years, if the Lakers are able to build a roster where Luka says this team can compete for a championship, because I don't know how much longer LeBron's going to go, and a lot is tied to that, right? Because if LeBron in next season retires, who's Luka's co-star? Now the Lakers have to find a co-star for Luka in a
It won't be that hard.
Maybe.
Coming to LA, play with Luka, it won't be that hard.
Well, it's not free agency. It'd have to be a trade.
No, but even if it's
It could be free agency if
yeah, I
LeBron
was gonna
retires.
say yeah.
Yeah, I
But it
guess you
depends.
could-
But now it's about the luck of the draw. What free agents are going to be available during that time? Who can we actually get? When you have West teams who have OKC has 3 stars they're building around. The Spurs have 2 with Wemby and Fox. Like the teams at the top of the West, the Denver, you have Jokic and you have a lot of good role players. Their rosters are just much far ahead of the Lakers' current roster. And I think, LeBron retiring, which is in the near future, who would be his next co-star? But they wondered the same thing about Kobe, and he eventually got one.
They wondered the same thing about Luka, and they traded for Kyrie Irving. The Lakers, if the Mavericks can make the nice niche moves to build a competitive championship level team, the Lakers can do that pretty comfortably. We need front court players. That's about it right now.
Because right now there's no incentive for Luka to be with the Lakers long term.
Loyalty is shot for him.
Yeah, he lost the Supermax money.
Exactly, yeah.
There's no advantage that the Lakers have inherently. LA is a big advantage, but from a contractual standpoint, there's no advantage that they have to say if you stay here, you will get the most money.
I think it depends how much Luka like appreciates and admires LA, and like obviously he has a relationship with Kobe. If he's like, I love the Lakers, what they've done, 17 championships, most historic franchise. If that really matters to him, then I think they're straight. He's going to be there for a decade.
This is when the glazing enters. It helps that co-star is the best ever. LeBron James is going to do a hell of a job of selling LA to him. LeBron has spent the longest amount of time next to Cleveland in LA.
But it don't matter if the roster is not good, though.
If he leaves, all that selling is dead.
See, but the thing is, again, we already have discussed it. They're front court players away from having a well-rounded team.
LeBron's also the guy that got drafted to Cleveland, grew up in Cleveland, and bounced once he was a free agent to Miami. When a better opportunity came up.
I understand that. But he's gone to LA, and he's lived up to his contracts.
No, for sure. But I think LeBron's going to be like, listen, man, I love LA, but you got to do what's best for you.
He came
that's
to
what
LA
he did.
when nobody thought it was a good idea.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'd like... Not the later part of his career, but this is after he had won multiple championships. After he won in Cleveland.
That's what people said. He's coming to LA to be a
movie star.
Exactly. To do other endeavors, to take on other endeavors. They didn't think that he'd still be competing for championships this late into his career.
Yeah, I think the Lakers championship for him was a cherry on top. It was very meaningful. Of course, it's a championship. My conclusion is I'm very interested to see how the Lakers build around Luka. The LeBron component is very big because until LeBron is not on your roster, it is going to be very hard to find that second co-star if you're giving him that much money.
I think LeBron's going to stay for at least a couple seasons. I feel like this is going to rejuvenate him, get him a couple of years younger. Like, of course, Anthony Davis was so great, but I mean, the offensive load that gets taken off his plate now that you have Luka there, that should give his legs at least another season.
It's just who knows. It's really the question is like who knows how LeBron, how long he's going to play at an elite level and how long he'll play. For?
Almost 4 years now. How long have I been waiting for Anthony Davis to take that mantle of the guy offensively?
Yeah, it's just he's
Every
not
year
that guy.
Since I've been here.
He's great. He's just not that offensive engine that you could just be like, all right, you're going to be top 3 in usage, and we're just going to ride you.
Yeah,
you know,
now we got Luka.
I think the Lakers though
Crazy.
because I agree with you, Joel. Right, like who is going to be the next co-star after Luka? I get that. If I'm the Lakers though, right now it's LeBron. Like you don't really have a better option. So it's either LeBron stays because you're probably not going to get a better option out there, or LeBron retires or moves on wherever, and you open up that cap space, and now through free agency, through trades, you could bring in that co-star. That co-star has to hit. That co-star has to be probably another top 10 player. But I think it makes it a bit easier that it's at LeBron at this point of his career. You could do this for a year, maybe even 2. Let's see how it goes because, I mean, there's a world this works, right? It's LeBron, it's Luka. These are 2 of the highest IQ guys. The offense that they could bring, it could be best in the NBA. But also, if it doesn't work out, you could be like, all right, LeBron, it's been real. If he wants to part ways, now you could kind of bring in that second star, have the LA glamour, and still maybe bring in somebody younger that fits Luka.
Another thing is, Jeannie has been on record saying, I'll give LeBron the contract every single time. Like, I want LeBron to retire a Laker.
Which is also a little dangerous.
But that's the Laker way. They respect their legends. They didn't have to give Kobe Bryant that contract. They wanted to, though.
I don't disagree, but it's just dangerous because it's like once you start paying for what people have done in the past, you get in trouble.
They also had nothing going for them.
LeBron has also shown that he's not slowing down.
Well, I'm with you, Drew. If LeBron's doing this, keep giving him the contracts.
Yeah.
But if it's like LeBron starts dwindling down and goes from 25 to 23, 21,
The Kobe thing, the contract was justified until he ruptured his Achilles.
Yeah.
That really, it zapped
the team
his game.
was ass.
Yes, it was very bad. But that zapped him completely after that. Just
He's 36 when that happened, right?
He was killing, too.
He was mad good.
He was still really good. So I think the Lakers, obviously, like I said, they were able to get Luka. They play the NBA real life game on easy mode. It's LA. It's Lakers. So
this isn't on them.
They
though.
could.
Who?
The Lakers.
No, the Mavericks are
like
idiots.
fucking up the league. This isn't on the Lakers.
No,
everyone should be mad at the Mavs.
I don't think there's any disdain for the Lakers.
I
I don't think anybody has disdain for the Lakers. I think most Lakers fans right now have kind of been like, wow, fuck it, I'll take it. It's Luka. Like,
I'm
what
happy.
the hell?
I'm happy
Like,
as hell, but
They're doing more
I'm
than that.
It's weird though
Going
because
naked in the streets.
But this isn't a league-shattering move. Like
Yeah.
from an unloyal standpoint that the Mavericks did,
Yeah, but this
that
ain't-
was the
this ain't
shocking
Kevin
part.
Durant going
But
to
this isn't
Golden
KD
State,
going to the
yeah.
Warriors. Oh my God, nobody's gonna fucking win for the next 3 years.
This ain't LeBron, D Wade, and
This
Bosh
is
joining
this
up
is
in
the
their
perfect
primes.
Saves the Lakers.
reset the Lakers
It
needed.
just saves
yes.
the Lakers.
It saves the
Absolutely.
This is just like,
Yeah.
oh shit, Luka's in LA. Fuck, they're gonna be so good for long.
I don't know how the Mavericks ownership can do that.
It's like, man, the
really
Lakers
don't.
were about
I
to
don't think they
be
all knew, bro.
post Kobe bad,
I think
and then it's like, oh, they got
I think
Luka.
Nico was dead ass, like just talking to Rob on the low.
ownership signed off on it. They knew.
I'd probably have to, like, I
The thing
just-
is, they don't care about basketball.
yeah,
Obviously,
like,
they
it's-
do not
it-
care about
They
basketball.
probably just Nico probably went up there like, hey, look, we got this little trade for
He's
this
gotta
guy
be a
for
good
this guy.
salesman. I mean,
you
he's
know,
worked that
that's
fucking
it.
Nike
Nico's
like
just
shit.
getting all his guys, Kyrie Irving, PJ Washington, who that was a good move, and Anthony Davis. Kyrie and PJ both good moves. But let's talk about the Mavericks because we've talked about the emotional, political side of all this shit. But now let's talk about the basketball side.
Here we go.
Are the Mavericks contenders? Can they win a championship with this team? They just traded for Caleb Martin. They traded Quentin Grimes in a second-round pick. Some people have iffy
like that
thoughts
trade.
on that move. You can explain. You can elaborate if you want. But what do you think about the Mavericks right now?
I just think Quentin Grimes is a better player than Caleb Martin. He kind of
5 years younger, 4 years younger?
He is. He fits more of what they want. You know, he's been shooting a pretty good clip. He gives you defensive effort, and then you gave up a 25 seconds. So like, given like it just doesn't make sense. You should just kept Quentin Grimes. It just seemed like a really wasteless move.
you argue Max Christie is the reason they made that deal.
Definitely has something to do with
I
it.
guess that would make
Grimes
sense.
was an
Like,
RFA.
Yeah, I mean, if
And-
he's restricted, that means you could bring him back.
Yeah, but Christie and
He's
now
on a
Caleb,
deal.
they're more cost controlled. They
Yeah,
have
so
like
that's
4
fine.
years.
Like if
nice
it's for
contract.
Max Christie, that's fine. He's much younger. I guess you know.
Was Grimes gonna get 20 a year? I just don't know what
No
contract
shot.
they thought he was about to get.
But I think the Mavericks are good. Like I think they're still a really good team. I think they could still give teams some fight. I do think Anthony Davis kind of fits what they want to do with it. Now he can play the 4, so we'll see Anthony Davis at the 4 unlocked next to Derek Lively.
I
next
hate that I
Daniel
get to
Gafford.
watch this on a different team.
Yeah, that's still dope. And now you still have Clay, who's been playing really well. You know, you have PJ, who's been playing really well. Specifically with the ball in his hands, he's been able to make more, you know, decisions, been able to be more integrated into the offense. Najee Marshall's been really good for them too. And then you have Kyrie Irving. The struggle is 2 number 2s on the same team. How does that look? How does a team look with Kyrie Irving as your primary initiator in the playoffs? But I think this team defensively is going to be really disgusting. I think they'll be an elite unit. I think they'll be able to be in a lot of games. Are they a contender? Probably like a dark horse. Like they're probably a team that for me that can, you know, shake up some shit in the West, you know, make a lot of series tough. You know, you look at teams like them, the Clippers, those are like those dark horses where you see them in the first round, you're like, fuck, this isn't going to be like no walk in the park. It's just very dependent on AD and Kyrie. Plus, the health of Dallas has been really troubling for them this year. You know, they're at the bottom. They're at the 8th seed, 9th seed because they've been so injured. They've
Well, they
been
traded their
dealing.
injury-prone guy, right?
That too, you know, he's been missing some time too. You know, Kyrie's been missing time. PJ's been missing time. Lively's in a boot. So, you know, they haven't really got their guys, but now you have AD there who's probably going to play this weekend. I think this team is still really good. I do think the move is an L. I think it's the worst trade in NBA history, but at the same time, the team is still really, really good. I just still like the other teams in front of them. I think the matchups changes. Like I still think they're very matchup dependent. I think now you look at that matchup against Denver, Dallas
better
defensively. This is a much better matchup for them defensively. I think against OKC they can give them some trouble down low defensively. I think against Memphis this is a much better matchup for them defensively. Against teams like Houston, this would really shake shit up for Sengun. You have AD, you have Lively down there in the paint. Yeah, even that team as a whole because they love to pack the paint. You know, that's a tough matchup for them. So
I know you've seen
Dallas,
those true shooting numbers.
but Dallas getting AD really helps out a lot of their defensive. You know, it'll make them an elite unit and gives them some good matchups in the playoffs. So I think this team is good.
Who's true shooting?
Sengun.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's been miserable.
I think it's second worst as from center
yeah, it's literally
position
the
behind
only one,
Bam.
Bam.
You
seen
down there
John
with Bam
Morant's?
conversations. Hey.
What's Ja do with anything?
I'm just saying.
It's because he can't shoot.
Well,
Unfortunately.
you know, Ja's
No, it's Jaren Jackson's team.
You know, I love up until this point in the episode, we haven't even mentioned the graphic on the TV.
I'll be honest, there's a part of me that didn't want to acknowledge it and just let it be the whole episode.
I mean, I think that's the first thing people are going to comment. To the Mavericks
That's the
thing,
whole pick of Dirk.
It is. Free him though. Free him nonetheless.
There's no way John put that together and knew that you could put.
he knew it
John
was
didn't know who
current.
that was. He just like
Hey,
typed
listen,
in Lil Durk.
I would think that's how Dirk looks
Hey,
right
Dirk
now. I don't
ain't do
pay
it.
attention to him.
That's all I can say.
I'm excited to watch the Mavericks. I think this was a bad trade. I would have not traded Luka. I think they'd had a better chance to win the NBA championship with Luka Doncic. But this team is still a contender. I don't think there are 3 teams in the West better than the Mavericks. And Kyrie Irving and Anthony Davis now being 2 1B options that have previously won a championship, one of them has to take that next step. It's going to be Anthony Davis. And while people wanted him to be the superhero in LA and initiate things more, I think the Lakers roster was a bit more depleted, and there was more that had to be on Anthony Davis's plate to carry that roster, where with the Mavericks, he'll have more support. We can't overlook that Anthony Davis is averaging 25 points, 10 rebounds, 2 blocks per game. And when he has been on the court for the Lakers this year and LeBron has been off the court, the Lakers' offensive rating has been 116.8, which is a top 10 offensive rating in the NBA. So this isn't some depleted, inefficient offensive star the Mavericks are getting. This is an elite player. This is one of the 10 best players on the planet. This trade is bad because Luka gives you a chance to win now and 5 years from now. That's why this trade is so bad. But Anthony Davis still keeps the Mavericks right where they would have been if Luka was here. This is still a contender. They're right behind OKC, and I think they need to make another trade
they're
for
not over Denver.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I think that's a close series.
I think for the sole fact that Jokic
Luka
always puts belt to ass on AD.
But now you have Anthony Davis, Gaffer, and Lively.
That's a fact.
But Lively
he'll kill Gafford.
Lively is amazing. I've been always a fan of Derek Lively.
Whoa.
The issue is this is 2 seasons in a row now. We've had to worry about injury with him. I'm not trying to say he's injury prone, but this is 2 years in a row, and now we're out for extended period of time again.
Got 70 pounds on him too.
Yeah, I think with
Jokic would kill
with
Lively.
the Nuggets matchup, I think the reason why they lost, Jokic was spectacular, was really Jamal Murray stinking it up.
Did.
And Jamal Murray has played better as of recently, and I think he's played
against the Wolves.
Against the Wolves. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Now I'm saying they lost because Jamal Murray stunk it
Also,
up.
they ran out of gas, man. And
They
defensively,
did.
Minnesota's
They were up
getting
in Game 7. So
Game 7, Jamal was cooking in that first half. In the second half, honestly, and this is hard to say, Jokic trying to be a stretch 5 kind of shot them
but
in
Jamal
the
Murray
foot.
wasn't good in that
series.
series.
Yeah, he was a bad jump shooter last
But
year.
Jokic went 2 for 10 in Game 7 from 3, if I'm not mistaken.
The whole team just ran
But I
out
think
of
if they
gas.
was
Best
better
three-point shooter in
earlier, they would. It didn't have to be a Game 7. So if Jamal Murray is the version of Jamal Murray in the playoffs that we have come to know outside of this past postseason, then Denver's over Dallas. But the Mavericks are in that contender status. I think they need to trade for a shot creator to ease the load on Kyrie, because now he's pretty much responsible for all the perimeter creation for the team. But Anthony Davis is still an elite player, and I think the talks about not getting other teams involved is because maybe, to Nico Harrison's line of reasoning, there just wasn't another player that he was going to get for Luka Doncic that was the caliber of Anthony Davis.
Let me be a parrot for you, because I'm with you on a lot of the points that you just made. I think Anthony Davis is going to be amazing. I think Anthony Davis was on a team with the Lakers that was pretty limiting in his skill set. He was forced to play out of position. He was forced to bulk up. He was forced to anchor a defense full of terrible defensive players. And even still, he was giving you 25. And to Riv's, what Riv's going to say is, why can't Anthony Davis anchor a top 10 defense and you're supposed to be Defensive Player of the Year? Anthony Davis is about to be a fucking animal on the defensive side of the ball.
They could be the best
now.
defense in the league.
Anthony Davis is going to throw himself into top 2 Defensive Player of the Year discussions now, Dallas Mavericks. I say top 2 because I think the award's already won. I think it is going to be Victor Wembanyama's, and rightfully so. But with the supporting cast around Anthony Davis, you wanted this? You wanted to see this demon Anthony Davis defender?
Sure, I mean, he's got a lot
Here
of
it
help
is.
now.
And I agree with that. That being said, offensively, I think now with the other supporting cast around him, I think he'll also be greater. But with the less energy he'll have to expend on defensive side on a possession-to-possession basis, it'll help him elevate in that regard as well. I think that's going to be an underrated part of it too. He had to expend himself night in, night out, possession by possession, every single game. And now with this version of the Mavericks, with this team, he's not going to have to do that as much. He's not going to shoulder as much of the load on the defensive side of the ball, but still being their most important piece. I think they're going to be a fun team. I do also have them as a top 3, top 4 team, but I'm not taking them over OKC. I'm not taking them over Denver because they have 2 alpha number 1s.
What could what could they be? Top 10 offensive rating, top 3 defensive rating. Like,
I don't know about the top 10 offensive rating personally. I don't know.
well,
top 15.
AD with the with the Lakers when LeBron was off the court in over 1,000 possessions, they were a top 10 offensive rating.
Who's the top 10 offenses in the league right now?
Dallas, I don't know, because I could see them making a run. Because I do think, as Ray was just pointing out, like, when you go matchup by matchup, they match up well against basically everybody, right? I don't think there's a lot of matchups out there that you're thinking the other team has a huge advantage matchup-wise. Like, yeah, of course, Denver has Jokic and Thunder have SGA, just the number one dude. They're better than what Dallas has, but I could see them getting bounced in the first round. I could see them making a finals run. I have to see them on the court, really, because logically, to me, their defense can be stifling. This could be one of the best defense in basketball. This can be the best defense in basketball when
They're
you
second
have
right now.
Who?
Dallas.
Second.
7
Oh, defense?
offensive rating.
Oh, okay.
With Luka being out most of the year.
Yeah, so I mean, I could see them making the run because the personnel defensively is phenomenal. But my biggest gripe, and I feel like it's just gonna be, like, I don't know, it's gonna be times 10 in the playoffs. Outside of Kyrie, there's no one that really worries you one-on-one with the ball. You know what I mean? Like, outside of Kyrie, you have guys like PJ Washington's been solid, Najee's been solid, Klay Thompson's been a good shooter, but you don't really have a lot of guys that you're worried about getting beat one-on-one, and now you got to have some
count AD?
backline help.
You have to count AD.
I'm going to say I count AD in
No,
that.
KD's a...
No, AD.
Sorry, AD, my bad. AD's he's a good shot maker, right? He works a lot of the post. He could dribble some, like he can initiate some, but are you
mean
looking at
playmaker?
him...
Playmaker.
Yes, but
Like
also
passing.
just straight up like off the dribble to create advantages.
I understand that, but I know for a fact there'll be a lot of moments. Anthony Davis gets that ball in the low block. He'll turn, he'll face up, and he'll give you a jab, he'll take you to the hole, or he's gonna shoot that midi. Like he has all these capabilities with the ball. I also think that he's an underappreciated playmaker too. On top of that, but I understand what you're talking about. A guard. You want another guard.
Or a wing, just someone that could win one-on-one off the dribble. I feel
LaVine
like
would've been nice.
just banking on Kyrie to do that, who had his struggles at times in the playoffs
would've
last
been
year.
nice.
Especially like you have teams out in the West that are gonna give Kyrie fucking fits.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They
Like,
might play OKC in the first round.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
And
and
it's-
of how many different defenders are they going to have on Kyrie?
That is
1,000.
the biggest question mark to me, and it was a question mark with when Luka was there too. Is Kyrie going to show up? He didn't show up in the NBA Finals, and that's why they lost. If he would have showed up, the series probably goes to 7, and Luka probably comes home with the
You're
NBA Finals
actually
trophy.
He's right.
Fool.
He's right.
So that's
He's
probably what
spitting.
happens. But
it's an
the
uncompetitive 5-game series, brother.
as much as
You forget
this
about game
was, I mean, I don't even want to listen to this, man. It was competitive.
Because you thought they were gonna come back
They
3-0.
just had-
You changed
I
your
mean, it
profile
was-
pic.
yeah.
You didn't tweet for 3 days because you
Yeah,
couldn't change it
listen,
back.
It's Luka Magic. You couldn't change it back,
That's so foul, Joel.
man. I hate that
respect
they.
Luka.
Fuck them.
I hate that they just came out with the verified feature during that time. It sucks. But as much as this is a bet against Luka Doncic that Nico Harrison made, he is also betting on Anthony Davis being a player that can be the best player on an NBA championship team.
Yeah.
His job is solely dependent on how well AD plays.
Yeah, this is a bet on AD, thinking like if he plays power forward, maybe that 25 goes up to 28, 29, and he looks like the young phenom that was with the Pelicans. Because with Anthony Davis being the best player on the team, this has been the best supporting cast that he's ever had.
Can I ask a question? Now I'm back to thinking about Luka Doncic and potential trade packages. What do you think the best trade for Luka Doncic would have been?
J-Dub and 10,000 first-round picks. The Rockets, where they give up Amon Thompson and 1,000 draft picks.
Amon for sure is gone.
That's what I'm saying.
We'll do it
like,
in 2 seconds.
You don't get better in the immediate, but I think there's just so much values out there. Like, is OKC giving up J-Dub and Chet? And draft picks?
Maybe. Because here's the thing. You give up J-Dub and Chet. Chet already has missed a ton of the season.
Yeah.
They're still the best defense in the league. You give up J-Dub. That'll sting a little bit, but Luka will heal
You have Luka
that
and
wound.
SGA.
How many?
And you still probably have 1,000.
Yo,
picks.
I'll tell you what. Yes. And that is the best deal you're going to get. J-Dub, Chet, and probably 4 firsts.
Like, outside of the only players I think you do not get for him, Giannis,
Yep.
Jokic, SGA, and Tatum.
And Wemby.
I think, and Wemby, facts. Those are the 5 players you cannot get. Anyone else in the NBA you can get, young or old.
You don't think they trade Tatum for Luka straight up?
Nope.
He's a better player than him.
He clears.
Brad Stevens is not trading Jason Tatum for Luka Doncic.
This what I wanted to
You
make
think
this
they
point.
do Luka for Steph straight up?
Right now?
The Warriors?
Yeah. just in general.
100%.
They should. I don't know if they would.
Well, it's the
No
Mavericks
slight,
accept.
no slight to Curry. But
No, I'm
the
talking-
Warriors would say yes.
If we're talking about Brad Stevens wouldn't say yes for Tatum, I don't think the Warriors would say yes for
Well, the
Steph.
Celtics are coming off a championship, and they're
Steph
the number
has
2
built,
seed.
has built a building.
But you guys are an 11
also-
seed.
he's
And
also-
he's 35.
I
He's
just-
36.
I
Yeah.
just-
he's
I
not
just
as good as
think
Tatum.
Curry's
just-
falling off a bit.
It's not even a fall off thing. I just think Luka's also better than Tatum. So
I agree.
I think
I'm
they
gonna
both
be honest.
should be able to.
If the Warriors would have to offer me Steph, Draymond, and the first round picks for Luka,
I'm not accepting that.
Why would you take Draymond?
if you're the Mavs or if you're
Nah,
the
if I'm
Warriors,
the Mavs. If
you're the
No,
Mavs,
Mavs, you
if I'm
should
the
have never.
Warriors, you could get my whole
said-
franchise.
If I'm-
Bro,
Yo,
if the-
honestly, he's kind of spinning.
if the Mavs had Steph, Draymond with, well, it's pretty much the Warriors 2.0, but just a better roster around them.
Steph, Draymond, Kyrie.
Steph,
Kyrie,
Lively
Steph
Gafford.
is-
I forgot
Clay.
Clay's on the
Listen,
team. Yeah.
honestly, yeah.
He's right. Yes.
Give me somebody that can help.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah.
I
Two
wanna-
backline centers
One of
like
you
the
guys
good
made a
ones.
good point about, we have to see if you can win a championship with 2 Robins. Didn't the Celtics just do that?
Shit,
No,
beat
Tatum,
Luka with 2
Tatum
Robins.
is so comfortably better than Kyrie and AD.
Comfortably better than Anthony Davis?
Stop it.
He is.
Comfortably?
Yes.
Comfortably?
You should stop.
Comfortably?
Stop.
How?
Stop.
Why?
Because you had Tatum in top 5 talks.
When?
You never had AD
And
in
When?
top 5
calling
talks.
Tatum a
cap.
Robin
You-
when he
whoa,
had
whoa,
multiple
line
30
now.
points.
No,
He hit
line
30,
now.
11 to 5 to
I
close it
said
out.
this season
Be
hasn't.
serious.
I've
Last
had AD.
summer?
This
Be
last
serious.
summer? Yes.
Last summer?
Last summer. Didn't I say the most volatile player in the top 10 is Jason Tatum?
You had Tatum in top 5 talks.
That was 2 years ago.
I don't know. I still don't know how Tatum
Last
just
year,
got out of Luka's tier. I'll be honest with you, man.
because I knew this was happening.
Luka's the 5th best player in the world to me.
Last year, I knew this was gonna happen, Riff, because it's fair. You called me out on Twitter for it. Last year,
even care anymore.
I actively said all season.
I want you to care. Care, please.
Yeah,
just
the
no
whole point is
consistency,
caring.
bro.
No, I'm gonna be consistent here.
Who's better?
All last year.
Who's better?
Who? AD or
Tatum or
Tatum?
AD?
Oh no,
AD.
it's Tatum.
By how much? So it went from this, because when you had it there, to
Yeah,
this.
because that
And
jump
Tatum's
shot
been
is so
better this
fucking
year.
inconsistent.
AD's jump shot isn't consistent
He doesn't
either.
need to
doesn't
because
have
he's the
jump shot.
fucking defensive
He's
guy.
a great mid-range shooter too.
Defensive God. You guys aren't even that good defensively.
Because the whole team is mid.
Oh,
Defensively.
cut me a
Tatum,
fucking
outside of
break.
this
whole
month, still been
defense,
great
yeah,
at 3. He's a great defender. He's been great at the rim this year.
Okay,
As a
let me-
playmaker,
I'm
he's
being-
been
I'm being
great.
just-
Is Wemby's team defensively good?
The
Stephon Castle,
personnel?
Yeah.
Chris
Has
Paul,
Bam's
Jeremy
teams ever been
Shohan.
defensively
Chris Paul
good?
is a double-digit All-NBA defender.
No, I'm sick of this whole AD's defense. The personnel needs to be
The
this
the
high
Spurs
power.
defense
Bam
isn't
never
top
had
10.
it. Shit, Rudy has backpacked some teams. We love to put him in these conversations, right, Joel? We love to put AD
Yeah.
in these best defenders in the world conversations. Yet we have seen Draymond do it. We have seen Rudy do it for some time. We've seen Bam do it, but we always
The
complain that
Spurs are
AD
the
has to do
17th
it.
ranked defense. Calm down.
When Wemby's on the court, what are they?
Did AD not lead the number one
You just said
defense
he's
in
gonna win
2021?
DPOY.
I said Wemby. He's gonna. He is.
So then what is-
He
what's-
But defensive rating means nothing. Is essentially what I'm saying. When you're talking about individual talent, no.
Well, I think when you're such
Okay, I
when you
mean-
want to win DPOYs and you are this generational talent,
Defensive
you're supposed to
rating
make
has
up
do
for a
with
lot
the
of it.
team.
I know.
I mean, but big men are very impactful
I agree
on
with this
uplifting a team
wholeheartedly.
defense.
Okay, I'm
Wholeheartedly.
That's why
looking up-
Rudy wins a shit
I'm
ton
looking up
I don't
Anthony
disagree.
Davis's defensive
Timberwolves'
rating
defense last year was
when
elite.
he's on the court.
because of him.
What is it?
But I agree. Yes, but they also had really good perimeter
Rudy had
defenders.
elite defense in
Y'all
Utah.
talk crazy about Jason Tatum.
kidding.
You have not been watching, man.
This season,
I want to
he's been
revise
so
my
up and
statement,
down.
Gus, if that's okay with you. Let me
And
just get
what I
these.
said
In
about Jason
January,
Tatum,
he has not
true or
been
false?
efficient.
Did I not
But
say
he's been
Jason
fucking
Tatum?
great outside of that.
I apologize.
No, go ahead
guys.
now.
Jason Tatum is the most volatile player in the top 10. When he has
Sounds
a
like
jump
something you
shot,
said.
exactly. When he has a jump shot, he's top 4. When he doesn't, he can be as low as 10.
But
Did I not say
You
that?
probably did say, but AD is volatile too.
I don't disagree with that.
Like his volatile, he's still in top 5.
The Lakers' defensive rating
To
with
start
Anthony
the
Davis.
season, he was in MVP talks. He was that amazing.
Who was?
Anthony Davis.
Yeah, he played. He started.
Yeah, he was
off
playing
well.
amazing.
That's
That's what
first
I'm
time.
saying.
So-
The Lakers'
Let's-
defensive rating with AD on the court is 114.4. It's 52nd percentile. Do you want is there any
Wemby?
specific player you want me to compare him
What's
to?
his off?
Not really.
Goes from 114 to what?
You said 114.
114 defensive rating with him on the
that's
court.
average.
With him off the court, it's loading up right now. But as soon as it loads, I'll get you guys that number. Okay, it loaded. 115.7 defensive rating. So they're about like a point better on defense around there.
Nothing dramatic.
Looking at let me look at Wemby, San Antonio Spurs.
If you just gave him Gafford on the Lakers. AD in this defense would be so much better.
Yeah, I mean, Riv, what is your argument? Do you think AD's not an elite defender?
No, I think he's an elite defender.
Do you think he belongs?
You're saying
in the
he's
best,
overrated.
Do you think he belongs in the best defender in the
So what's
world
the point of
talks?
this?
I just think the whole, like, but this really started because now we're putting AD in Jason Tatum talks. And I don't think he's been there for the past 2 or 3 years. And I'm not a Jason Tatum guy.
Oh, I know.
I really don't. But I like to now say all of a sudden say AD is been like in Jason Tatum talks. I think Jason Tatum for the last 3 years has been a top 6, 7 player in the world. I think AD is more closer to the back end of the 10. And now to put him in those talks, it's just, and then now all of a sudden, like, he needs these great defensive players. I think that's also something that doesn't make sense to me because we've seen the top end defenders backpack defenses. That's what they do.
But how many of those high end defensive players also average 25?
That's fair.
That's really what it is.
fair.
And with the Lakers, he has to do the most. And I'm not trying to say
fair.
that as AD, sorry, this is just unfortunately what happens when you're an elite two-way player, an elite player in the league.
It is unfortunate.
But how many elite defensive players like him, other than Giannis, because Giannis is literally the only one that is of that level defense
Giannis doesn't
that
even
gives
do
you
it.
25 plus.
But the Bucks defense isn't good.
Exactly. That's
and
exactly
Brook-
still one of the
it's
best
better.
defenders.
But
He
it's
has Brook
better. It's better than
Lopez
the
and
Lakers.
stuff. Yeah,
but
no,
you
no.
understand the sentiment now.
Yeah, I just think the whole like you need if you need all these elite defenders around you to show me you're a demon. I don't think you're a demon.
But he's led a number one defense.
But he is a
he's
demon.
been a part
You don't
of.
think Anthony Davis is a demon?
He is.
Defensively?
No.
Jesus.
You don't think
Christ.
Anthony Davis is a demon defensively?
That's insane to
What
say.
makes him not a demon
You
defensively?
didn't hear what I just said? I said
Just because he needs help?
I think
So
if,
you
if
think
you need
Bam
elite,
Adebayo is a better defender than Anthony Davis?
I think that's been apparent.
Riv, that's so hard.
Let's not act like
No,
that's
no,
the
it's
look.
not
That's
insane.
been
No, it's not a
Bam
crazy
Adebayo
statement.
has been a guy.
You want like is Jaren Jackson a better defender
No.
than AD? That's a better
No.
name to say.
I don't think
because
Jaren's-
Bam
no.
legitimately has a case.
Jaren is an elite. He's not
But
an
he's
elite
a
defender.
DPOY. That's
That's why I
I
he
understand,
shouldn't have
but
won it.
That's why I think that would have been a perfect name.
But
to start,
Jaren,
not
I don't
Bam.
think-
I think Anthony Davis is a better defender than Bam.
I disagree.
It's the
You're
perimeter
gonna
switching.
argue the perimeter defense.
yeah, that's what
I
it
think
is.
Anthony Davis has the mobility to be out there, not as good as Bam, but Anthony
think
Davis is a much better rim protector
I
than
think
Bam.
Bam is an all-around defender.
So is Anthony Davis.
So is Anthony
I think Bam
Davis.
is better at that. I think Bam is better at
He's not a better
uplifting
rim
his guys.
protector.
Nah.
No.
But AD is more help side.
AD
Like,
is also an
like,
elite rebounder.
And
That
he's
is
a better
you have to
post
give him
defender
that.
too.
Ooh.
Yes,
That's close.
yes.
That's close.
AD's
That's
an
close.
elite post. The only player
just-
he
it's-
can't stop legitimately
Jokic.
is Jokic.
Bam can't stop Jokic.
No, but that's it's
I
Jokic.
ain't
But
even
that's
mad- I ain't even mad at that.
I want to give AD his
I ain't
flowers.
even mad at that.
The only player that he can't stop legitimately is the best player in the game. Like that's okay.
I don't think the defensive rating numbers
That's a crazy
are
statement. You can
fair
retract it.
for
Why would I?
Anthony
What you
Davis.
say? He can't stop Jokic. He's not a demon.
No, I said if you have to have elite defenders around me to show me you're a demon, you're not a demon to me.
All right, 2021 Lakers defense. Name the demons.
That's the
Defensive
bubble?
demons.
That's the
No,
bubble?
2021.
After
So
the
technically, it's essentially the same
didn't-
roster, but
you
but
had
no
Caruso
Dwight.
on the perimeter.
Caruso,
was a
no
demon.
doubt. KCP.
KCP's a good defender. I wouldn't call him great. You
LeBron had
AD
defensive effort, so give
So
the
Caruso's a defensive demon, but
on the
AD is-
perimeter.
okay.
on the perimeter.
all around defense.
Here's
No,
trying
he's
to
not.
get
See,
on
you're
your
trying
ass.
to get me,
He
but
was
you're
trying
not
to get
going
on
to
your
get me.
ass. Yeah.
I said perimeter. Just like how Jaden McDaniels is a perimeter, but he can't guard bigger
So he's a
players.
demon
No, he's
perimeter
not a demon. Actually, he's really overrated as fuck defensively.
he's not.
But I let you get a pass for that.
Jaden-
Because that's another dude
No,
who can't
you
guard guys
sound
bigger than
crazy.
him. He can't guard guys stronger. He
Yes,
just can
he
guard the little.
can.
No, he cannot. No.
Just 'cause he
no.
couldn't guard Luka,
No,
that's why?
it's bigger than Luka. He
Who?
can't guard
Who else?
LeBron. He can't guard Luka. He can't even.
He just
Wow.
named two of the greatest ever.
Wow. Oh, Jaden
tough.
sucks.
What is your job?
You're
As a defender,
kidding.
you
He
can't
can't
score.
guard. Nobody can guard
Lou
him.
George did. He did put.
You can't score.
You're
What is your
right.
job?
You're
What are you
right.
out there to
Get
do?
stops.
He can't guard Tatum. He can't
Hell
guard
no.
Jalen
When
Brown.
you're a
Right.
defender,
They're too
when
strong.
you're a defender that elite,
But let me ask you a question.
Your job
Drew
is
Holiday let JB put 40 on his head top. When Drew Holiday's all-time great defender.
I feel like
Holiday
that's
was
like a one
34.
series though.
But
Like,
then he
outside
came
of
back
that,
the
he's
year
been such a
after,
great
and now
defender.
Drew
But
Holiday.
also, I'm like, okay.
We thought Drew was washed because of that
job of
series.
an
But
elite,
Drew also had an insane offensive load.
the
Jaden
job,
McDaniels has never had an offensive
Riv,
load.
the job of an elite defender is
It's true.
ideally, maybe they could shut down these elite offensive guys. But
Give
nobody
them
can shut them
insane
down.
fits.
It's to make it tough on them, and Jaden does make it tough.
He didn't make it tough on Luka,
We cannot.
sadly.
I mean, Luka is Luka. There's really few
But Lou
players that
Dort,
ever
I don't
make
know.
it
who's
tough.
Luka got
smaller,
locked up
that's
in the
kind of his
finals.
point.
He
And
got
also,
locked up in the second round.
Jalen Brown,
That
played
knocks
good
you
defense
down.
on Luka, but really, where Luka's numbers
Al
and his
Horford.
inefficiency from three showed up, where he took 11 threes against Al Horford because whenever he was in the pick and roll, he was
Joel, that
targeting him.
knocks-
Horford was locking his ass up.
And Luka went 2 for 11 from three. That hurt his
Joel,
percentage.
that knocks you
Al
down.
Horford
11
actually.
threes is what is the difference here? What are we
No,
talking about?
I'm saying Al
Did a great
Horford's
job on him.
Horford's
JB really
field goal
was-
percentage. His defense field goal percentage was lower than Jalen Brown
but
when Al
JB
Horford guarded Luka.
but JB guarded him more.
I know, but what I'm saying is that it's not about the shots and the process Luka went about it with. It's the fact that he was just off. He was on off jump shooter against the Celtics. That's what he was.
Jalen Brown was picking
He
him
didn't.
skin
He
on
didn't.
hard.
He didn't have that
If
same
we're not gonna
level
give
of
Jalen
shot.
Brown credit,
He was
that's fine.
able. He was able to.
Did he not
get his
only
shots
have
up.
that
don't know,
one?
bro.
He had one series in the postseason
You saw
last year
Jalen
where
Brown
he
giving
was
him
hitting
insane
all of his
fits.
Minnesota.
shots.
I don't know
Minnesota.
how you could say he went 2 for 11 against Al Horford. If he would have made 3 more shots, so he's 5'11", that drastically changes
The
things.
only
Dels,
time we
you're
saw
not
Luka
understanding what I'm
Doncic Luka
saying.
was against
I'm
Minnesota.
saying that a shot against Al Horford, getting him switched on a pick and roll, is a good process. That's a good shot for Luka.
Sure.
He went 2 for 11 on those jump shots because
I think
he
Al did a good job on him.
But it's Luka just was an off jump shooter in the finals. That's what I'm saying.
In reality, should Luka win that matchup?
Yes.
Yes.
He should, but
I'm saying-
I've seen. I mean, Al. I've seen him lock up Giannis.
Think
seen him
about
lock
it.
up
Rudy
Embiid.
Gobert won DPOY, and Luka FaceTimed him for game.
I think Al Horford's a better perimeter defender than Rudy is.
Luka was able to get the same shots up. He got this. Luka got the same shots up. They just didn't go in.
The only
But the
I
thing is,
will
you're
say
talking
you're
about
right.
2 for 11. If that's
Yeah.
like if you're saying he's in his average, so he's 4 for 11 now. That's not drastically changing shit. We still be very inefficient.
4 for 11 is not his average though.
5
I mean,
for
again,
11.
I guess
Last
Fine.
year,
What are we even talking about?
I don't know anymore.
The
Literally,
reason
I
why
don't know.
Luka was inefficient because he missed a couple shots in
No,
Al Horford.
where it
That's
stemmed
what I
from.
think it is.
No, where it stemmed from was
talking about
the
Jaden
demons.
McDaniels
Yes.
and
The
defense.
demons on
It's-
Lakers defense.
It's
I feel like Demon. Okay, we're getting too.
It's hard
wrapped up
Because
in it.
they were the
His-
number one defense.
yes. The job of a defender is just to make it tough. And Jaden in the first round of the playoffs, he was
Yes,
he locked up Devin Booker and
6'6".
Bradley Beal,
Yeah, look. If
and
you
he
tell-
locked up Jamal Murray in the second
yeah,
round
If you
too.
tell me
Jamal Murray was banged up.
No,
If you're gonna give the courtesy
Drew,
to thank
Drew,
you, all
if
right.
you tell me Jaden is sticking to guard, I'm with you 1
I
million
just don't
percent.
think he's an overrated defender. That's what I'm saying.
I am with you 1,000,000%. Jaden Dave, he's 6'10", he's long, he's athletic. Yes, he can lock up Bradley. First of all, don't even put him on his resume. I don't care if you can lock
Well, he
Bradley.
locked up
You
D-Book.
put
Crazy.
D-Book,
He locked up
yes, D-Book, Jamal Murray. That's valid to me. But when you're telling me he's going up against those 6'8", 6'9" guys around his size, a lot more physical, a lot more stronger, that's the same thing with Lou Dort. Lou Dort struggles with guards. He struggles with guys that use multiple screens. That's just what he is. But against those bigger, stronger, physical guys, Dort's frame fits in for that. But
the two you mentioned, the two you mentioned was LeBron and Luka. I've seen Jaden have great defensive games against LeBron.
Are we going to use the
Luka
same thing you
does-
did
Here's
with
the
Luka
thing.
does cook
Here's
them.
the thing, though. Those games were 3 seasons ago.
Jaden has not gotten worse on defense.
I would argue the year he broke his hand, he has not been that same level defender.
No, he's still an elite perimeter
I
defender.
agree. He's not what he was that season.
I mean, the numbers don't back that statement up at all.
the numbers showed last year he was not as good of a defender as the year
and
before.
The numbers right now this year, he's been elite. He's been at the top of his game defensively. That's what I'm saying. But ultimately, I just disagree with you saying that Anthony Davis is not a demon defensively.
that is the most egregious statement said today too. It is.
I mean, if you want to go into tomato and tomato about demons, sure. I mean,
Because then if AD is not a demon defensively, name one demon. Evan
Cade
Mobley.
Cunningham a demon offensively?
Well, this semantic demon shit. I
Cade-
don't know.
what?
Is Cade Cunningham a demon offensively?
That is a good question.
Why?
No, why can't you answer it?
What?
No.
A demon?
So he's not.
No.
All right.
Okay.
If you would have said yes, I would have been.
No,
with
Why
you.
would,
That's so
I,
dumb.
why would I say yes to that?
Because he's the best.
Is he a top? He's
offensive
not even
player.
a top 5
Let's
offensive
fucking
player.
go.
He's not even a top offensive player in the league. That's
No,
just a
no,
stupid
he's not.
question.
So you think a demon defensively all around is
Demon,
a top,
elite,
is a
synonyms.
top five defender in the world or a top
Probably
10 defender
okay,
in the
so
world?
AD
Like, what's
is
the
that.
cutoff?
Probably like I think Draymond's a demon.
Yeah.
Riv, don't answer that question. Is AD a top 5 defender in the world right now? Yes or no?
Ooh,
Top 5.
I think that's a good question.
Okay, because if he's top 5, If he's top 5, he's a demon / elite.
So you're taking Wemby over him.
Yes.
You're taking Bam over him. You're taking Mobley over him.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. That was to me.
And I'll be honest with you.
I'll go Dre and Rudy. 4-5.
Rudy over.
You think Rudy's a better defender than Anthony Davis?
Yeah. Yeah. I think he's shown that.
I mean, he better
good
be, man.
pass.
It's the only fucking thing he does. He
I
better
think,
be.
I think he's shown that. Like over the past
So
3
in
or 4
the
years.
playoffs, you wanted somebody to anchor defense.
Rudy showed me some things last playoffs.
He's bad.
I'll say that. Last
got, I think,
postseason,
14 in the fourth.
defensively,
I love him.
Rudy was really good. He showed me his switchability. He showed me that he could protect the rim. He played really well. So I'm not gonna knock Rudy. I think Rudy obviously gets the short end of the stick because offensively he's dog shit, and I don't put that on anybody. But defensively, you can't argue what Rudy has done with lesser talent on the defensive end and with the same talent. He is as a floor raiser for defense. He's what offensive players
is
are.
86?
Can I ask?
Him or Shaq?
Can I ask you a
Him or
question?
Shaq?
I would take AD right now.
What are you doing?
I would take
Maxing.
AD.
Are we gonna pretend like 2023 didn't happen?
What happened in 2023?
We go up against the Grizzlies, we go up against the Warriors, and we
I
go up
don't-
against the
what do you- I
Nuggets.
don't understand
The
what
whole
you're saying.
point is Anthony Davis was the best player for the Lakers in all 3 of those series. All 3 of those. We went to the WCF.
Okay.
This was all while he was averaging 24, 25 every single night.
Okay.
With what talent are we talking about with lesser talent? Rudy Gobert just went to the fucking WCF last year.
I don't actually know what you're saying.
The whole point is you're saying Rudy Gobert has anchored these great defenses with
He
lesser
asked me
talent.
about defense in the playoffs
But Anthony Davis has had success in the playoffs too.
with LeBron. Yeah.
Okay, so what?
He was a great defender. It wasn't just like LeBron's out carrying.
yeah,
AD
I
was
didn't know where
more
you were
than
going
carrying
with
his
that.
part.
Riv, I
I
just
mean,
think,
you want me to? I can call him a
Riv,
demon.
I just think you are lying if you are saying in a playoff series you'd rather have Rudy Gobert defensively than Anthony Davis. I think you're lying.
Call me a liar.
Riv, that's insane to say.
I didn't even answer that.
I
That's
like
not what
that
I said
answer.
though.
Call me a liar.
He legitimately sat there and made that up. I never said that. So I don't even know where that came from.
I never said
you
you
just
said
said
it.
Rudy over AD just now.
We're talking regular season.
You just said
dude.
stop. Now you're
Riv,
listening
Riv,
to
Riv,
semantic bullshit.
You asked me how did he play in the playoffs defensively.
No, I didn't. I asked you Rudy Gobert, Anthony Davis in the playoffs defensively. Who would you go with?
That's my fault.
All right,
That's
that's,
my fault.
bro.
That's my fault.
All right.
That's why I said
I'm like,
if,
what are we
if you were to go
doing?
with
Well, who
Rudy in
played
that,
better in the playoffs last year defensively?
well, one was
I mean, the Lakers got knocked
You're
out.
being unfair.
I'm asking you.
You know what?
Like, I just
You
think
know
moving
what?
forward,
You know
one-off
what?
series,
You know what? Let me
Gobert,
say this.
AD.
Let me say this. Who defended Yoke better between the two? I'll give this to you because he forced
Settled a lot, yeah.
Yoke out of the paint. I agree with this.
Rudy Rowan,
But
Pat was on
it's
him.
the only fat low key. That's,
That's what
a fact.
AD was
But
the
they-
best
they
at
were
doing
doing
that.
that. They were letting AD
AD
roam,
was
too.
not allowed to.
are we-
Yeah, they were high
were
key.
letting
So
AD
much
roam.
so that they put Rui on Yoke.
That's
Are we
AD's
not-
best moment when he can roam on Joker.
No, but he still. I looked at that moment and said, I'm losing respect for you, AD. The fact that you're not picking up one-on-one
mean,
with
he can't do
Yoke,
it.
that you have to switch
He's like
off
40 pounds
I
on
understand that, but my whole point is, in this situation, I can't knock fully AD for getting cooked by Yoke, but I will give Gobert his respect.
Did we not see in the playoffs the Timberwolves
It's the
had
only thing he does.
The Timberwolves had the best defensive performance in playoff history against the Nuggets without Rudy Gobert when he
talking
missed a game with the birth of his
Game two.
child.
Talk about that game.
Game 2.
It was Cat
That was
and Nas
nuts.
Reed that
Yeah, yeah,
anchored
yeah.
that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it was outlier more than anything. to
It
be
wasn't.
fair.
I'm not
Like,
saying no. Obviously, they're better Rudy
yeah,
Gobert.
You saw how great Rudy was in the first round though, against Kevin Durant and Devin Booker in switches at the rim.
He was
pretty.
excellent.
He was
He
pretty
was
amazing.
excellent.
But I will say this: if you guys are so harped on the demon word, I will call AD a demon.
Demon and Elite is the same to me, so.
Yeah,
is,
they're
is he
synonymous.
elite?
Yeah, he's elite.
Okay.
I'll
He
call
is
him a
elite.
demon. Like
I wanted
he's
to
not my
revise
top
my
five.
statement because listen, I don't think Tatum is a Robin. I think Tatum is a Batman.
is.
Oh,
I
so-
think
okay.
Tatum is one of the 5 best players in the world.
4.
The production in the playoffs this past postseason, most definitely a Robin. Let's not argue it.
Yeah,
Let's
I
not
mean,
argue it.
first round wasn't great. Finals wasn't great. Round 2 and 3 were good.
He was good rounds 2 and 3.
So I'm saying this past year specifically, the Celtics did win with 2
So,
players
30,
who
11, and 5 closeout game in
neither
the
of
NBA
them were like
Finals.
MVP
stop?
level players.
Stop reaching.
Multiple 30-point
He
games in
averaged
the
like 20.
finals.
What
Oh,
did
would
he
you?
average?
22?
22.
22.
That's fair. I still don't think AD's on the same level as Tatum. I think Tatum is pretty comfortably ahead of him.
Like, that just shows you how far Luka is.
Like,
If
AD is in
Tatum averaged
Jalen
22
Brunson
and didn't have a
talks.
chance.
He had a better team.
With all due respect to Jalen
They
Brunson.
shot like
Why'd you
70% on
pick- why'd
open
you pick the
threes.
Mavericks?
I think he's a notch above Jalen Brunson.
Nah, AD's in Jalen Brunson talks
See,
for
this
sure.
what happens when I stick
'Cause
with
a
my
notch
guns.
above is like who?
This is why this year I picked other teams against the
Chiefs.
Embiid or AD?
Yeah.
Embiid, if he's healthy.
Comfortably.
If Embiid is healthy, he's better than AD.
I don't hate
Because
it.
you know the conversation I had with
I
you
don't
off
hate it.
camera.
Yeah, AD
What
is
was the
just-
conversation?
When the matchup
He's
was
like-
about to happen.
I know.
What's
But,
happening
hey,
over here?
I don't really
Nah,
matter.
nothing. We're just fucking around.
Oh, good steal, Tatum. All around player. Steal to close out the game. Luka would never fucking do that shit. Luka would never do that
You're an
shit.
idiot. You're stupid.
Top 5 teams in the West after
Beat
this
y'all,
trade.
man.
Unfortunate. What is it? 2-1 now?
2-1.
We play one more time or no?
I think so.
We should.
Garland was kind of mid.
It's okay. He doesn't play well against you guys. But
Because you know who?
who?
Derek White.
I don't think he played.
Derek White played.
Oh.
Yeah.
He had
I don't
14
know
in
if
the
Jalen
fourth.
Brown got hurt or fouled out. He was not in the closing lineup.
Because he was cooking.
Yeah. Sorry. What's the topic?
Top 5 teams in the West.
Here we
Okay,
go.
number 1, OKC. Number 2, Denver Nuggets.
I have it written down.
Number 3,
Memphis
If the
Grizzlies.
Lakers get a big,
Dallas.
I think it's Dallas.
Memphis
Dallas.
Grizzlies.
Number-
Over the Dallas?
Can I have 4 Houston? I think Houston's better.
so
Number 5,
Lake Show.
come on.
Houston's better than Memphis?
I think so.
I trust their offense more.
I think
Well,
so.
you can't trust Ja, so.
I think Houston. Okay. Okay.
Maybe if I could trust them, I could maybe put them over them.
There's no one you can trust offensively is what he's going to say, and he's going to lose his mind.
No, yeah, he's pretty right.
Dels,
about
I
that.
really think that is a awful take to say you trust Houston's offense
No,
more
no,
than
I said
Memphis.
Memphis offense more. My apologies. I'm
Oh, okay.
Memphis offense more.
Okay.
Yeah, my bad. My bad.
Yeah, that's. I was like, I don't know
You're
if
about to crash
that,
out on him.
just a little bit, but he.
It seemed like he was ready. I thought it was going to be on Joel.
You know, I love these
No,
jabs.
I ignored him.
No, he can't. He has to ignore me. There's nothing he
didn't
can say to
I didn't hear what
defend
you said.
John Moran
Isn't
right now.
isn't Ant-Man a 8 seed?
Don't
Stop talking.
Ant-Man's
to me.
been eating. Stop.
You don't.
I don't care.
John
Mind your
Moran's not in
business.
an
He's
Ant-Man
been 8
conversation.
seed. Yo,
I'm gonna be honest. I'm
playing?
not even listening to this.
Playing?
Did it say before the year that this was gonna be John Moran's redemption year?
Yo, bro, he's dealing with injuries.
Are they not top 4 in the West, too?
Maybe not because of him.
Who?
I'm
What?
saying the
There's
Grizzlies.
3, right?
They're not top 4 because of Ja.
How many games have you watched? Be genuine, honest with me.
Enough.
No, you haven't.
Enough.
No, you haven't.
Jaren's been their best player. For
He
sure.
has.
Ja's just been he's
Sure.
been on a cold streak. He hasn't been this bad all year. It's just
No,
he's, this
it's up
last
and
like
down.
month or so it's been
Everybody
really
can
ugly.
shoot.
He never could.
No, but
no, it's
like
been-
it was like
You're
a
about to
little
lie.
less than league average.
I'll
like
say that
33 is
if-
less than league
He
average.
didn't,
If
take, he didn't
LA
take the same amounts.
If LA gets a big, they
What
jump to
is the
3 to
volume
me.
right now?
I can tell you right now.
If you guys get a big, you're 3 to me.
If we get a big, we could arguably win.
The Grizzlies.
I
are
gotta
four-
wait because I'm not tapping you. No,
Memphis is 14-7 without Ja this year.
They've
They're a
always
good
been
team.
really good without him.
Yeah, bro. I mean,
Not
their
last
team
year.
is
Not last
they're
year.
fucking
Well,
15
last
deep,
year
bro.
they were awful.
Well, that's the whole point. We thought that they'd be a lot better
They had
without.
injuries beyond Ja last year. This year, like Jaren's been healthy. You know what I mean?
cooking.
They've been more healthy.
Yo, that was
Yeah,
good
Drew,
point.
what are you talking?
But even to begin the year, they went like, what, 0-12?
Yeah,
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying.
No, you said
I said he's a little less than
Oh.
league average. What does he have right now? 33?
32.
30? Okay, I didn't lie.
He's taking less field goal attempts this year, less 2-point attempts. Taking way more, less 2 more attempts.
Listen, I just feel like, I mean.
So
Anthony-
OKC's 1.
Yeah.
Denver is 2.
Yeah, I think 3 is when you could start to have the discussion.
Are we taking Dallas because we trust their offense more? Yes.
I'm taking Dallas because I think they're going to be an elite defense. And I
Who do you
think
trust more in the playoffs,
Anthony
Kyrie or
Davis.
John Morant?
Kyrie,
Kyrie.
Based off what?
the regular season.
That doesn't
Regular
make sense.
season. This regular season.
So based off what? I need a concrete
All
answer.
right.
He's a better shot maker than Ja is.
In the playoffs? Based off what?
This regular season.
Like,
All right,
I don't know.
all right, John Morant against the Lakers wasn't great. He was injured. John Morant versus the Timberwolves
Solid, nothing
wasn't
crazy.
wasn't efficient.
his best series was against the
Was
Jazz.
against the Jazz.
And then
He was
no,
also
couple
really
games
good
against
against the
It
Warriors.
was against the Warriors. That was his best series.
Well, I thought
it
against the
wasn't a
Jazz, his
complete
debut
series.
series.
It was 3 games versus 5. So, you know.
Regardless of it. But I feel like that was his first taste of the playoffs.
But
He showed the fuck
against
out.
the Warriors, that's his best shooting because he
I
shot
agree.
like 40% from the
Listen, I
three-point line.
trust John Morant's just offensive decision making over Kyrie's. That's but as a scorer, I think I do lean with Kyrie, but it's also you're comparing the first option to the second option. I don't trust him more than Anthony Davis.
Who?
Ja.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
fair.
I think with Ja, it's really all matchup dependent. I think he'll struggle against Dallas. I think he'll struggle against Minnesota. I think he would against Denver. I think he'll have a really good series because of their backline defense.
You're
Okay,
saying,
Ja,
got
I'm
it.
saying Ja. Okay, see,
OKC.
I think he'll be able to have a good series.
I don't know.
I think he would. I
That
think
perimeter defense is fucking sex.
yeah. I think against Houston, he plays well sometimes. Like he has his well games, his bad games. And for him, it's because of the jumper. It's really matchup dependent. For Kyrie, it's just when you know put him in a box, contain him, throw 2 at him, what can he do after that? You know, I think that. And then with AD, same thing. When you put him in a box, contain him, throw 2 at him, what can he do after that? With Memphis, it's just going to come down to who's your 9, 8 guys. Can you be consistent like you've been in the regular season? Can Taylor Jenkins wash away his rotations, just go with the guys who are best? Can Jaren, continue his play into the regular season, into the playoffs? That'd be a key thing. Can Desmond Bain continue the hot shooting? But I think Houston and, genuinely my list would probably be OKC, Denver, tier of their own. I think Mavs, I would put Mavs in the Lakers, I'm keeping off the list until I see their full roster. Until I see their full roster, I don't think I can make a fair assessment because I do think if a few moves swing this way, that way, we could talk about them more. So I'll keep them off the list. I think Mavs are in a tier of their own. I think Houston, Memphis, I really want to give an honorable mention to the Clippers because I do think if the Clippers are healthy, which I think I'm banking on it because Kawhi was kind of injured in the beginning, so he'll be healthy later. But if he's healthy, you have James Harden, you have a really elite defense. Their defensive rating is second in the league. They're at 108, so they're an elite defensive unit. You have Kawhi running the ship with Harden. That's another team that can sneaky make some shit work. So I'd go OKC. I'd go Dallas. No, I'll go OKC, Denver, Dallas, Houston, Memphis, Clippers.
Over us until you
Whenever I do these lists, I'm a sucker for star power. So I'm going OKC, I'm going Denver, I'm going Dallas, I'm going with the Lakers, and I'm going with the Grizzlies.
Love it.
That would be my 5. Yeah.
The thing is, and I can understand it, is right now where we stand with the Lakers, Jackson Hayes is our starting 5.
It's an issue.
Our starting lineup right now, I'm guessing, is going to be Luka, Reeves, LeBron, some variation of Rui, DFS, Vando. I'm 90% sure it's going to be Rui and then Jackson Hayes.
God bless.
Yeah.
Jackson Hayes, like I said already, he's fine.
I just don't know, playoff time. I don't know if I want Jackson Hayes playing more
You
than.
might have to have Vando at the 5.
We have nothing
I
after.
know.
Unless
He's gonna play. Just ideally next year, he shouldn't be on the team. Respectfully, or third big.
He needs to be our. He can be our. Agreed. I think he needs to be our third big. That's well said.
Yeah.
I think because if he's our third big, then we have depth.
Yeah.
And
We'll pick up two guys in the offseason.
I'm trying to find in my head the most attainable, slightly above average big that can come to the Lakers that I would really be all right. This is a really strong Goga Batadze.
That'd be cool.
Goga Batadze can come to the Lakers, and I would be
championship.
I would be delusionally all in.
That's a good move. If
you know what I mean? I think that's the level big
what about
we
John
need.
Collins?
I don't think he's big enough.
Yeah.
Because John entered my mind. He also makes a little bit too much breach. If I'm not mistaken, it was
25.
Yeah. So I was trying to think. I think we need a legitimate big. We need size, but I genuinely am under this assumption that we are a passable big. We're literally a passable big away from contending.
Why no Houston love?
The half-court offense.
That's fair.
And Şengün in the playoffs against the best big man in the West.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of matchups that I don't think favor him.
You don't think their defense can make shit shaky?
It can, but
really
Şengün against Chet and Hartenstein against Anthony Davis. That's going to be very, really tough to play against Jaren Jackson Jr.
He plays really well.
Yeah, he does play well against
Who's better,
Memphis.
Şengün or Jaren Jackson?
Offensively,
Just in general.
I think Jaren Jackson's a better player.
He's a two-way player.
Yeah, I think Jaren Jackson's better.
Two-way big, man. That's my dog, Jaren, man.
Jaren took a leap this season, man. I never thought.
He took it last year. It's just for ass.
That's a fact. You know what it was? It was empty runs. So I'm just like, all right, he's by himself.
You were waiting to see if it, yeah.
100%.
I just wish his jumper was consistent. That's really the only thing.
It's very sporadic, the attempts, really. It's he really doesn't take it as often.
Reportedly, we're going to get some trades in the near future.
Trade deadline's 2 days away. Won't surprise me.
Yeah. Hey, you're cooking right there. That's usually the time to make these trades, Dels.
We're going to be on BR, actually, from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern time.
So if you guys want to watch us,
called that to work.
Nice. Go. So if you guys want to watch us at 10 a.m. on the BR app, we'll be there from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m.
I have work. It's also my dad's birthday. We're going out for lunch.
That's later.
No, we're going to noon.
Oh, right. So you respect that.
And his dad's over 80 years old.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
How'd you late?
Had me at 60.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a fucking. I don't know how I'm here. If I'm being honest, man.
No, it's a miracle.
Thank God.
He had
Bro lived his life.
Makes sense about that thing.
I don't know what thing.
That thing about you.
There's so many things about it.
Stupid.
Oh, fuck.
Bro lived his life and was like,
Thought
all
that
right,
was the
fuck
weed.
it, let's have a kid. Like, it's the last thing I need to do.
Last hurrah.
No, that was some strong semen.
That brother Seaman.
But y'all cook, man. Y'all should cook.
My goodness, that's like Herculean effort right
You think
there.
we're gonna get
I put in
John?
pain.
You did, bro. You were like, I'm outie, bitch.
Yeah, you should get John. I mean, does he have school? Probably, maybe.
No,
be
we'll
forgetting.
probably ask John to pull up, son. But thank you for telling me. This is my first time hearing it. So
I told you guys when they text us, I wouldn't be able to make it.
Oh yeah, bro. I was about to say the minute I saw it was 10 a.m. I'm like, oh,
this
definitely.
is the first time I'm learning about it.
Yeah, no.
Definitely the first time I'm learning about it.
I mean, it's 10
guys.
a.m. on
Yeah.
Thursday.
Shout out to Santos also because he made this. John put the text on it, but Santos made the. He put
did
the
he?
images on it.
Shout out to
I'm
Santos,
dead.
man.
That's lit.
Free
Say John
Dirk.
would not know who Lil Durk is.
He doesn't.
He would have put fucking Lil Reese.
He doesn't know who that guy in the black and white is.
You know who that is, Joel?
Of course.
Say his name.
Malcolm X.
Nice.
One and only.
You know the guy with the bandana?
Of course. Mr. Shakur.
Nice.
Tupac, baby.
How do you spell Tupac?
Tupac.
There you go. How you spell Shakur?
SHAK.
You got it.
You are. I'm thinking
of
Shakir.
Yeah. You are, brother.
How do you spell Tupac when you're searching him up and his songs come up like the
Number two.
discography? Yes.
PAC.
Tupac.
What's one trade you guys want to see
In the
That's a
NBA?
good
in the
question.
I
NBA?
want to see Cam Johnson to OKC. That's really the only
I
thing
heard.
want to see.
I heard they might not do it.
And I want to see Kevin Durant go to the Knicks.
Also seeing that Vooch might not get traded.
Okay.
That's fucking
They're-
nuts.
I want to see Yabusele to the Celtics.
Yo, what is wrong with you, bro?
Tillman, second round pick.
All right. I need what I really want and need Lakers to get a big. Not talking Lakers anymore. I would like to see OKC get Cam Johnson, or Cleveland.
I want to see KD get moved, man.
I want to see Anthony to Orlando.
That'd be
We've
tough.
been begging for that for years. bro.
Orlando's
I'm-
been struggling, man. We don't have a
Yo,
topic
do you know
about
who's
them.
been
They have been
hooping?
struggling.
the Trailblazers.
Oh yeah, they've
Yeah,
been
they
8
have.
and 1
to
their last
stop.
9, right?
They need to stop.
You see my boy.
That game last night was
playing
nuts.
well.
Like, yo,
He's gone back down
yo,
to
Phoenix
the
sucks,
median.
bro.
Little
They're bad.
42% from
That's
three.
why I would love to see KD go back to the Warriors, man. Just
All
agenda
I'm saying is
purposes.
What
this.
do you think about that, Katie the Warriors?
I think the Warriors are trolls. I think they've been gaslighting me for 6 months. I think it won't happen because we've whiffed on everybody else. We've gone literally 0 for 30. So I don't think it happened. But
Listen.
if it does happen, I think it'd be dope. I think we'll make the playoffs.
Yeah.
And, like Steph made this quote yesterday. He was just like, bro, I just want to be in the hunt. Like, I ain't actually have like this number one
they're
seed
really
or
bad,
like, I just want to like have a chance. So like, you get Kevin Durant.
Listen, they're trying. They've called everybody.
They had it last summer and they fucking folded. So I don't care about them trying right
This
now.
is like deja vu.
Could've had Zach, man.
After 2016, they were begging for KD, and now they're
Beg.
stuck, and now they're begging for KD.
They were
again.
begging.
That the whole league was begging.
No, Draymond left. He said, please, Katie,
We can't do this without you, Kevin.
It's funny because LeBron wanted them to, and they tried.
We won
Should've
a
gone to
championship.
Boston tried to.
Should've
Unfortunately, you guys just
I
didn't
wish you went
fucking
to
do it.
Boston.
It's been so lit.
New York tried. You guys fail all the time.
I told you
We
that
weren't
from get.
competent
I
at
said
that
I
time.
wish you went to Boston.
Yeah, it would have been perfect.
yeah, that's fair.
Actually,
Perfect, man.
Kevin Durant and Kyrie not coming to the Knicks is the best thing that ever happened to the Knicks.
By far.
Yeah, and Zion.
No.
Yeah, really. No, I was in on that though. Zion, Kyrie, KD.
Hindsight,
No, Zion.
Why would it have been
the
any different
Mecca?
than what happened with the
I
Nets?
think
got-
the thing
you
is,
got
Zion's
80
in the
games.
Mecca. He's 6-pack shredded. He actually is thin.
Is he?
I think Zion is gonna find his way to
food
the
in the
Knicks.
Mecca?
Just say you got. I mean, New Orleans got
parties in
food,
the
but
Oh.
Him party in New York. Zion couldn't handle
Too many
it.
porn stars.
He
There's
can't
a
handle
lot
New
of
Orleans.
food options here too.
just say New Orleans got a lot of food options, but
He's in
New York
excellent
got-
shape
damn.
though. I mean,
He looks good.
He's in awesome shape.
I think he's just
love
injury
him.
prone.
I think he's also just pissed off with the Pelicans. As he should
Pelicans
be.
apparently have a curse, man.
The Pelicans have a restriction on him of
DeJounte just tore his
not
Achilles.
playing him back to
I
backs.
also don't blame him. I also don't blame the organization for not wanting to play him back to backs. He has not done anything in his career to prove that he should be playing back to
I
backs.
also
young to
just
be
feel
not
like
playing back.
like
Facts, man.
it comes to a point in time. If you get hurt, bro, you get hurt. Like you gotta play. You
When is
gotta
he
play
gonna see a
basketball.
walking specialist?
I just think it's his build.
That shit-
pigeon-toed
That limp
as
is
fuck.
terrible,
He's just like
bro.
fucking 6'6", but just like 280.
Like, bro, it looks like he's like fully extending his calf to move, and
Some people just walk odd, you know?
like that.
Yeah, he just kind of he walks like he's a big fucking
He waddles.
dude. I know. Just
He
his,
does waddle,
just his
like a
body,
penguin.
man.
But in the games that he has played recently, he's dominated them.
I mean,
The Pelicans are just so bad.
he's Zion.
And Trey Murphy is dominating too.
Been trying to tell you all about
Murphy's
Trey
been
Murphy, man.
2 back-to-back 40 balls.
Yeah, no, he's here.
Is he? But
With
is he?
no
Is he?
players around
Is he their ass? So he's playing nice, or you know?
Bro, low key.
Yeah, like
Not these last 2 games though. He's been hooping.
he's gonna get the Jaren tag from last year.
Like, his
Yeah.
efficiency.
He's on the Mikal Bridges arc right now.
Oh my.
No, he's so much better.
Who? Zion? Or
No,
I was
Trey?
talking about
the
Trey.
Trey Murphy.
He's
here.
so much better.
So much
Did you
better.
forget about
You
Mikal's
really
leader
are.
with the
Stop,
Nets?
stop,
Oh my
stop.
goodness.
Stop.
That shit was fraudulent. It was always
I'll
fraudulent.
be honest, I love watching him play on the Knicks because, like, when his shots actually go in, it looks smooth.
He's a great player.
Great.
He's better than Trey Murphy.
I think he is a great player. He is a
Okay.
great player.
Cool. I don't mind it.
Yeah, he is a great player.
I
throw
just
that
wish
great
that
word a
we
lot.
had those
No,
5
he's
first-round
great.
picks
Stop.
to
Was he
trade
the fourth
for
best player in
Luka.
the team?
You wouldn't have got done,
He's the
brother.
fourth best
We're
player
calling
in
you.
the Great role player.
Wait, say it again.
Mikal, great role player.
He's the best fourth option in the NBA.
Yes.
he
Oh
does-
wait, what does OKC have? Who's their fourth option? Let's talk.
Hartenstein.
Yeah, I guess.
Debatable.
Mikal's better.
The offensive player, you know.
Offensively,
Score,
Hartenstein got
score,
a little,
score,
got a
score,
little.
score, you're
Hartenstein got a little floater in his bag.
I love Harden.
What about Houston? Who's their fourth best player? Jalen Green.
Yeah, or
I'm sorry,
be
was that
real.
rude?
Let's be real.
It's Fred.
Fred.
Maybe it's
probably.
Sengun and Men, Fred or Jalen Green.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Mikal's better.
Jalen
than
Green's
fourth.
better than Fred, bro. I'm not hearing it.
Okay, so
Fred
Mikal's
sucks.
better than Fred, man.
Bro, I honestly,
It's better than Derek White.
I show a lot of restraint when it comes to Fred VanVleet.
You have to because Jalen Green stinks it up.
His offense is dog shit. Fred's offense fucking sucks.
Jalen Green just looks prettier doing it.
He does.
And I don't even blame you.
Have I said that Jalen Green's
No, but
offense
you're not
is
as angry because his looks
I'm a
prettier.
fan.
And I
It
don't.
does,
You know
yeah,
what?
yeah.
I'm not
That guy.
mad at that because Fred's shit looks nasty sometimes.
and here's the shit.
Jalen Green looks. He'll give you the 15 seconds of this shit look fire.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like a brick. It's like we'll get it back.
Fred's making over 40 M's.
He's never really been an insane efficient player though.
But bro, this
He's
shit,
5'11".
this shit,
He's
this is
5'11". bro.
terrible.
You can only ask so much.
He
from
used to be a
5'11".
great 3-point shooter.
They also
That's-
had to pay him back in the day. Remember they
I
were at the
know.
fucking
It's been good for
salary
them.
floor.
It's
yeah,
been
I mean,
good for them.
It's gonna be perfect because his contract's gonna be up. They're gonna be ready
They
to
can
compete.
even use him in the trade. Like, yo,
Exactly, yeah.
44. Throw you him.
Yeah,
I'm
bro.
sick, bro. I really can't stand Fred. Like, I honestly hate watching him play basketball.
I respect that.
He should be better, and he's not. And
He's
now-
30. He's like 30. Though. It's over. He's what he
It
is.
is over. It's not gonna be on the team next year.
40 M's. It's insane.
Probably been in a trade and next headline. I should say.
Definitely not going to be on the team.
Yeah,
next year.
by next deadline, he should
deadline.
probably be gone.
Like, is that not? When is his contract end? Next season?
year
No, it's
after.
after next
option.
year, it's a play team option.
Like, he's
After
lucky his
this season,
defense
it's
is
a team
good. I
option.
almost said
No,
some
it's after next
blasphemous
year.
shit.
He has this year and next year.
Are you certain?
They signed,
Oh,
he
you
signed a
gotta
3-year
double
deal, I think, right?
Yeah, I think
3
that
plus 1?
started
I
this
thought it was
year.
a
I thought it was
2
2
plus
plus.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought it was 3. I
The
could be
two
wrong.
would be was he on the team last year?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm fucking wildin'. Wow.
Yeah, it was a 3-year contract.
It is
Oh,
a
but
2
it's
plus
2
1.
plus 1. Okay. So, I mean, Houston will probably pick it up
for sure. The
using a
trade.
trade.
Yes,
yeah.
after this season, he most definitely has a team option.
That must be nice, man. Like, you don't deserve that 40 M's, but your team's
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
use
so
your
I got the
contract,
euros
so
on.
you're going to get the
44
40
million
M's.
team option.
See, again, if he wasn't as good as he is on defense, I'd argue that's one of the worst
They're the third
contracts in
seed.
basketball. Fucking,
They're
he's so
living. They're
good.
living life right
I mean,
now.
it's
had to
pretty
pay
much an
somebody.
expiring deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They accept his shit,
Signed him when they didn't
and they
have
call
nothing
up
going.
Phoenix like, yo,
KD. D-Book.
either or.
I feel like he's unreasonable.
No, I don't think so.
Like, is D-Book actually attainable? I guess after
I think
Luka
so.
got traded,
If Kevin Durant
anyone's
gets moved,
attainable.
he's attainable.
If
He's 28.
the Suns do what they've basically been doing all season long, they get bounced in the first round. I don't know how you just run it back, man. I don't know how.
I think their owner is very.
I think there's
wanna
5
win.
untouchable assets in the NBA. With my definition of what untouchable should be, which obviously was Luka, but until that happened-
I mean, if
Yeah.
Luka's not untouchable,
I think it's
brother.
Wemby, it's Jokic, it's Giannis, it's Luka still, it's SGA, it's Tatum, and it's Anthony Edwards. That's who I think it is. You know he's the 3rd youngest player.
I didn't say anything.
No, I just want to let you know. I just want to let you know.
Why you letting me know? I know.
Man, no, do you know what I'm about to say? You know what I'm saying?
I got
He's
Third youngest player
He's
for
the
what?
3rd youngest player to ever reach 8,000 points in his
Okay,
career.
why are you telling me
Number
that?
1, you want to know who it is?
Ooh, Kobe or LeBron?
LeBron James,
Was 2 Kobe or Kevin Durant?
Kevin Durant.
Okay.
And number 3 was Anthony Edwards.
Why are you telling me that?
Generational talent.
Why you telling me
So
that?
if the Spurs call up Minnesota, Wemby for Ant, they're saying no.
Ha!
They're actually
They're doing exactly what Rob Pelinka did. Wait a minute.
I'm good.
You could. We got Ant.
Fine.
You're stupid.
League's good, bro.
they got Kevin Durant.
That's
We
the,
got you. We
that's the
got
Colin Coward. LeBron, we're good, bro. We got Ben Simmons.
Wait, so you think Ant's untouchable for real?
Yeah, he is untouchable.
I respect
All right,
that.
if he's
Should be,
untouchable,
at
so is AD.
No.
31.
He's,
Yeah,
he's
he's
older.
old.
That's fine.
So is
Do you ever think AD would get traded? I didn't personally.
Cade untouchable?
A higher chance than
What are we
fucking
doing
Luka.
here? Oh, dude, that's
For the
They said
Pistons,
I'm
absolutely.
is
probably.
untouchable. So if they saying that, Cade could be untouchable for Detroit.
is Amon untouchable?
That's what Houston said.
Well, Anthony Davis wouldn't have gotten dealt if it wasn't Luka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like outside of any young star,
Did you say Jokic?
he doesn't get dealt.
I don't know if you said
He
Jokic.
I
did
don't
say
think
Jokic.
no
He
player
did.
can get you Giannis or Joker.
No one.
Even Wemby.
Jokic, no. I feel like Wemby for Giannis might get done.
I think
For
Milwaukee's
Milwaukee?
really like, nah, we're good. We have Giannis.
But if they know, like in this world where Giannis is like, I might dip.
Oh, then yeah. I'm saying like just in a flat
Oh,
out,
yeah,
like
okay,
yeah,
okay.
I don't think like I think those are the two like nah. Like Joker, no. I don't think you can get it for nobody.
Nah,
you
Jokic,
could send
no.
you could send Wemby and Ant. They still might be like, nah.
Yeah, we're
like,
straight.
we're
No,
straight.
I'm doing that. 100%.
I know you are. You take Ant over God.
Wemby and Anthony Edwards. Yes, if I have Jokic, I am doing that still.
Want to win trades, not championships. Come on, brother.
Wemby and Anthony Edwards
Take Ant
for
over
Jokic.
God. I respect it.
Wait, what is the deal?
He's saying
just
that
saying, like-
if you had Jokic, you wouldn't trade him for Wemby and Anthony Edwards.
I'm saying I think that's how Denver values him.
Yeah.
Like Denver values him so much.
I think they say that.
I don't think so. He's such a
He did change Denver sports.
he's the guy for them.
He might be the GOAT of Denver sports.
Easily.
Bro,
and that's-
Jamal Murray, Edwards, MPJ, Wemby, and Gordon. That's fucking insane.
Nobody's
bro.
worried about the guy you said at the 2-guard spot. But I will say
Yo,
this
bro,
though.
Ed-
what is up
Edwards?
with this Anthony Edwards? Can we
it's
we
always-
dead
it's
that
always
though?
been- it's always
Can we
been.
dead it?
No.
Why do we hate him?
You can't no. You just flipped on Luka, you became a fan. I don't have to
I'm
dead
trying to
this.
grow. I'm trying to grow.
This ain't growth.
Growth
That's
is
dick
crazy.
rotting.
Hey,
That ain't and I'm going
here's the shit. Here's the shit. Anthony Edwards goes to the Golden State Warriors and plays with Steph Curry.
look how I treat Jalen Hurts. You think I give a fuck?
He's lying. He's lying.
okay.
You're lying.
You just always hated Jalen Hurts.
I've always
I don't
hated
know-
Ant-Man.
Have you?
Yo, bro, keep it a beat.
just- you
Ant
just
Man
always
goes and
gassed him.
teams up with Steph Curry. You're not rooting for him.
Of course I'm rooting for him.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be like, you know what I'm
You're
saying?
not gonna
Like,
say he's top 20 all time.
no.
I don't know.
No.
I don't think it's possible to watch Anthony Edwards play basketball and not be captivated by what he's doing.
Captain.
My God, you're on your fucking knees.
I think we're captivated by NBA players in general.
The playoff run, the WCF, like what he was
I can
doing.
say that about Zach LaVine.
Now watching Cat carry him in Game 7.
About Zach LaVine, bro.
Fucking Datney. He's
Oh my
cooking.
God.
He's cooking though.
You didn't see how he took D Books and KD's lunch money game 4.
It's
He's
not
fucking
hard to take
violent.
Kevin
He's
Durant's
violent.
lunch money. Tatum
I
did
mean,
it.
yeah, I would say Tatum did it.
Niggas do it every
Game
year.
game one of the Denver series, Ant-Man set the tone. He had a 40 ball.
Okay.
Though he has the second most 40 balls for being his age.
Can I ask you a question, Joel? You think if you Joel,
care.
I got these stats
Joel,
on my fucking
Joel, if you
in
grab
my head.
10 casuals, right?
Bro's fucking
You grab
photographic memory.
you grab 10 guys that's never watched basketball and you put Jalen Green highlights and Ant-Man highlights in front of him. You think they'll find Ant-Man more captivating?
Yes.
Okay. I just said highlights.
Anthony Edwards
just
has
Dels,
he
just
has-
highlights.
Say
he has
Anthony Edwards
better
so-
dunks than Jalen Green.
So
and Jalen
Oh.
Green has some crazy
10,
dunks.
10 dudes who've never watched basketball.
Yeah.
We put them in a room.
Okay.
We'll be like, yo, we're gonna give you 2 players. You just watch their highlights. Who's more captivating, Jalen
Green.
Green or
Yeah, it's
Ant-Man?
true.
That's
It's
to
close.
make a
It's
good
close.
conversation.
It's funny as
Nah,
fuck
it's
he's saying
Anthony
this, bro.
Edwards.
Because literally the last game he played against the Knicks, he has the Michael Jordan layup. I'll be honest, he kind of pulls it out relatively often. Stretched out arm, switches lay.
Yo, Jamal does it a lot too.
I mean, Jalen Green's got some of the best highlights in the league, maybe the best highlights. So I can't.
So
you know
does
what I mean?
Edwards.
No, for sure. They're
Yeah,
like
for sure. That's
both-
what, they're up
Are
there.
you forgetting like all the posterized
No,
dunks?
ain't
he
got
has?
some
for sure, for
nasty,
sure.
nasty.
I'll
He
be
has,
honest
like,
though,
some
that
of the
room,
best over the
that
past
room is
5
split.
years.
5 people saying Jalen Green, 5 are
Also,
saying
yes,
Ant-Man.
he has some of those. But I'm saying, like, if you just throw some highlights, captivating. Yeah, like
No, there's no way that like I just
if you put Kyrie highlights with Michael
He's
Jordan highlights,
spitting.
and you tell a casual who's
Kyrie.
more captivating,
Kyrie.
Kyrie moves fucking mountains.
All right, you said Michael
No,
Jordan.
not Michael.
You see a nigga do
Michael Jordan was doing some shit too.
But Kyrie, you see the wizardry, like highlights. Kyrie's up there.
Jordan's highlights are stupid.
Kyrie's up there.
They are up there.
You're definitely getting a 50-50, 60-40.
So like, are we gonna go as far as say like Jamal Crawford then?
Nah, his highlights ain't as good.
You just go anyone with a bag like John Wall,
John Wall shits ain't as good.
Derrick Rose.
I don't know. Just straight
You
highlights.
2011 Derrick Rose, an hour and 48 minutes. I've watched it. If you just put that in front of somebody, you'll think he's the greatest player ever.
movie.
Like, bro, D Rose highlights in 2011, crazy shit. Like he's doing shit every game, captivating. Honestly, one of one.
if
Let me ask you
Anthony
a question.
Edwards
Who
was
has better
actually on-
highlights, Dwayne Wade or Jalen Green?
Dwayne Wade.
Nah, D-Wade shit's crazy.
D-Wade shit was
shit's
tough.
crazy.
If Anthony Edwards was actually on the Warriors, you would get you would maybe ask for his jersey for maybe Santos to get within like a month.
No.
Yes, absolutely.
No shot.
All right, so you understand why I'm
do you
acting
have
the
a
way
Draymond
that I'm
jersey?
acting for
Luka
Luka
Doncic is on the Lakers.
don't even have a Garland
It
jersey.
doesn't really matter.
Or
Can you
K
believe
jersey.
that?
You think I'm gonna get
it's
an
pretty
Ant-Man
crazy.
jersey
Oh
for
my
him?
god.
I said Draymond because the Warriors.
No, I don't have a K jersey, a Garland jersey. People will send me jerseys, but they'll pick for me.
Yeah.
I don't even ask for a Steph jersey for real.
Like there are certain players that well, I don't even know who I dislike in the NBA. Like players.
John Morant.
Tatum.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, if he was on the Knicks, I really wouldn't care about him. He would come off the bench.
Ja?
Probably. Ja, yeah.
That joke was whack. I expected better from
You
him.
would fucking love him.
He'd
Well,
be
I don't
mad-
know because he doesn't really love Brunson.
He'd be
I
in
don't-
Madison Square Garden
I
jumping
love
out the
Brunson.
fucking.
That's why Ja would come off the bench.
Stop it.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
I mean,
I mean,
Ja-
he's
You said
coming off the-
Bodega Cat was running the show.
he was playing better than him.
Is he still playing?
Not
ball?
really.
No,
No, after yesterday. Fuck
no, not it. No,
I mean,
Jalen
no, I
Brunson's
know.
for a while has
Yeah,
been.
well,
going
that
crazy.
episode was like 2 weeks ago. But
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah. Since that time,
Oh, so
look
he
at
heard
Brunson's
you.
game logs.
So he heard you.
Yes. Let me just.
Yeah, what is his
I
game
just
logs,
like
though?
Jalen
Make
Brunson
sure.
is so clearly like probably 5 tiers
Yo,
below
can-
for your
I'm
fandom.
gonna
Like
be honest.
Ant, Luka,
Yo,
Jalen Brunson's like 5
Is
tiers below
Jalen
that.
Brunson a top 10 player? No funny shit. Is he top 10?
He's arguably.
He's because we did the
He's
list.
been
We didn't end up doing it on the
had him
OG show,
10.
but I had the 10. He might have been 10.
I had him 10.
Yeah, he
I
was
had him
right
10.
around that.
I think I had him over Anthony Edwards. Is that crazy?
in the
Nah,
same
I
tier.
don't think so. Definitely not crazy. Definitely not.
Brunson's OD.
JB can score anywhere on the
I
court.
feel like
And
after the
his
top like 6 or
playmaking-
7, you can
his
make a lot of
playmaking
arguments.
this season is amazing.
Yeah,
I
no.
Really-
think
he's a
the
really good player.
You
He's been
know,
OD.
I would still go with Ant, the two-way ability, but
I
Brunson
don't
is a
hate
top 10 player though.
Yeah.
No, since January 12th, 44, 5 and 6,
Riv.
31, 4 and 11, 38, 5 and 4, 26, 5 and
We
2.
love two-way ability.
34
for
and
these
6,
guys.
17, 3 and 4, 25 and 11,
That's
20 and
17,
6,
3 and 4 was a
30
polar
and
bear in there.
15, 17 and 7, 42 and 10, 28 and 5. Again, really 42, 6 and 10 against Houston yesterday was pretty crazy.
He might have a triple double. I don't care.
Yo, he shook Achua out his boots. Bro, said, doo-doo.
No, he's the best player on the
No,
team.
you know what I found interesting? Actually, I saw Dell's tweet pop up
Of him-
about him not being able to watch the Knicks,
Blew mine.
and I'm like, oh, only if somebody's been talking about this.
No, it blew mine
about how
because
hard it is to watch.
The real
them.
issue was StreamEast wasn't fucking working. Normally, like I'd just put it on StreamEast. Like,
Try
okay,
Mets
cool.
streams?
No, I ended up fucking figuring it out. But
I'll also be
I'll be honest, I
transparent.
was on the wrong StreamEast.
I just watch the day after every time.
Well,
League
sometimes,
pass. So
but
this is the fucked up thing.
Not the league pass. I'll just watch the Knicks highlights.
Oh, okay, but this is what I want to say about League
The
Pass.
entire game. Mm-hmm.
After the Knicks play, you have to wait 3 days to watch it on League Pass
So it
because
could be like two
they're
more
in the area.
games in between.
So that's
So
it's
dumb.
really
Yeah.
fucking stupid. So yeah, it's not on
no,
YouTube TV.
You're not in the clear, brother. Just because StreamEast wasn't working, you can still use StreamEast.
I don't use those streams because I have to have my laptop with me, and
You
I
can
don't
watch on
really
your
like
phone.
that.
Papa.
Your
You
phone.
can watch on your phone.
I don't like that, and because
God.
when
So
you
pick-
click
Private browser.
when you click on it, it
You
get
beat your meat on your phone?
no.
Oh, okay.
You're on stream.
I just tapped.
Wait, so how do you put it on here?
He's at the TV. He's in the living room.
No, that's extra demonic. That's extra. Bro, the 70 inch is wicked.
He's just.
I may have done it on the TV when I was younger, maybe once or twice.
That's fire. I'll
But
be
no,
honest.
I have.
Nah,
a,
if
I
you
have a
have
Who
girlfriend.
hasn't? Yeah, yeah.
You don't beat your meat with the girl. I used to be my girl. I still a girlfriend. Like she can't come around. I got it.
Was it? I
I've been
feel
in
like
a
you live with
relationship
them.
for 10 years. I can promise you.
We live with a girl. It's different. You know what I mean?
That's
That's
facts.
fair.
That's
yeah,
facts.
yeah.
I don't
You
live with
her.
Al.
You could just get it
No,
at
but
any
yeah,
moment.
the streamies.
Damn, I'm jealous.
Whenever you click on it, it sends you to like another page, and you
Yeah.
gotta exit out of it, and you gotta go back.
That's not
my
that,
God,
brother. You're
dude,
not
it's
80.
not that
You know
bad.
how to figure that
it's-
out.
No, but
you
it's
fucking
annoying
do
for me.
all of
It's
this
annoying for
shit,
me.
setting all this shit up, exploring all this shit. And you can't close out a couple damn tabs.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it.
He's so right.
I don't like it. Like
so
even
right,
This guy's
I,
talking about the exposure on the camera. Oh yeah, I got adjusted to that. You can't close out a goddamn tab.
no, because listen, I just don't like watching it on streaming. It's not an
It's a little
enjoyable
behind.
experience for me.
For sure.
That's because like there are just some things that are more convenient for me. Like for example, I got this desk over there that has a computer and a desktop, and realistically that would be the best spot for me to do my work. You want to know how I do my work? I'm on the couch, my laptop on a pillow, chilling, taking notes.
I see with your feet
It's
up.
a little bit more convenient. Like I want when I watch an NBA game, I want a bigger screen.
I get it, but sometimes you just gotta make like before I had fucking League Pass, I was watching the Celtics streamies on my phone.
Bro, you know you can also AirPlay it to the screen.
That's so true.
But then I
Yes,
can't
it's
scroll
all
on
right.
my phone.
Yes, you can.
You could close out.
I could close, but
Yeah, you can.
during NBA
All right,
games,
if you didn't know that, this is something
no,
that
but
you
I'm
can
saying
do.
during NBA games, like this, what I do during the media time out of commercials, I'm on like TikTok or something,
You can do that.
and still watch
Yes.
on AirPlay.
Try it. See how it
I
works.
didn't know.
I think so.
Yeah, but still, that's why like I use my phone.
He was finding anything. You're acting mad Gen Z with that. Oh, it's commercials. I need TikTok.
Bro said it directs you to a different link.
No, it does. I just don't enjoy watching games on streamies. I have a friend who, whenever I go to his crib and we watch basketball, that's what he uses because the cost of all this shit is a lot, and it's fine. But for me, like, it's just
So
not
what's
my thing.
what's the team you watch the most? Like outside your favorite
Making
teams.
popcorn up there.
Yo, it
smells like it.
fucking my nose.
Like outside your favorite teams, what's the team you watch the most?
Last year, the top two were
Mm-hmm.
Dallas and Minnesota. This year, it's kind of been a random assortment of teams. There really hasn't been one team that sticks out to me the
This year's
most.
definitely been Houston.
That I watch the most. I like watching Houston a lot.
Spurs, when LaMelo plays, easily. Charlotte, when he doesn't, there's no point.
But also, just as like a week ago,
that
it's
wicked?
really I've been
There's no point to watch.
watching more games that haven't been nationally televised because I just been watching football. So
True.
Okay.
Yeah.
before
Now
like
it's
the
time to
last
lock
2
in.
weeks, I'm like watching more
I'm actually
basketball
so
and stuff.
happy football's over.
Yours is you said Houston,
Yeah, probably Houston.
and you said Spurs.
So I watched the Spurs a nauseating amount. I watched the Rockets a ton. The Knicks a lot. Lakers obviously. I think that's it though. Like a lot, those are the teams I'd say.
That's valid.
I love watching the Knicks.
Yeah,
It's
I don't-
impossible not to love them.
I used to watch a lot of teams a lot, but now I be tired. The one
Oh,
team,
OKC.
yeah,
I'm
oh,
a
I don't-
slut for OKC.
The one team I've watched every single game has been Memphis and Cleveland.
That's lit.
Yeah, that's the two teams I've watched.
Cleveland's a fun team to watch. I don't give them the respect they deserve because it's just been win. But I love watching SGA play. Like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
just,
for me, I just watch marquee matchups. Really, like I'm not gonna watch the Cavs against the Jazz. Like I'm
respect that.
watching the Cavs against OKC. Like if I've watched any of those teams, I've watched like them play the best possible opponents.
Yeah,
just
I'm
to get
I'm
a
with that.
gauge of like how good they are.
I'll usually
stacked up to them.
catch a Houston game like in the morning at work. Golden State, I'm done watching that bullshit at 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock. If you ask, I'm not watching that. I'll watch that in the morning.
I've watched 3 Golden State Warrior games this year. 2 of them have been.
I
against the
watched a
Lakers.
good 25.
I was watching some of last night's game. I was just up.
I catch recaps because at this point, you're not about to have me up at 1 a.m. and you're
It's
losing.
just Curry's been so up and down. I know it's not his
Bring-
fault,
bring
but
us
like
Kevin Durant.
the reason you watch is usually for the Steph Curry backpack.
Bring us Kevin Durant and we're back.
You watch
hate
because you think you're getting an all-star that you're watching.
Yo, can I ask you a question? Do you remember when I said Steph Curry can't be a legit number one on a championship team, and I got called an idiot? You remember?
No,
that?
you were 100% correct.
I still believe that.
I'm an idiot.
Yes. Yeah. This
But
is,
the Curry
Oh wait,
thing,
you
still
think
believe
that
the
this Curry
thing?
can still be a 1?
yeah.
Oh man,
I just think this team is fucking awful.
The
it
team
is
is
ass,
bad.
but
Like,
like
it's hard to
he's
really.
not the same athlete, which is fine.
He
He's
hasn't been that 3
36.
years. Maybe 4. Probably 5. I think he can still do it.
I don't know. That 2022 Steph was doing this still,
Yeah.
and it was a lot of
He
ISO ball.
but he had a shitty December, January in 2022. It was
That
really-
was also when
The
Dre
team
went
is so
down,
bad,
correct?
man.
the team is
Curry's
bad.
obviously not who he was, but the team is actually dog shit. It's so bad.
He's still getting. Listen, when he's on the court, they're still performing at a high level. He's still seeing 2, 3 defenders. It's really tough. Like it's easy to like. I get your sentiment, and I
Yeah.
get like
Yeah.
you saying like it's right now. It's easy to say that. I just wish they would put something around him so he can have
It's
the
unfair.
opportunity.
I'm taking a victory lap on an unfair circumstance.
like the fucking LeBron just got Luka.
Yeah, OD.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like
we had AD, and it's kind of
like, dude, can we just get? I don't. Dells, do I ask for a lot? I've asked for Zach
heartbreaking.
Levine. I ain't asking for. I've asked for
This guy's talking like he didn't get fucking the Hampton 5 at one point in
But
his
Drew,
life.
do I sit here and beg for a lot? I don't ask for a lot. I really don't.
You don't.
I said, give me Brandon Ingram. I was at that point. I'm
Damn,
bro,
that's what you love.
Just give me something. Like, can I get somebody? I don't get nobody. You know
God
what I'm
forbid he
saying?
hit a
Like,
draft pick.
But here's the thing, though. They got 2 dudes in Phoenix, and they sitting at a tent, a game ahead of us. Just send us one of those, bro. We'll make it work. You know what I'm saying? So,
If you got KD,
I think we could push for 7.
okay.
We're like 4 games out.
Are y'all
You
better
win
than the
the playoff
Clippers
series?
if you get KD?
They're ahead of us.
I'm asking.
We'll
saying,
get to,
saying the playoffs, you get KD, you win a playoff series, you win 2.
Gotta wait till we get there till we figure that
Would you
part
be
out.
Houston?
think you could.
What's our team though?
It's
Like,
KD.
who we give up? Who we give
All
up?
right, Pods.
Yes.
Wiggins.
Kuminga.
No, but okay.
All right, Pods and Kuminga.
The money don't work.
And a first.
The money we need.
Oh,
more
really?
money.
How much do you need?
Brother, KD
They would
said
need
50.
they would have to trade Wiggins.
Wiggins
too.
gotta go. I hate it. I
It
really
would
do.
have to be Wiggins, Kuminga,
It's like
and
4 players.
Anderson.
No, Dennis would go. Dennis is at 13. He goes. Wiggins is at 28, so that's 38, 42. And then you could send Jonathan Kuminga. I think that would be the deal. Maybe like Gary Payton.
Or how about you get a third team involved?
You know, we're talking some sex here. If we have Steph, KD, and Draymond, anything's possible. at that
Hey,
point.
Lakers were able to get a third team involved.
I wish
Fucking
we
Jazz.
can see a bunch of Nico Harrisons all day.
You know, we only talk about the Lakers and the Mavericks. Danny Ainge knew what was going on.
Until like
No,
an
he
hour.
didn't.
No, he didn't actually.
He didn't
yeah.
know.
I didn't know this.
He
They
had-
kept him in the dark.
Once he knew the trade was gonna go down an hour before it went down, where there was nothing he could do already. Like it was already sent.
He did
in.
not know it was a Luka deal for AD.
How did they finesse him?
He was just kept in the dark. You know.
How do you keep another team in the dark? That makes no sense.
Because
Well, it was
they
just a
nego-
money thing. He got a pick or whatever. He didn't really send any. What did he send out? Did he send anything out? I
No.
don't remember.
You
No.
just got like 2 seconds or.
He
Two
got
first?
Hood Shafino and a draft pick. He was
No,
like,
but
"Alright."
it can't make sense to me. How are you involved in a trade and you don't know what
You
is
keep
the...
some information out.
I'm
If it
sure-
had nothing to do- it
I'm
had
not
nothing
gonna
to
lie.
do-
Can you
Yeah,
make it
probably.
make sense though? Like that makes no sense.
Nico was on full dark mode. Like,
No, but I'm still on my mind. It's hard
well, if
to process.
if me
Well,
and
maybe
you,
they
if-
didn't. The reason why probably like he didn't care is because they didn't send anything out.
Or Danny Ainge is kind of being left out of these conversations. Like, no, we should blame Danny Ainge too.
If me and you
He
having
knew.
a conversation and then we bring Dells into the deal, but we having a conversation about a specific part of the deal that has nothing to do with him. Like,
But if you're in the works of the deal, you should know
but
something.
want
you're in the
Jalen
worst of a part of the
Shafino?
deal.
Okay,
Yeah, like AD and Luka had nothing to do with him. So like he probably was just like,
And also,
like,
like,
why would the Lakers just give me Jalen Hood-Schifino in a second? Like, you just gave me
he
him.
dead ain't ask.
Yeah,
he
but
probably
you're
asked
probably.
no
But
questions.
the thing is, like, if somebody's just giving you Jalen Hood-Schifino, you don't think it's because there's a Luka trade going on.
No, I know, but
He
like, you
probably
don't
got
think
found
to
out, like,
ask
an
like,
hour
what's the
before.
deal?
he
Yeah,
probably
maybe
asked.
not.
I
Maybe
mean, it's Danny Ainge. He's not
He
a
probably,
dumbass.
he probably got called and they was like, yo, we got 2 seconds, Hood, yes or no? And he was just sitting there like, all right, fuck it. Yeah, what am I
I'm sure
giving
he
up?
asked. They probably just said, "Listen, we just don't feel comfortable saying it." And he's like, "Okay, just give me the picks."
I mean, I doubt that. I mean, nobody thought that it was even possible that Luka would get traded. So
That's a fact.
I don't think that he thought anything of
Because
it.
part of the
either.
reason is probably like Danny Ainge probably does not want to help the fucking Lakers.
That's exactly what
That's,
I'm saying.
that's why he's probably was left in the dark.
I'm fucking dead. That makes no sense to me, bro. That's malpractice on Danny Ainge's part too.
No, I'm not putting anything on. I'm not taking anything away from fucking Nico. It's all his fault.
I'm just saying. You know.
Kyle, look at you. You're scared, bro.
I'm not at
No,
all.
he's
Actually.
fuck. Oh God, he's on a real team.
Oh no, Luka, he can't guard anybody. LeBron can't guard anybody. Reeves can't guard anybody.
It was the scheme, bro. He's gonna actually guard up man on man now.
Anytime
Watch.
the Lakers have played you guys, even without their stars, they've beat
They
the
did
shit
just
out
whip
of
your
you.
ass like 2 weeks ago.
what have we played twice this year? 1-1, or just that one time? I don't
one
remember.
At one time, they whipped your ass.
We own y'all.
Belt to ass.
What are we like? 2-2
Dell
in the
said
last four?
the stream meets thing wasn't a big deal, but he tweeted about it. You don't tweet about shit that's not a big deal. That
No,
shit
it blew
bothers
my
you.
He's
Well, the
fucking
stream
terrified
is-
too. He doesn't think his Celtics are
Also,
good
what's
anymore.
that tweet you tweeted at me?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, what's that tweet? You've been terrified a lot. What's that?
I actually screenshot it.
I wish he did. Yeah, what was that tweet about?
I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
I think that's all.
What's in the past? What's in the
I'm gonna
past?
stay
in the
out of
past,
this one.
man.
I saw you texting me.
I did.
Yeah, he texted me happy Black History Month.
Why have you been ignoring him on that?
Fuck this guy. He thinks I'm answering, bro.
But he was a part of the BLM protest. He walked out.
Have you been in a car with us when we're on our way back home? And you've heard the things he said to me. Drew's been there. It's been just.
It's heinous.
I've never said
It's really
anything.
ridiculous the things he
All
said to me.
of this he say she
I was
say
at
shit.
McDonald's. We was at McDonald's the other day, Joel.
Has there ever been
Joel,
proof?
we were at the McDonald's the other day. Drive through. I'm acting the fool. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm not acting the fool. I'm just making my brothers
He's about
laugh.
to lie to you.
And I was like, Drew, and that was of course he's fucking complaining like the dad he is. Like, oh, look at this guy, Drew. You hear this guy? And Drew's laughing, having a good time. And I was like, well, what do you want me to? I'm acting like a nigga. Is that what you're saying? And Dales said, yes. That's what you're acting like.
Straight ridiculous.
And I'm
man.
just like,
I never would say that. Ridiculous.
and I'm just like,
Trying to put accusations on my name, attack my character. Can you believe that?
Brother, character stinks.
This is shocking because Dell strikes me as
I'm an
as a
ally.
white liberal. So it
an
doesn't-
ally.
You know what's throwing me off when we're in
Didn't vote for
stream?
Trump once.
Respect that. You know what's throwing me off now when we're in streams? John comes to his defense so fast.
I mean, bro,
brother.
why are
And
you
it's just-
surprised at that?
it's-
John be making me nauseous sometimes with that shit, bro.
Yeah, this is like, what are you guys doing on the side? You fucking?
Maybe.
Are you dominating
Keeps
him?
offending me like that. Yeah.
Lakers are up 20 on the Clippers in the first quarter.
Oh,
Kawhi
shit.
playing?
And this is without Luka. Yeah, he is.
Is Luka on the bench?
Yeah, he's there.
Is he supposed to play Saturday?
So that's
alleged.
yes.
Or they gotta wait for all the physicals and stuff?
Yeah, he's playing 5-on-5 tomorrow for Pelinka.
What the fuck? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because he was hurt.
Yeah.
Ah, right. What Luka got hurt with again?
Calf? Was it calf?
It was
Is that
calf
what it
because OG was
Yes.
having an aneurysm about it. Calf's no joke.
Yeah.
Calf's lifelong and shit, so I understand. Yeah, Luka, man. Luka's gonna be. I did feel bad for him, bro. Like his face,
He looks sad, man.
he legitimately
looked
looked hurt.
sad.
Like he
looks
lost
like he
his
doesn't
girl.
want to be there.
No, that too. He definitely. He probably did it. Like
I don't know.
He
I feel
won-
like once he gets on the court with LeBron, they
He'll be
He'll be
fine.
fine. Yeah,
Yeah,
but,
but-
just now is like the grieving period. He said the last 48 hours it felt like a month.
Did you see him coming off the plane? And when they took the flicks,
He
was
did
just
the
like,
LA shit.
yeah, but he was all
out
like,
there,
he
man.
was really like, he lost his girl. Like it was death-defying. Hope my bro good.
That's your bro.
Luka cool. I don't have no hate or dislike. He cool.
Why? Hate him.
I don't hate him. Like he cool.
He's just so
He doesn't bother me.
Just so unethical.
There's certain guys that bother me. He
Luka
doesn't bother
bothers me.
Like he doesn't bother me.
Who?
Luka
You're a dumbass.
bothers me. Oh my god.
Luka doesn't bother me.
It would
LeBron-
bother me too if someone gives me fits every single
Little-
time.
Who?
Luka Doncic.
Luka does not give me fucking fits. I
You
probably
might have capped,
own them.
Let's
That
go
was-
look at his splits in the
That
finals.
might have been Lakers cap.
No. Let's go look at Luka's final stats.
He
I don't
averaged-
think
he averaged,
gives
like-
Dell's
He averaged
fits.
28, 8, and 8, but the
The efficiency
3-point
was
percentage
nasty.
wasn't good.
I don't
Kind of
think-
like Tatum. So did Tatum play well?
No,
yeah.
Luka played better than Tatum.
great
in the finals,
defense.
100%.
He was a great
29,
playmaker.
8 and 6 on 47% from the field.
What from three?
That's irrelevant to me.
That's irrelevant.
I'll be honest. There wasn't a single time that series where I was like, "Holy fuck, Luka's giving us the business right now."
He was hurt.
He was just okay.
He was.
No, I remember.
I'm not joking.
No, I remember those conversations.
He wasn't hurt against Gobert. He was hurt against Al Horford.
He was hurt
Also
against
averaged
Gobert
3
too.
steals a game too for no defense.
Oh my god,
Stop.
this guy's crazy.
Like if you look at the numbers, he's actually a good defender. He's not what you think he is.
No, he's a terrible defender.
You know what you're talking about.
Don't worry, bro. It's Lakers time now.
Are
They
you?
gonna know
Are you
now.
now? Are you here after you had your time to grieve?
My grieving was for Luka, not those were the
So now are you
Mavericks.
now with your
No,
brother?
we're here.
Yeah, I'm a big supporter.
We're here.
Of Luka.
So you're a
I'm not a
Lakers fan.
supporter of Lakers. No,
God,
I'm not.
you
I'm not a
have to.
Lakers fan.
No, you're not. But you're a Lakers supporter.
I'm just rooting for Luka. Yeah,
Type shit.
like I'm rooting for him to have success with the Lakers.
For the ultimate success, he has to win a championship. The Lakers win a championship. Not
That's
Luka,
fine. There's
but
only
Lakers.
been one era of Lakers basketball where I didn't like them. That was when LeBron joined.
to say a week ago.
No.
That ass, like,
I
literally a
mean,
week
I
ago.
just wherever out the when he went back to Cleveland, he was tolerable. I fucked with LeBron, but
He was lit.
when he went to Miami,
It's
wasn't a fan
generational.
of it.
That
I
understand.
The
never liked
Lakers,
him.
yeah, and ever since that, it really,
The Miami shit. If you didn't like LeBron, get it.
yeah, everybody didn't like
If
him.
you didn't like LeBron when he went back home, you're a hater.
No, I was rooting for him
course
to win a
you're Boston.
championship
That-
with the
I'm
Cavs.
I'll always hate him.
And
I mean,
honestly,
I get it too. He literally fucking
Yeah, you want to talk about giving us fits? Come
LeBron
on.
James.
And talking about the Cavs, if he didn't go up against the Warriors with no help in 2015, he wins 2 rings with them.
I know.
Yeah,
We know that.
Goddamn
and that's
shame.
why they desperately needed KD.
And if KD didn't join them, LeBron probably wins 4 in a row.
If Kevin Durant did,
You're spitting.
then
You're spitting too.
they'd be in the finals.
He's
You know?
maybe
they'd
listen,
win.
KD, he just wanted to go play
Last 3
that
games,
style of basketball.
You play like shit, play like shit, play like shit 3 times in a row.
That
and
can't
then,
be.
and then the light skins, the Splash Bros,
They
show
go
up.
crazy.
Game 5, Game 6, Game 7. You choke.
Let me ask you guys a question: Who was
Who has more rings?
who was a better
Let's
player?
just get to that.
Who was a better player when they were younger, KD or Steph?
It's close.
I mean,
Younger?
Like at
That-
the
well,
early
what do you
part
mean
of their
younger?
career.
Can we argue that's unfair because Steph was hurt in the early part of his career?
Wait,
He
what-
came
you
out
talking about,
late
like,
in
their
college.
prime?
Pre 2015. That's when they went saying young.
Well, like before
Like, before
26,
Curry
because
was Curry.
Kevin Durant cleared
Was
him before.
Steph
Like
before
before
year
26,
senior
yeah.
on crack?
No, 2.
2.
Yeah, before 26.
Oh, Kevin Durant cleared him.
Yeah. KD
Who was the
elite.
better player when KD was on the Warriors?
It was close.
It was close, but probably KD.
It was close, but not close enough for me to say Steph. It's KD.
It was close. We know who was better when one was out, one was in.
No, we saw who was more impactful.
Impactful matters.
It's built around Steph. I mean, that's the system.
System works.
Steph is the system. Who was better when they was on OKC? He's on OKC and they was on Steph before they joined.
I think there's more years where KD was just a better player than Steph.
Well,
in their careers.
there's
Let me
more
ask you a
years
question. KD's best year versus Steph's best year.
It's not close.
It's not
Steph.
close.
No, Steph is Steph.
Well, Kevin Durant's been better.
I have
longer.
ultimate respect for Steph Curry.
I don't know if you do.
Whose peak's
Oh,
better?
I do.
Whose peak's better?
Steph. He had the best year.
Who has more MVPs?
Steph.
Who has more rings?
Steph.
Who's just better in life?
KD.
Oh, stop.
Okay, yeah. We could do this whole Steph KD thing every year.
What happened to the most
You know?
unbiased analyst ever?
Steph didn't vote for some good things in the San
I'm
Francisco
not a
area.
politician. I have nothing to do with politics. No comment. One thing we can always remember, though, is Kevin Durant's not your favorite player. Your favorite player is a man
Kobe.
with a beard that has nothing.
Who has integrity.
Sure.
That's why he hasn't won a championship.
He has integrity.
he went to clubs
He got
after games.
fat on purpose to get traded off Houston. Then saw shit on the wall with the Nets. Requested a trade.
He was in
Not his
strip
fault.
clubs after games.
I won't play another
Integrity.
game for Daryl Morey.
Helps.
Trade me to the
Integrity.
Clippers.
Not his
Tough.
fault.
Kinda
tough.
but integrity.
Yeah.
Didn't he go, what, 2 for 12?
Remember when Manu Ginobili blocked him for the game winner?
Remember when he got benched?
And they won. Oof, brutal. Josh Smith and shit. You know, it just boggles my it just boggles my mind. Remember when Steph beat him before KD with KD?
He didn't have the team before KD got there,
I hate that.
to be fair.
Okay.
The starting lineup was Terrence Jones.
When
and
Harden
Patrick
joined
Beverley.
Kevin Durant, Kyrie, what happened?
Say that again?
He had a great two-hammy.
Oh,
He missed wide open jump shots.
Wait. You know what?
He was wide open.
The injury was bothering
Joel.
me.
He was wide open.
I'll be
The
fair.
injury was bothering
I'll be
him.
fair to James Harden. He had one moment to save his legacy.
He did.
It was second round against the Boston Celtics. He was on Philly with Joel Embiid.
He was cooking.
He had one moment, one series
didn't
that
pull
can
through.
change the
Forget about the
everything.
series. Forget about the series. He needed one quarter. He needed one quarter.
And he
When
had some good
Jason
games.
Tatum was playing the
He had some
most
good-
dog shit
he had
game
some
of
good
his
games.
career, and in the fourth quarter, Jason Tatum took
And then
over.
after that, they had a game 7.
Got smoked the
And
fuck
he
out.
chose to bend over and get smacked in the butt. And
Jason
now look
Tatum,
at him.
he peaked.
50 ball.
He peaked. That's peak Tatum.
That was the best version.
That's
of
when
Tatum.
I was all in.
It's a shame that
He's
the
better
best,
all time
best
than
version
Harden.
of Tatum's
And
a
now
quarter.
Tatum is dead to me.
Oh, wow.
You're fucking casual. Now he's a Luka fan. There's nothing I want less.
Yep, my tweet kind of banged.
Which one?
The one I tweeted about you.
Yeah, no, I knew it would.
What'd you tweet?
I was just like, yo, bro, he's like a Luka fan now.
Oh,
he flipped on
the-
Tatum, bro.
yeah.
The thing
So
is,
you now, I heard you're not a Jaylen Brown guy no more.
that shit kind of got stripped from me.
Good.
Yeah, I get
Well,
it.
now you're really embracing
You're a
the Lakers.
Laker
Celtics
fan. You should've
rivalry.
That's
never-
why, and that's
yeah,
what I said. I
never
said
been
if the
here.
price to
Low-key.
pay,
This probably should have been like
It
a
should've
thing a while ago.
but the thing is, Jaylen Brown was always an agenda, and he came into fucking fruition last year. I was lit. Now,
You fell off Jalen Brown.
Talk to him.
that's not necessarily
No,
true.
No,
No,
fell
he
off.
can. He can
Fell
say
off.
that.
It's
Can I
okay.
ask a question? How did I fall off?
You're
Because-
no longer a fan.
Yeah. you
All right,
just-
It wasn't a agenda at first, but then you became
You were a diehard fan. You were a
infatuated
diehard
with the
fan.
brother. Now you were. in
You
love.
asked me
Whoa,
for his
whoa, whoa.
That
jersey.
was- You were a fan. You
I
were a
mean,
fan.
deserved.
You went from agenda to fan. You did.
I've always been a fan.
Oh, so you went from fan to agenda to fan.
No, fan and agenda can go hand in hand at times.
Sometimes your agenda is just your agenda.
Not in this scenario. I've always been a fan.
Oh, so you fell off. 100%.
How long have I been talking to you about Jaylen Brown for? Years.
Yeah, it doesn't
Before you
matter,
even did a
though. You fell
podcast.
off.
Yeah. Same thing with Hurts. Right here.
Fell off.
Yep.
No, I've
Yeah.
never spoke ill on JB.
Fell off.
When?
Your Twitter was nasty.
JB?
You was just like, fuck him.
JB, he's lying.
You
What
said
I
fuck him.
said was,
He had to go.
If the price to pay
Did I
for
ever say
rooting for
trade
Luka
Jalen Hurts?
Doncic-
Did I ever say that?
You never said
What
that.
are you dapping him for?
I'm sorry, bro. I
Well,
gotta
you're
go.
just fuck.
You just been critical of moments
Of
when
his
you need to be
game.
critical.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you've been an analyst.
That's all I've been trying
I'll
to
say
do.
that
Unbiased.
about you. You've
Just
been
trying to be
unbiased
How about the
analyst.
both of you go to fucking
Can't
hell?
say the same about
That
you,
being
brother.
said, I've never spoken. Have I said anything negative on JB?
You said fuck him on
I
Twitter.
didn't say that.
I saw fuck him.
What I
saw
said
it too,
was,
Riz.
You saw it, right? I saw it.
I said if the price to pay for getting Luka is having to cut ties with JB,
It was quick. You did that.
I'll have to do
You
it.
tweeted that like a 35 seconds. Like
I'm
I
gonna
got
be
the reply
honest
back
with you.
fast.
It's Luka Doncic. Sorry,
Luka hasn't done shit for you.
That didn't matter to you
it's about
until
to
you
happen.
became a Laker.
Well,
Maybe.
first off, that's one of the greatest nights of my life.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Getting Luka was a fucking rush, so much so that Monday I felt like I was coming down off some H. That fucking trade made me euphoric.
Yeah.
I'm all in.
Remember when you were celebrating Jaylen Brown Finals MVP? How quickly they changed.
I remember
man.
celebrating Jaylen Brown being the guy on the Celtics. It was an amazing time.
Honestly, now you can just go all in on your Lakers.
I've always been all in on my.
But you were Boston. Like you just.
I wasn't. You know, it's funny you say that. It's kind of. This is where it's solely agenda.
Yep.
2022 is all Boston agenda. I was really all in on
You had
that.
a little Tatum
That was
fetish.
lit. I was. I definitely had that.
You have a little Derek White fetish. You were locked
But
in.
I was-
He definitely has a
Yeah,
little Derek
you're
White
locked
fetish.
in.
He
I've
definitely
been-
does.
I've
Here's the
bro.
thing. I've been early on the Celtics.
Yeah.
I was early on the Celtics.
You wasn't early on Luka. You actually hated him.
Nah, I did. I definitely did.
We got him, y'all.
I'm still here.
Here's the thing, though. Last year, I was vocal. Luka fucking clears. Last season, I said it. He was even my MVP.
It's a shame to
Where's
show
he
up in
now
the
for you?
finals,
The best
man.
player in the league?
Luka?
Yeah.
You're talking about the best point guard to arguably touch a basketball
Who's better,
in Laker
Luka or
history.
Wemby?
Oh, yeah.
You know what? I don't give a fuck. It's Luka Doncic. You think be dead ass.
No, like 3 weeks ago.
You
it was Wemby.
think I
In a
did?
heartbeat.
Comfortably, actually.
Hold on.
Comfortably.
Do you want to know how
You
serious this is?
argued against Luka
Badly.
badly
hold on.
when
We
you brought up
got him,
Wemby.
yo.
I'm going to make your guys' point even more so. We had a show with OG. Who are the top 10 players? I have not altered this. Look at the list.
I can't see. It's the.
I'll just
SGA?
read it.
Wemby's
It was
at four.
Jokic, it was Giannis, it was SGA, it was Wemby, Luka 5. So at least
So
you
now
know
he's
I'm
back
keeping it
to
stacked. He's better than Giannis. Yeah, he is.
Used to be a Giannis guy. Nah. He's just killing everything.
Luka's changed a lot for me. Sorry.
He's killing all
a
agendas,
Luka
all
addition
fandoms.
to your team will change a lot of things.
Luka over SGA? You staying on that?
That's the best point guard in the league.
Talking shit?
But
Yeah.
you saw the list.
Yes.
Right? You saw where SGA was? Okay.
Dude,
just-
so
Yeah,
fucking
but
mid.
the LeBron era for me was the only era where I didn't like the Lakers. Like I liked them when Kobe was there
what was wrong with
One of your
LeBron
favorite players.
on the Lakers?
because I wanted the Rockets to win the championship in 2020.
Oh, they were never getting that
Bro,
far,
that
brother.
team was not that good.
You talking about the bubble?
They almost lost to OKC.
That's because they had injuries. Russ Westbrook got hurt. He got a run injury.
But that's, I mean, regardless,
running
you
out
weren't going to
PJ
win.
Tucker
But I
for
will say,
5.
pre-bubble, I agree. That Rockets team was
Yeah,
fun, and
the-
Westbrook was fucking
the
averaging, what,
Westbrook
28?
injury
was
really
killing.
is what killed them. But also they didn't have no
In
center.
the playoffs, so the Lakers was always going to be tough.
No,
they
they
threw
were.
AD on him.
Oh,
No, but
PJ
yeah, I
Walker,
just-
PJ Walker. PJ Tucker was doing like one-on-one with like fucking Gilly.
He's still in the league?
No, he's playing with Gilly.
He just got traded, PJ Tucker.
Where?
Bro, he got traded from the Clippers to... Oh, my God. What team was it?
When's the last time he played?
I have no idea.
Joel, you didn't see that?
He doesn't care.
PJ did get traded.
Where
Yeah,
did- do you
I
know
think
where
he's
he
on
go-
the Jazz.
I think it is the Jazz, but I didn't want to say it was the Jazz.
Yeah.
Is he getting bought out? Has to
I
be,
think
right?
he's gonna get traded again or
Someone
bought
gonna
out.
sign him? I don't-
You tell us,
No,
brother.
but I
What's
love
PJ Tucker's
the
impact
Lakers.
then?
The 2010 Lakers team is one of the best assembled rosters that isn't a super team in history.
Yeah,
I like
agreed.
the Lakers.
That team was lit. You still have AD.
I didn't see it, bro.
Oh.
Kind of like your screen's all dark and shit.
Where's AD?
This was a non-biased top 10.
Pre-Luka.
It's firm. This is this year, right?
Yes,
Firm,
this is a
firm.
non-biased top 10.
Where was AD?
86.
Over Tatum.
I did have him over
Fucking
Tatum.
casual. Holy shit.
AD's over Kevin Durant.
I'm fine with that.
Oh,
Katie's been
Christ.
killing this year.
KD's been better than AD.
Yeah.
The defense.
Oh God.
Fuck you. You're a dumbass.
So where's Tatum? Where Luka over Tatum? Where's the
Tatum's 8.
defense?
Tatum's 8.
8. Holy.
When you're a
fuck.
generational offensive player, it matters.
Oh my god.
Come on, baby.
He's cooking.
Bro's got no chips, no
Listen, we
MVPs.
got
What's he
signed
got,
about
Riv?
Two-way ability.
He's got all
Hey,
these-
with you.
all
all
last year, I
raised.
said Luka was better. I'm just saying we can't say that this is a sudden
Two-way
overnight thing.
ability is overrated because who's the better player overall?
Tatum.
It's Luka.
No, you're
It's
Casual.
Luka.
Over Tatum? Luka
Yeah.
over Tatum?
The only thing that Tatum
It's
does
pretty
better
clear
than him is
SGA
stand
is
in
better
front
than
of you.
both of them. So
Nah.
This
That's-
year, SGA got it. I asked him to prove it. He proved it so far.
MVP.
Do it in the playoffs.
Oh. I
Doing
can't
the
say nothing
playoffs
yet.
insane.
Can't say anything yet.
SGA is better right now, but you also got to do it in the
He
playoffs.
did do it in the playoffs last year.
You gotta do it
Get
again.
past the second round.
Pelicans
man. Come
don't
on.
count.
Oh, can you shut the fuck
He's
up?
Second round.
cooking.
Come
How about we talk to J-Dub? How about we talk to Chet? Can you do it in the playoffs?
Hey,
I don't
we
give
just
a
gotta
fuck.
get past. Listen. Gotta get past
SGA
second
did it in the playoffs.
I'll be honest, bro. Logic goes out the window. Fucking win. I don't care. Win.
You make
So what
me
about Lamar
sick.
Jackson?
Oh, shit.
Lamar's got his own problem.
Oh my God.
Hold up.
That
Hold up.
fucking
Oh
fraud.
my
When does
God.
win? Show up.
Nah,
Show up in the
Time
playoffs.
out.
Win.
Time out.
Fuck them
Here's the thing, he doesn't
MVPs,
even-
nigga.
Time
Fuck them
out.
MVPs.
Time
When does he
out.
show up?
Time
Remember
out.
the fumble? I fell. Remember the misdirection? No, nigga, you threw an interception. Show me. Answer him. There's no timeout, bro. Answer him.
Are you done?
Yeah, answer him. I don't want you to say nothing else but to answer him.
Can you calm down?
Are you gonna answer him?
Can you calm down?
Answer him.
Just I want you're at a 10. I want to bring that to like a 5.
Lamar conversation.
I'm fine with this, bro.
Jeez.
He's spitting.
Answer him now, please.
Lamar Jackson has his faults. He's had some mistakes. He wasn't perfect. Just like SGA wasn't perfect. Had
No,
some
he
mistakes.
was.
He was better than Lamar.
SGA was literally SGA.
He was better than Lamar.
He don't have no fucking MVPs. I don't care.
Oh my God, you need Jesus.
No MVPs.
You need Jesus.
I mean, Lamar Jackson is arguably the best regular season quarterback of all time. SGA is not that.
And then he's a drop
Peyton
off.
Manning,
He turns
fucking
into
respect him.
Kirk
White.
Cousins in the playoffs.
Huh? Kirk Cousins?
What'd you say? You're spitting.
said
Lamar's
Cousins
gonna
and
get
Kirk
his
Cousins.
before Josh. He had Josh 140 against the
I'll
fucking
be honest,
Ravens.
both of them might not get theirs, bro.
Give me Joe
I'll be
Burrow.
honest with you. How about we combine teams?
The Ravens and the Bills.
How much help do these two fucks need?
You still wouldn't beat the Chiefs.
Well, the Eagles will.
Oh, stop
you
it. You
talking
can't take a
about?
victory
No,
lap
they
like
won't.
that.
The Eagles will.
This guy can't say a statement like that.
No.
How's it like when Jalen Hurts, and I'm not a Jalen Hurts fan, but when he wins a ring before Joe Burrow, like, how are you gonna feel about that?
Jalen Hurts is not going to play well.
Can I ask you guys a question? Because you guys,
not.
Not gonna
Drew,
play well.
Drew and Del, you guys remember that Super Bowl better than me. Outside of the play, which shouldn't have counted with the Jamar Chase touchdown,
He did nothing.
was Joe Burrow playing well?
He was dog shit.
No.
He was dog
It's,
shit.
it's hard when you can't drop back. You have somebody in your face instantly.
He did it every other game and it wasn't a problem.
Not against the Rams was different. They had Aaron Donald and Von Miller.
Chris
Miller was
Jones.
so good. Oh my god,
Aaron Donald is better than Chris Jones.
he's good.
Dude, stop. Just it's the excuses.
He's not better than Chris
No, he
Jones.
is.
I
but
love Chris Jones.
Joe Burrow dealt with pressure his whole fucking life.
No, but
then he gets
against
to the
the
Super Bowl,
Rams, it
then
was
it's an
different.
issue.
But also, he wasn't terrible in the Super Bowl. People
Dude,
always
without
started
that
mixing
play,
them.
that man's putting up like 130 yards and no
you
touchdown.
see
That
the-
play pisses me off beyond belief too because
This
it was
wasn't a
on
flag,
Ramsey. Yes,
And it
bro,
was a
he
great
straight
play.
up fucking yoink.
Nah.
It was a great
did
play.
they miss
Joe
that?
Burrow was about that play. He was about to get sacked, and he evaded it.
And Jamar
I don't
Chase
care. It
fucking
shouldn't have counted. No, it was T.
OPI.
Higgins.
Oh yeah, T. Higgins.
So that's
OPI.
not Joe Burrow's fault. He made the play.
I understand it shouldn't have
He
counted.
made the throw.
Let's just say
he
he
got
was,
out of pressure.
Let's just say
Joe
Jalen
Burrow
Hurts
coulda-
outplayed him for sure.
Joe
in the
Burrow
Super Bowl.
coulda
It's not even
easily-
close.
Nine-day.
Well, yeah,
Close.
Jalen Hurts went up against a
close.
worse defense in the Super Bowl.
Oh my
that,
fucking
that
god!
I
there's
don't think
always-
people remember
oh,
that.
Spags,
that,
Spags, worst defense.
Spags-
Spags. Oh
that-
my god!
Can you
now
name
it's
me
a
the
bad
corners on
defense.
that? Can you name me the
I
starting
don't care.
corner
It's
on that
fucking
team?
Spags.
That
I've
ass
seen Spags do
can't.
some
I
crazy
was,
shit.
I was watching. I rewatched the game. the
Charvarius
other day.
Ward. Wasn't he on that team?
No, I think it was Bashad Breeland who was their
You didn't
primary
even know the
corner.
fucking corners.
No, it was Bashad
I think
Breeland
that's the whole point.
and Snead.
Snead was there, right?
Snead didn't break out yet.
McDuffie wasn't there yet, right?
No.
Right.
Charvarius might have left that
before?
year because yes, that's the game versus Stephon Diggs where he was incredible.
Yeah.
So he might have left that year.
The Chiefs secondary that year was awful. Like it was
Wait,
really bad.
Wasn't it rookie Trent McDuffie?
Year
No,
after.
last year was Trent McDuffie rookie.
Rookie? Wait.
Yes.
What?
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. Facts.
Because
Oh my
2022
God,
was
yo,
the year,
Trent is stupid
He was a-
good.
he
because
was a demon.
2022
Trent is stupid good.
was
That's
the
a
year
demon.
that they lost Tyreek Hill and I think they lost
I know.
Charvarius
Yeah.
Ward.
They might have.
Overrated
Yo,
as fuck.
Trent really? No.
Trent McDuffie was a rookie last
This
year.
is
bro.
year 3.
Year 2.
This is year 3. Trent McDuffie, this is year 3. On my
Nah.
mother's life,
I
it's
think
year
his
3.
year 1 was with Snead.
No, on my mother's
year.
life, this is year 3.
I hope you're right.
No cap, you're dead right.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it.
So damn, that's 2 Super Bowls.
Nah,
for him.
he came in and was immediate. Nah, facts.
So he just had Snead and Trent McDuffie.
It's all right. It's
Oh.
all right. It's all right, Joel. Don't
Damn.
look too deep into it. Move on.
Holy shit! That
right, here it
secondary
is, yeah.
sucks.
Wait, hold up.
Cook him.
Trent McDuffie, as a rookie, was not what he was last year.
No.
No.
No,
Trent McDuffie
Fuck no.
broke
He was
out.
all pro last year.
because Jalen Hurts was dicing him up.
In 2022, after McDuffie's rookie season, it was a hot take for me to say he's going to be a Pro Bowler this
He was
year.
all pro last year.
Yeah,
He was an all pro player last year.
because McDuffie didn't break out like that. Let me see.
McDuffie a demon. His name
Fam,
fired.
Especially as a
these
rookie.
dudes,
Fire.
Riv, it's just kind of crazy. These dudes broke out after they played Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. Okay. Convenient.
Get back
Convenient.
in. Get back.
Convenient.
This is your moment right here to get back in. Talk your
Convenient.
shit.
Bro said, "You know the corners," and then he looked up the corners and got worse for him. Respect
Sorry.
Jalen Hurts,
Yeah,
man.
it was-
Jesus
Get back
Christ.
down.
You know what? You know
Nels,
what?
Get back right now.
Yo,
Get back right now.
honestly,
Get back.
Honestly, Joel,
Get
that's the
the
most
casual.
you moved me
Get
in
back.
a minute.
Get back right
That
now.
was-
not
I'll
gonna
give
lose.
you. I'll give you
2022
your
not gonna
respect
respect him.
because I was thinking the corners were ash just by the way shit was just so
Because Hurts
fucking
just
open.
diced him up.
Because Hurts was
No,
cooking.
it was easy. It was
It was easy.
No, it's because they
they
underestimated
sold out
him.
on the run.
They underestimated Jalen, and he made him pay.
And, you know,
Sold out on
you
the
have
run.
AJ Brown. You have
When I say
Smitty.
sell out the run, that's like the Luka defensive scheme.
Now
go
look,
by.
they sold
Shut
out.
your fucking mouth.
Fucking
Dells,
fat.
they sold out in the run. Smart against Miles Sanders. We have
Yeah.
we have a demon
Yeah.
in the backfield. There's nothing they're gonna be able to do to stop this man.
I don't know.
Nothing.
This game is going to be
Okay,
fun to
that
watch.
year
Nothing.
the Chiefs defense was 16th ranked, and they were
Mid.
18th against the pass in terms of yards.
Okay.
So
they were
mid in
they were
general,
an
and then-
average
yeah.
defense and got fucking violated by Jalen Hurts. That's what it sounds like.
No, yeah, the Chiefs secondary wasn't good that game.
average.
And
They
they
got
were-
bent
yeah.
over and
Oh
fucked.
no, that game they were dog shit.
Yeah.
Their season they were like an average defense.
You know the fumble popped up when I was at Texas Roadhouse. I was so pissed.
Bro,
Like,
do you see how much time was left in the game?
yo, bro, I know.
9
10
minutes
minutes, yeah.
in the second
Shit
quarter.
pissed me off like shit. Like,
God
there's-
forbid
yeah.
the Eagles defense got one stop in the
If we don't
second
fumble
half.
the game, we dead ass win
I'm
the
bugging.
game because we don't get stopped from
But
scoring.
Shaw Breeland was 2019. I'm all over the place.
It's all right. It happens.
No, he played for the Chiefs in 2020, but
He
2019
sounded
they
like he
won
was some
Super Bowl.
ass.
But Shaw Breeland, he had good moments. But yeah, he did get picked on there. No, but I just think that the Chiefs defense is better this time around. I don't think
So
the,
are
I,
the Eagles.
I don't think the Eagles offensive line is as good as it was 2 years
Still
ago.
great.
They have some holes.
For sure. Still
And
great.
I think the holes actually favor Chris Jones a
if
lot.
they're healthy, though,
We're banged up right now.
they are. But 2 weeks off for Landon and Cam is huge.
Landon was out there, blood on
Nah,
the knee.
OD. No,
Cam
And
was.
it's not the
No,
same
Landon was
scheme.
scaring the fuck out of me. The fact that he went out and didn't come back, that was crazy.
It's not the same offensive scheme.
Nope. You know what they can do though? I forget who I was listening to, but they were talking about the different schemes that the Chiefs offense are going to force the Eagles to play because y'all play a nickel.
Yep.
Because you have Cooper DeJean out there, but because the Chiefs run so many tight end formations, are you guys just going to keep Cooper DeJean out there, or are you
have to
going to
play him. You
put
can't
are you
not.
going to put Cooper on Kelsey? Or like, what are you gonna do there? Because they play with so many tight ends, but I don't think they're gonna run tight ends that much anymore because they now have Xavier, they now have Hollywood.
Well, you can't put Slay or Quinion. They're too small on Kelsey.
No,
You
it's
got to put Zach Bone on him.
And Zach, he
But they
struggled a
play
little bit
they
against
play a
Command.
zone. Like I think the Eagles are gonna stick to their identity. They don't even have
They
the
should.
linebackers to take a corner off the field.
yeah. Now that
You know,
N'Kobe's
who
out,
is it?
which
Are they
sucks.
gonna if they have three linebackers
Burks
on
was
the
alright.
yeah, you know, if
He
they
did
have
play
three
well.
linebackers on the field, it's gonna be Bond, Burks, and then Trotter Jr., who I think Trotter Jr. is pretty much unplayable.
He is. Burks,
they
is
can't
fine.
do
Bond, all pro. Trotter, garbage. God, Lee.
I love Bond being this amazing All-Pro fucking linebacker.
We're gonna bring him
dude.
back. I'm
The
excited.
fact that the
He's gotta
Eagles
get a-
went from the
yeah.
worst middle linebackers in football, arguably, to
Remember we saw
one of the best, if
Devin
not
White?
the best this season.
We had Devin White on the team.
I know. I was all excited for that
Yeah, I mean
too. for
Devin
you guys.
White, I knew he was gonna be.
Yeah, he was
he
dog
has-
shit
he
last
hasn't
year.
played.
Zach Bond, I mean, he converted from edge rusher. He deserves a lot of credit for his ascension this year.
Dude, he's like 4, 5, 6 years in. Like it's
cool, too.
So random, yeah.
Yeah, he always made like high effort, energy plays with the Saints, but it wasn't one of those guys that's like you know be all pro.
That shit is crazy, bro.
So that's why. But no, I just think the Eagles' passing offense kind of can get picked apart a little bit. I don't think that Hurts is gonna. Well, it's hard to have the game that he had in the Super Bowl because that was like an amazing game.
Yeah, that's a
obviously.
1-of-1 performance.
But
I mean,
like
he
if
has
I were
get
to
up.
rate it, I think he's gonna have a 6 out of 10 game. I don't think it's gonna be like a 9 out of 10.
If the Eagles win, Saquon Barkley's MVP. He's gonna go fucking berserk. It's gonna be nuts. He's gonna run all over the
We're
Chiefs.
gonna do our predictions next episode.
Next episode.
Yes, when
We
we
are 3
recap the
hours
trade deadline.
You know what's crazy too?
First
I don't know if
30 is,
I was gonna say I think it's pre-recorded.
There's always pre-recorded.
30 minutes of pre-recorded, so it's really like
2.5,
2 hours.
2:40.
No, we've been
30,
here
40
chatting
minutes.
bullshit
long.
for a good amount.
We do, yeah, for sure.
I was having fun.
I was having fun.
We still have football to talk about, right? Do we have another basketball topic, or I'm on
I
crack?
don't think so.
No, we could probably just talk about the last time we talked about was just Myles Garrett. He
I'm with
requested
that.
a trade
Yeah, let's do it.
from the Browns. I think the Packers, I think the Commanders, that can take them from a playoff team to a legit Super Bowl contender because they need pass rush desperately. But I saw a mock trade online. It was this Falcons Twitter account, and I thought it made sense. It was Kirk Cousins, Kyle Pitts, a first-round pick, and a third-round pick for Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett is about to be 30 years old at next season, so it's not. I don't know if a team's going to trade like 3 firsts for him, but the Browns get a bridge quarterback in Kirk Cousins, who I think can play. And he recently went on an interview and he said week 10 he got hurt. He hurt his shoulder, and he started.
What happened
And
the
that-
first 9 weeks? He was healthy?
He wasn't playing bad until like the 4-game losing streak.
Okay.
He played bad the first couple
He
games.
was never great.
Against the Eagles, he was amazing.
Yeah, no, he had like
He had a
Against
drive.
Against
Tampa
he was
Bay, he
amazing.
was
It
great.
was a
Worst
drill.
defensive football.
It was a drive.
And the Eagles, it literally
You're
was
right, it
one
was a drive.
You're right.
That
You're right.
saved him.
No, but his arm, it never looked that bad.
No.
And Kyle Pitts, I think, maybe
I'm done with him.
if there's
The
anything
Steelers
left,
is dogs.
you have Njoku, you have Kyle Pitts, maybe
Why-
there's
why do
something
I
else
want Kyle
there.
Pitts if I have
But
Njoku?
really, the first round pick. Now the Browns would have the 2nd overall pick
Yep.
and the 15th
Yeah.
pick in this draft, and then they would have a 3rd rounder in this draft as well. Easier to build the team up.
My question is,
Atlanta would have to pay down a lot of that salary.
if you trade Myles, do you think about trading everybody else? Because everybody else, like Njoku's about 27, 28. Denzel Ward, he's been
I
dealing with
would
some
call
injuries.
Cleveland with the
Like, they have a lot of
quickness.
guys who they kind of brought in together, and they're all around similar ages, except maybe the secondary. Emerson's like 24. Newsom's like 24, but Denzel's 26, 27.
Jeremiah,
He's
He'll probably stay there. They extended
He'll
him.
probably stay, but I think like guys like Njoku, the offensive line, Joel
Antonio.
Antonio, yeah, like thinking Nick Chubb is a guy they'll probably be thinking about maybe moving because he didn't look the same. He was coming off an injury. But for me,
Isn't he a free agent?
I don't know, to be
Yes.
honest. But if he is,
RP.
yeah, RP. You know what I'm saying? Philly, I saw Philly potentially being a team that could go in there. We have the assets. We
It
have
would
young
be
players.
unfair. if
Hurts
they got
only
him.
has a $22 million cap hit next year.
I saw that, and I was Howie is really Sam Presti and Danny Ainge put the fucking.
If I'm
together.
being honest, that's the team I see getting.
I like Buffalo. I think Buffalo needs a star.
Of like wants and who I think will get him. Like I want the Broncos to be all in on this. That we have the cap, we have the assets now. We have a player like Nick Benito who can go and that could be in a package with a 1st round pick. We can go and we can bring him and give him the money that he wants. That being said, realistically, who do I see happening? The Eagles.
I see Chicago too. Chicago could be a sneaky team that can go in
Do
there.
they have the assets to get him?
I think they have.
picks.
They have some picks. They have.
I just don't know what's the asking price. Like,
That's the
is
thing.
it 2 firsts? Is it 3 firsts?
I don't think it's 3 firsts.
Is Nick Benito in a first like not the best package that you're gonna get if you're
The Eagles can give up something better.
It's a good package. Nick Benito, I think, is up for contract, so
That's
the
why
Browns would have to pay
they
him.
would have to pay him.
It really depends on how much they like him as a player. If they do, then you pay him that contract and you
was
just
just
keep
all
going.
pro.
I think you get obviously at least a first.
I think you get a first
it's-
and a second
It's
for him.
just the Browns for the Falcons trade. Kirk Cousins to me is just a negative asset. So if Atlanta's like, we'll pay down 90% of his contract and you got to pay him $10 million, $5 million a year, like cool, I'm down. But Kirk Cousins, I feel like Atlanta would have to attach a pick to get off of him right now. Like you would have to trade a 2nd round pick with Kirk Cousins to get off that money. But yeah, I think as fucked up as it sounds, the Eagles, just because of how aggressive Howard Roseman is, just
Facts.
because of how great he is at manipulating the cap, they really do have a chance, and they kind of struck out on Bryce Huff. And although the interior defensive line of Milton Williams and Jalen Carter are so elite,
Milton's a free agent.
Milton's a free agent too, so it's not like they have an edge rusher that you're looking at. Like they have good guys, Josh Sweat and whatnot.
Josh Sweat's also a free agent.
all right, even better. They have so many fucking holes in the D line.
No,
Go
for
get
sure.
Myles Garrett.
He could go. No.
Josh Sweat's a good player, but
he can
No,
go.
one's-
dude,
Nolan Smith, yeah, facts.
Nolan Smith, and if you have to overpay, which I don't think I see the Eagles doing, Nolan Smith, a 1st and a 2nd, that's done.
No, it pretty makes it makes the defense unfair if they get Myles Garrett. Like
mean,
the
Jalen Carter,
defense, yeah, I'm really hoping that. No,
Brother.
no. This is too
No,
much.
no.
star
You guys
power.
get Miles Garrett.
I'm gonna
It's
be
crazy.
I'm
I
gonna
think-
come to the podcast 3 straight times naked.
With
Like-
Vic Fangio there, I feel
excited.
confident their defense is going to be good. It's going to be this good if they lose, because like Bond's a free agent. The other guys you
No,
mentioned,
we're bringing them back.
Oh, Bond's a free agent too.
The only
He's a
people I
one-year
know
deal.
for certain were Slay has already said he's leaving. He's probably gonna be. They're not gonna bring him back. I think Sweat's not coming back, but I think Bond is. Howie's talked about bringing Bond
But,
back,
you
and
know,
all the other guys are young.
The Eagles have young corners like they have
And we
Isaiah
draft
Rodgers, Quinyon, and Cooper
Yeah, sure.
DeJean. Isaiah Rodgers is going to be a solid corner for the next couple of years. So I feel like if I'm just the Commanders and I'm talking to the Browns, I'm in constant communication. Like, yo, whatever the Eagles offer, I'm one-upping that.
Oh, that-
I
you
don't
have to.
care.
You have to.
Like, it doesn't. Even if I'm overpaying, I don't care.
because they
Like,
need. It's
we
not
cannot
just
let the Eagles get
That's a
Myles
fact.
Garrett.
they need talent, but I think Dan Quinn needs kind of a bit of an identity on that defense.
with you,
Like
bro.
You need a
he's
star
He's
on
a
that defense.
defensive-minded guy, and he does not have the defensive personnel to do really anything
Yeah,
that he
you're
wants.
Washington. You can't let that happen.
Look at what was Myles Garrett was doing. Although you could argue when he was playing this year, this was his best season. Talking about Micah, but regardless, you go and you get an impact player like fucking Myles Garrett on the defense. It gets spooky.
I like the Chargers too. Khalil Mack future isn't certain. Joey Bosa, he was a Pro Bowler. I don't think he deserved it this year. He was more like a replacement Pro Bowler. But Myles Garrett to the Chargers and now gives them a true elite star on that defense. I feel like they should be aggressive.
How would that happen though?
Just multiple picks. That's all you got to do.
I'm the
Just
Browns.
trade
That's what I
multiple
want.
picks.
Do they have money?
Yeah.
The Chargers, they will
do
have cap space. Yeah.
If I'm the Browns, I just want picks.
So they're paying 3 guys on the defensive line.
Well, Khalil could be gone this
Yeah,
season.
Khalil Mack's a free
right?
agent, so
Oh,
right now,
okay.
and Joey Bosa he doesn't have much guaranteed money left on his contract.
Mm-hmm.
Poona Ford, who was great for them on the interior, he's a free agent also. Their entire defensive line, they have to make decisions on who they're going to bring back and who they're not going to bring back.
Yeah, this is a year that a lot of people can go and get Myles. Actually,
Yeah, Asante Samuel Jr. I also think he's a free agent.
do you
said
think
he
the
wants to
Jets
come
would make
back.
a move for him?
Myles Garrett, no, I don't think they're in a position to even be thinking about Myles Garrett.
What about the Dolphins?
Chop Robinson, Jalen Phillips went healthy.
Mm-hmm.
They still have Bradley
Bradley
Chubb.
Chubb.
I don't know. Just the Myles Garrett deal, especially if you're 29 and you have to go multiple first or at least a first and a second. I feel like that's a team like you're on the edge of becoming like a real contender in the AFC or the NFC, and that takes you to be like a Super Bowl. The Dolphins get Myles Garrett. I'm not like they get better, obviously.
This
thought.
could be like the Packers getting Reggie White.
Wow. Crazy
Myles,
thought.
yeah.
Minnesota.
Minnesota has a lot of cap room. They can
What
make
if
That
They-
shit would be nuts.
They need him too.
What if they
Oh my
decide
God.
they keep Sam Darnold
I don't
Trade
think they're
JJ.
keeping Sam, or maybe they could trade him and maybe like a
or trade Sam? Like
franchise trade.
they have some wiggle room to
Franchise
do
tag
some
him
funny
too.
things. Is
Yo,
all I'm saying.
Minnesota's a good fucking name.
And plus, you can't let Eagles get him. You can't let the Commanders get him. You know, you just kind of like lost. So like,
Okay, another team we didn't talk about potentially getting him. The Lions.
Yep, they're gonna have cap space too.
it's another team. Listen, if you're NFC, you
Because
can't
that's,
let none of these teams
that's a
get 'em.
team that would give up assets.
Yeah.
They would give up picks.
It's
They're
just-
not trying to trade
I
They're
players.
saw-
already paying a lot of
I
guys on
saw
D-line.
a
You
mock
wanna-
that had
that's
Jameer
Myles
Gibbs
Garrett,
in it.
so.
It was like Jameer Gibbs in the first and
Fuck
the second.
no.
I was like,
No,
ooh.
no,
Fuck no.
I saw that. I was
Jameer
like,
Gibbs
wow.
might retire a line. That's how good he is.
Setting David though.
Nah, David is expendable, sadly.
Yeah.
But they just
They just extended him, yeah. So he's gonna get dead money if you try to move him.
My odds on favor is the Packers.
Of
course it is.
Packers
It's a Super
get it
Bowl
done.
pick.
Super Bowl pick.
I think they get it done.
Yeah, you think they do a lot of things that they don't do.
I think Commanders and Bills would be my top two right now.
No, yeah, that was my Super Bowl
I
pick.
think Buffalo needs to take
It was
a swing.
my to make it. Yeah,
they
I'm
didn't
not-
even get close.
yeah, but the team in the AFC was the Chiefs
Okay,
Until
And
it
I had them
wasn't.
winning
No,
it
it
all.
was the Chiefs until it wasn't.
Oh,
in the beginning of the season. Well, that's the beauty of content because depending on where you listen to me at, your perspective might change. You know,
True.
if somebody listened to me at the start of the season,
Here's the thing,
you
brother.
kind of cooked.
We've listened to you the entire time.
Oh, so you guys know.
We're not here for
yeah, and people that are
episode
currently
here and then
listening,
10
they know.
episodes later.
But there are people that at the start of week one, when I said that they three-peat, they're like, oh man, this 3 years from now, they'll be like, oh, this dude's a fucking genius for thinking this week one. Oh, he's been calling
It's
it.
something that I like in my mind. I've been fighting with. Like, I don't know if I should be proud of it. I don't know if like I should be mad at myself. I've been on the Chiefs all season, and I don't know how to feel about it.
Fact.
It really bothers me. I've been on them all year. We're gonna see on Thursday what happens.
Sunday.
Thursday.
Oh,
when we
your
do our
pick.
predictions.
Oh. You haven't made up your mind yet?
Nah, I know who I'm going with.
Okay.
They're
He has
going with
to-
the
he has to
Chiefs.
stay- He has to lock
So
in.
you've been here this long.
You know, this is unfortunately, this is where we part ways.
Here's the thing, though, bro. I'm gonna be rooting for the Eagles like it's my job. I'm rooting for Jalen Hurts and the Eagles like I am a fucking
I'm not really
diehard.
too worried about you.
Yeah, I know.
I'm worried about
I
you
know.
because I know where he's going. But you're the wild card.
I know
pick
where
or
he's
my
going
rooting?
to.
Because sometimes
No,
your
we
picks,
know he's rooting for.
No, I know who you're rooting for. But sometimes your picks, you are too logical and you're the softest one at the table. You don't take risks.
Nah, bro, I
So
know who
just-
he's going with.
Two of them bad boys.
Hey,
Yeah.
your Jets suck. You need that.
Yeah, I'm taking the field over Kansas City take, unfortunately.
Yeah.
We're almost
Oh,
there.
whoa.
Not
I didn't even
We're
know
looking
you said
out.
that.
That was you got one more chance.
That's
What'd I say?
crazy.
You said I'm taking anybody in the AFC. The Chiefs are not going to the Super Bowl again. You did win
Next
again.
year.
You did win again.
Next year, man. Nah, I think I know who I'm picking.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. In my heart, like it's tough to sit with.
It felt like
I-
Buffalo was a risk.
that was a risk
We're there too.
against the
KC.
Chiefs.
Hey, listen, brother. You know me.
It genuinely shocked me that I was the only one to pick them.
I thought I was gonna be the only one to pick them.
I did too.
I was
You wanted
fucked.
that to be your moment.
Of course, because it was my
And
moment
it
with the
ended up being
Ravens.
mine, and I didn't want it.
Because y'all picked Baltimore, I picked Buffalo. This was gonna be a
I picked
defining.
KC.
That's
Oh,
what-
wait, against Buffalo.
This was gonna be a defining moment that I go back to back, just me.
You needed
and then
that.
you jumped. It wasn't gonna win, man.
I was gonna jump again because I think that week I had Carson on my show and we were talking about it, and then after the show ended, I was like, Carson, I think I'm gonna go with the Bills. And, Carson always brings up these stats, and, he's very convincing.
You got moved?
And then I was like, maybe this is the year, right? And then I was on the show, and I was like, my heart, my gut is Chiefs. But then that means I lost to Carson. And I was like, I'm going to go with the Bills.
No, he needs help.
You know what's crazy? We would have been right. Josh Allen showed up on the last drive.
Oh, shit.
You would have been right the week before if Lamar
right.
showed up.
Yeah, you're right. Well, no, Lamar showed up on the last drive.
Oh, no, I mean, like, not turning the ball over.
Oh, yeah, in like the first quarter and shit.
Yeah,
Fourth
when it
quarter,
matters.
yeah.
Hey, listen.
Yeah.
Hey.
Stop it.
It matters.
Same energy.
But now
does
Drew,
it.
Drew has another
I didn't.
exterior motive to root for Mahomes. I mean, Mahomes' favorite player is Luka Doncic.
Is it really?
No, do you want to know what else killed me? Guess who his favorite baseball player is? Take a fucking
Alex
guess.
A-Rod?
It's A-Rod.
I'm dead. It's your boy.
It's A-Rod.
Why is he an A-Rod?
Because him, when he
Well,
was
he grew up
younger,
on the Mets, or his dad was on the Mets.
But apparently he had some ties with him in Texas, and A-Rod was his coach.
You watched that video, the questions.
I did.
Didn't you?
I did. No, I did. That's
Learned
why I was
a lot
hurting
about
me.
him.
I did.
Yo, when CJ Stroud is back next year, I'm gonna. Oh,
We're here, Riv.
You're gonna hate the shit out of me next season. You really are.
I was
bro.
ready with one of the quarterbacks.
No, you are really gonna hate me because every week he plays good. I'm gonna hit you.
I was right on one of the quarterbacks. Just got two more left. Jaden's better. Drake May.
No,
Caleb
no,
next.
stay.
I'm not going.
Stay. I know because you tweeted and I saw your
Said,
little funny
yeah.
tweet. Yeah,
Jaden's better.
Talk, brother.
that's
Jaden's
fine.
better.
You thought Caleb would be better.
Could be. Ben Johnson. Woo.
You see who we got? Forgot his name.
Nick
You see
Haley.
who we got.
Have you guys seen? I forgot who posted it. Maybe it was Esquire Sports. Someone on TikTok about the tight end coach kind of reform. Like all of the best offensive
Ours got
minds,
taken, yeah.
all the best offensive minds have started as the tight end coach.
Did
Yeah.
you see
Ben
how him
Johnson,
and
Sean
CJ and
McVay.
Slowick got into it?
I don't think so.
Like that's what led to him getting
Our
fired. Like
tight
they
end
got
coach
into
became
it.
the Lions OC, right? Is that what it is?
He's the Jets OC. Well, he's the Jets OC.
He's the Jets OC. Our tight end
we
coach.
got
no, your
Tanner.
tight end coach is the Bears OC. Sorry.
Bears OC.
We got the Lions guy. We got. He wasn't tight end coach, but he was some like passing game.
I think he was a pass game coordinator.
Yeah.
No, I think the reason why there's been an uptick in tight end coaches is because they are usually responsible for handling the pass and the run parts of the
Blocking
game.
shit. Mm-hmm.
So they're able to marry those concepts better than a wide receivers coach or a running backs coach and stuff like that. So
That makes sense.
a lot of the better ones a lot of the better OC started as tight end coaches. Like Ben Johnson was a tight end coach. Sean McVay was a
Shannon.
tight
So
end
would
coach.
that go hand in hand with defense, where you got the linebacking coach because they kind of do a little bit of both, or no?
It's a possibility.
Low key.
Because they cover and they also
Yeah, they
rush the
are heavy in
quarterback
the run.
sometimes. You know,
Yeah, it's a possibility, but yeah, there's been an uptick in just like tight end coaches getting hired and stuff.
those you give me kicker coach vibes.
Do they have a kicker coach?
I would hope so.
I've actually never heard of a kicker coach.
I don't think they
You
do.
give me that vibe. Like,
There's no way they do.
you have
They're
a
not paying
visor-
someone
you have a
100K to
visor on,
do that.
You're outside. And you scream 49ers. You have a beach chair at the visor. You're just sitting at the field, just like kick that field goal, angle off.
Jake Moody's bitch ass missing all
like
of them.
just I don't like the way you're kicking it. Like you seen that Drew. You give me running back.
I swear
vibes.
to God, I was thinking running
Yeah,
back
you
too.
just give me. I need you to run like this, physicality.
That's a fucking compliment.
You know, like you,
Thanks.
and Joel, you just give quarterback vibes. Just so. You just
He's
want to,
niche.
yeah.
He's
You
not-
needed to be perfect. You needed to be the way. I need you to run this play. I need you to throw to this guy. I don't need you to do all that funny extra shit. If you can't do this, you can't do that.
If you take a sack, you're getting benched.
the pressure's there. Throw the ball, brother. What are you doing? Like you're holding the ball too long.
Riv's a wide receiver
Oh,
coach.
100%.
for sure.
3 routes.
Diva.
Oh, yes.
What are the
shit.
3 routes?
Wow.
Go route, out route, cross route.
Okay.
That's it. Speed.
Post.
Covers
Sometimes. I need you.
I
If you
love
don't
a
run
nice post.
If you don't run a 4.2, I can't have you.
Oh God.
Wow. Okay.
I'm-
You're not
I'm-
many
Al
players.
Davis over here.
I'm really a Miami guy. I like my guys. Speedy, skinny, Devontae Smith, like, that type of vibe.
Xavier Worthy.
That would be a guy I'd be highly coveted for. I would have picked him first.
Xavier Worthy, man. That's a guy.
Type of vibe I'd be on,
Yeah. I think the last thing I want to mention is I know that the NFL season is ending soon and it's about to be
Unfortunate.
draft season. The only thing I want to mention with that is I'm pretty confident in just the position groups that are really good in this draft and the ones that suck. Running back, this is the year to draft running back.
Year to run it back.
This is the year to draft a tight end. The tight ends in this draft are freaking amazing. You have
Tyler Warren.
Tyler Warren,
Fannin.
Colson Loveland, Fannin. You have Elijah Arroyo. You have
Gatson.
Gatson, and then you have the kid from LSU, Mason Taylor, who's very fast.
Can I tell you why I want Ordonde? Because I played a road to glory with Syracuse, and I won the Heisman with him, and he went for over 2,000 yards.
Oh, wow. No, but yeah, tight end class is really strong. Offensive tackle class is strong. Defensive line, like interior defensive lineman, there's a lot of game changers. And then edge rushers.
Like,
I was gonna say,
a lot of not sexy positions.
I think wide receiver, there's not a lot of top end talent, but there's a lot of good talent, like middle of the pack.
Wide
talent.
receiver is pretty like.
You a Tez Johnson guy?
I love Tez.
Yeah.
I love
Tez Johnson is solid.
What is it? 150?
Hey,
Yeah, he's just very like.
Smitty was 175.
Smitty
But he was also
also
6 feet.
a
Like, we
Heisman winner
went on
and
a
broke
run.
every record we've ever seen.
The last couple of drafts were wide receiver. It was just like, whoa, there's so much talent.
Yeah.
This wide receiver class is not that good. The quarterback class is not that good. Like, people are trying to convince themselves on Jackson Dart being like first
I
round
heard
pick.
he's gonna go in the first round.
I think that's crazy.
Yeah, I think it's
that's
gonna happen.
That's a Raiders type pick.
Yeah, quarterback, wide receiver, interior offensive line, linebacker, and outside of the, I think corner is a pretty like okay class too. So, really, quarterback and wide receiver, think those two positions in this draft are pretty weak.
So you're saying Tet,
And Burden.
Burden,
Bond.
Egbukum,
Ebuka's good.
and Bond.
Yeah, Matthew Golden
and
is
Golden.
good too.
I'll tell you what, if the Broncos took him
I
at
like
19, I
Egbuka.
wouldn't hate it.
He does all the little things. He blocks. He can run the slant. He can run the go route. Amika's good.
Yo, I'll tell you what, we get Golden, I'm in.
Matthew
fucking
Golden is
Yo,
good.
running backs are back as fuck after this year.
That's why I'm really hoping if Genty falls to 19, I'm all in. I'm being realistic. I don't see it happening.
I think Junkins is better.
Get me Golden.
Really?
Ooh. Okay.
I mean, like the running backs in this
I
draft
think
are
Junkins
unbelievable.
is a fucking. I'm not saying
here's the issue.
Yancey's not a demon, so let me not be disrespectful. But I think Junkins is just so explosive, man, and physical and strong. I like Henderson too. I like
Chip
Hampton
Kelly
too.
going to the Raiders. I don't think the Broncos are getting Trayvon anymore.
Yeah.
Omari and Hampton.
He's so.
I
good,
love the
man.
Chip Kelly
UNC
hire.
is really good.
I didn't hate it
I
either.
loved it.
Yeah, we'll
getting-
talk
you know
about
he's
the
getting paid
staff.
more
I think
than
Ollie
Brian
Gordon's
Schottenheimer.
still good too.
Oh my god.
He just had a shit year.
He's the highest paid offense coordinator in the NFL.
We'll talk about the staffs next episode. We'll talk about the NBA trade
This is a
deadline,
fun episode.
Super Bowl
I've been
predictions,
holding this pissing for 2 hours.
I do have to
did it
piss
for
as
y'all.
well.
and then
God.
some staff changes in the NFL. But that's going to do it for this episode. You guys can follow us on Twitter at Pickside Pod, on Instagram, and
Great
TikTok at Pickside Podcast. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.